Way better. A rainy day in New York City. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hello, everybody.
We got lots to do, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. I guess it was a huge sports weekend.
It was. Big sports weekend.
I watched the first half last night. I figured it was over. Lakers beat the Magic to win the NBA championship.
So, that's it for basketball.
Well, that was a biggie because I think it's the first time Kobe won without Shaq. So that's a big deal.
I know he got MVP.
He was an animal. He was in the first half. He was making ridiculous shots.
Nice.
But more importantly, Phil Jackson, 10 titles, and a lot of people are like, Phil Jackson only could win with Michael Jordan. I mean, but we're past that because this is his fourth title without Jordan. 4 with the Lakers, 6 with the Bulls.
Damn.
Did you see his hat that he was wearing? They gave him a hat with a yellow hat with an X on it for 10.
Oh, really?
It's the worst hat I've ever seen a person wear. He would look better with a yellow diaper on his head with an X on it. See if you get a picture of him with his stupid 10 hat.
I gotta see that.
I gotta see that too.
An asshole.
And then they're saying he's going to retire now. I think that might be it for Phil Jackson. Go out with 10 championships. He doesn't need this shit anymore.
That is crazy.
And then the Penguins beat the Red Wings. That's kind of old news by now, but an amazing Game 7 to win the Stanley Cup. And then you were telling me about the Mets-Yankees. That's where I'm leading here.
Mets-Yankees series was...
Subway Series.
Yeah, the Subway Series was just great. I mean, Friday's game was retarded.
I didn't see it.
Ridiculous. Back and forth, right from the beginning. Yeah, there he is with his stupid yellow hat. Oh, God.
Where is he going to wear that?
Yeah, where are you wearing that?
Wear it in the locker, get one photo, and then throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, toss it away. Oh, that's
my
terrible.
God, that's horrendous.
Ugh. It's like, why did I have to win this one? They have to give me this stupid hat.
And officially wouldn't be 4 on the hat.
Right, with the Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, you think the Lakers want to acknowledge that he won 6 championships somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Horrible.
Anyway, Mets-Yankees, the game was amazing on Friday.
Yeah, just great. Back and forth, seemed every inning the Mets were up and then the Yankees were up, and then right at the end, holy Jesus. I mean, the Yankees had lost. It was pretty much over. A-Rod's up bat. They're down a couple of runs. 1 out to go. A-Rod just pops it up. It's like a simple fucking, I guess, outfield. He got into the outfield, but just in.
Shallow.
The outfield, shallow.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, who the hell was that on the Mets? Huh?
Luis Castillo.
Castillo, yes. And it looked like he couldn't see it right away. So he's like, he's moving to the side a little bit. He just puts that glove up. Boom! The ball hits right out of his glove. Right out. Hits the ground. The Yankees win. The Yankees win.
I think we got the play right here.
The winning run is at first. Alex Rodriguez to the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Mets up by 1. And the 3-1. Popped up. Castillo. Dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Here comes Teixeira. And the Yankees win. Oh, my goodness. He dropped the ball. What an ending. The Yankees win 9-8 in the most incredible fashion. A-Rod becomes a hero with a pop-up.
Hero with a pop fucking fly out. Stop it.
The bigger picture, I mean, that is funny.
Oh, it's great.
Why are they mobbing him like he just hit a game-winning home run?
Yeah.
What a bag of shit A-Rod is.
Yeah, A-Rod did.
To fucking pop it up.
Right.
Oh, the guy
Exactly.
What a worthless player.
But another reason why everyone hates A-Rod.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everything goes his way. I mean, I'm sure Yankee fans love him, but everyone else...
No,
is
they
like,
don't.
Castillo
No, they
just
don't.
walking off the field like, I am the biggest dick. That was it. He catches it, the Mets win the game.
I got to go back to one part because it almost sounds... Was that John Sterling? Like
No, that was Michael Kay.
Look
Oh,
how
that was Michael.
mad
Okay.
A-Rod is, too. Now, we're watching the video. Look how mad he gets. He hits that bat on the ground like, fuck.
Damn.
Like he knew he screwed. He throws it. He's just running it out, kind of jogging it out because, And then, let's hustle a little bit.
That's why you should always run it out, kids.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen.
Look at that. Right in his glove, too.
Bloink.
Oh, that's terrible.
I want to go back to the call.
Oh,
because there's a part where it almost sounds
fantastic.
like Michael Kay wants to say, "What an idiot," and then changes
an ending, right?
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did change it to ending.
What an idiot.
But it sounded like he was going for "what an idiot," and then at the last second went, "What a ending." Listen,
The
listen
winning
again.
run is at first. Alex Rodriguez at the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth inning. Mets up by 1. And the 3-1. Popped up. Castillo. Dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Here comes Teixeira. And the Yankees win. Oh, my goodness. He dropped the ball. What an ending. The Yankees win.
I felt the same way he wanted to say. Maybe that's just.
What an asshole.
Right. I don't know. That's what I sort of heard in there, but
It was,
can we get John Sterling's call? The same freaking play.
It was fantastic.
It's Yankees-Mets. It's the end of the. It's like you couldn't pick a worse time. That's like a not playoff situation to drop a ball.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing that would have made that worse is playoff. It was great. I was just yelling like, "Oh my God! I can't fucking believe that."
That's great.
What day did that happen on?
Friday.
I'm not hearing about it until Monday. I really have given up on the Yankees. I'm first time hearing about this.
Good game. And the Mets got trounced. What was it, 15-0?
I gave up at 15-0. I think that might have been the final score.
That was the final
right?
score. They just couldn't get it done.
Actually, I gave up way before that. I kept taking a peek as I was
could not get it done.
Doing a bunch of things here and there. Jimmy James, what's up?
Hey, boys.
Hey, man.
A similar thing happened out in Chicago this week. Milton Bradley was out in right field, and the second out of the game of the ninth, I believe it was, a fly out, and he caught it and proceeded to turn around and throw the ball into the stands. And the winning run scored. And the best part is, for both of these games, is these are both teams that are major contenders.
Yeah.
So if they both lose by one game and don't make the playoffs,
that's exactly what I was saying, too. I'm like, if that game comes back to haunt them.
I got to see the Milton Bradley thing now.
Yeah.
Why did he throw it into the stands?
he thought it was the third out.
I got it.
So he's doing one
okay.
of those. Yeah, hey.
All right, we're still waking up. So he thinks he's got the third out, so he just tosses it into the. That's
he turns around
fantastic.
and starts running into the infield. Now takes like 3 steps and realizes nobody else on his team is moving.
Was that the final?
He just puts his hands on his head, and you just see him go, "Oh,
here it is.
We might have it. Hold on, man.
Put that up in boldface for a reason. Now we're a fly ball to right watch Milton Bradley. Camps under it. He got it. That's 2 outs now. He pauses. Give the fan a souvenir. Oh, no. Ooh. Expunto scores. Brendan Harris goes to third. Yeah. I want to go away for a while.
That's a good one. Oh, they're booing him. Boo.
He was like looking like a rock star out there. Like, look what I.
Yeah,
can
he
do.
just caught it. He's standing there. Yep. Let me throw that into the
I know all
stands
you
there.
people watching me wish you were me. So I'll give you a little
That
taste of what
is
Major League Baseball is all about.
Fucking hysterical.
Here you go, fans. Here's a souvenir.
It's the most
Yeah,
embarrassing
it's like-
moment of his career.
Look at that.
There you go. Let me throw that out.
Oh, they'll be showing that one for years.
And here he comes. Let me jog home. Let me jog in since the ball's in the stands.
Good call, Jimmy. Good
what
call.
a dummy.
Thanks, boy. Punch it out.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that is a bad one.
Good call by
This
JJ.
other guy just sucks. He's not retarded.
He had the ball. Yeah.
Let's say hi to Sonny in Boston. Sonny.
Hey, how you doing, guys? This is more directed to Jimmy and Anthony. Hey, it feels good to laugh at the Yankees winning a couple of games, doesn't it, boys, huh? How about them Red Sox, though, huh?
You can't beat the Red Sox.
Can't beat the Red Sox
Yankees
this year.
cannot beat the
You're
Red
right.
Sox this year.
I ain't gonna fucking. What am I gonna argue with the record? They
What?
can't. What are they? 0-9 against the Sox this year?
I know, they totally suck.
Crazy. They can't. They
Oh
cannot
yeah,
beat
that I
the
know
Red
that
Sox.
they have not been. Is Ortiz still playing for Boston?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
definitely not playing up to par. I
He's
mean,
not like he was.
His batting average is like 197 or something like that.
Still gotta like him.
But well, you know something? Hopefully at the end of the season, that's when the Yankees start beating the Sox. Because usually, you got to admit,
We'll see.
You got to admit, aside from a couple of circumstances which we all remember, the Sox are usually the big chokers at the end of the season.
Oh, well, not in the new, not since the new millennium, though.
Well, you know what I mean.
All right, Sonny, thank you.
All right, bye.
Let's say hi to Rich in Orlando. Rich.
Good evening.
Sorry about your magic, my friend. Sorry about your magic.
Well, I'm from Jersey, so they're really not my magic.
All right. You didn't. The Magic didn't even have a shot in that series. Everyone knew.
No, they didn't. They stepped on their own dicks.
There you go.
But it's great to be on the Opie and Mad Dog Kumia show. No, I just want to know if you guys saw the riots out in L.A. The fans were so happy to see that L.A. won the championship. They're trying to flip over police cars and smashing buses. And
the chief of police out there said it was a few knuckleheads.
They call them knuckleheads?
Knuckleheads.
Knuckle what?
He's probably call them something else that started with the letter.
Yes.
So I didn't see any of this footage.
Yes.
It's Jesus. It's par for the course though when a team wins the NBA Finals. You gotta riot a little bit.
The fans in Orlando.
You gotta roll some cars. You gotta light some fires. Right. So, all right, Rich.
Cool. Good day, guys.
Let's go to Matt in Jersey. Matt.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, Matt.
I don't know if you guys have the clip. The next day after Milton Bradley threw that ball into the stands, all the Cubs fans brought signs to let him know how many outs there were so he wouldn't do that shit.
I love that.
That's pretty funny. A bunch of smartasses.
That was great. All right, punch it out, boys.
There's nothing better than when the fans pick up on your mistake at a baseball game. That is wonderful. Let's say hi to our pal Andrew in Brooklyn. Andrew. Space Shuttle Endeavor, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Andrew.
Yo, I got the perfect... I found out, I know where exactly you can find a video of all 4 calls of the Yankees win on Friday. Go to Yankees.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the video section. Click in Yankees.com. Go to the video section and look for a video that says, here, 4 different broadcasts of the Yankees win.
Oh, you know what? That could be really good. Because it was such a dramatic ending to the game. Let's see who did the best. I guarantee Sterling will make you puke, and I haven't even heard it yet.
Andrew, we haven't heard from you since you called up supporting gay marriage. That was a while ago.
No, opposing it.
Oh. What was your favorite space shuttle again?
No, I was not talking about the space shuttle. I was talking about Luis Castillo dropping the pop-up.
No, I know. I just wanted to know what your favorite space shuttle is.
I don't give a fuck about that now.
What happened? I thought he really liked it.
I have a feeling we care way more than he does.
Yeah, I know. Of course we do.
To him, it was just another day of giving knowledge out.
Yeah.
Andrew, you a Yankee fan?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Of course.
How do I know that?
Opie, come on.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
How the fuck am I supposed to know that? I'm a Mets fan. Sort of. I mean, I can't even really...
Well, how was your reaction? Because, I was watching on Friday night, and when A-Rod hit that pop-up, I knew it was the end. And then when I was so pissed off, I accidentally clicked the change the channel button, and I accidentally changed the channel. Then I flipped it back to SNY HD, because I have Dish Network. I don't have the S Network. Dish Network doesn't have the S Network.
Wait, what did you hit? You hit the channel to click what? I didn't hear you, buddy. You cut out.
I hit the change the channel button. I accidentally changed the channel.
The change the channel button. Yeah.
So how'd you know they won? You clicked back?
I clicked back, and I saw Teixeira and Jeter coming in.
Yeah.
I was so fucking shocked. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that would be a normal reaction to a play like that.
Yeah.
I actually was expecting that, totally.
Oh, you got the video?
Oh, yeah. Do we have the video, Dan?
Yes.
All right, hold on the line there, Andrew. 4 different versions of...
How he rolls.
Oh, be quiet, Andrew. Hold on a minute.
Let us hit the button. We're going to hit the button.
We're going to hit the button.
And the 3-1. Popped up.
So this is
Michael Caine.
Castillo.
Who's I think is good.
Yeah. Yeah, he does a good job.
He dropped the ball. Here comes Teixeira.
See, that's real excitement. John Sterling does fake fucking excitement.
He dropped the ball.
That's a perfect reaction to that call, right?
The Yankees win 9-8 in the most improbable fashion.
That was great.
Castillo settling under it. Now backpedaling. He drops the ball. Here comes Jeter. Teixeira comes in. The Yankees win it. And the pitch is swung on.
Here we go.
High pop.
Get ready for the deuce
to
chills.
second. Castillo on the outfield grass. Drops the ball. He dropped the ball. Here comes Teixeira. He scores. Yankees win. Oh, wow. Luis Castillo dropped the pop-up, and then he threw to second, and Teixeira scored without a play.
Nothing.
Now the Yankees have overcome an 8-7 deficit
We're all noticing
to win
the same
it 9-8.
thing.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
No, because he just wanted to get to that.
Yankees win.
Why?
He just wanted to make it him.
And it's popped in the air behind second base. Castillo backing up onto the grass, under it, drops the ball, and the score is Jeter. Teixeira coming to the plate. He slides it ahead of the throw. The Yankees win. Luis Castillo drops a pop-up off the bat of Alex Rodriguez. The Mets walking slowly off the field.
That's right, idiots.
And jump on Alex Rodriguez.
Why would you jump all over A-Rod?
Exactly, popped up.
He didn't do his job.
They get a piece of Teixeira, and the Mets have lost about the toughest game imaginable.
No kidding.
See, now, one of those calls, a little different than the rest. What a fucking snooze fest Sterling's call was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody else was like, whoa, he dropped the ball. He's like, he dropped the ball.
He showed more excitement in the final out of the 15, zip,
Yeah. The routing.
that happened yesterday.
He wanted to get to the Yankees. Yeah, all right, we get it. It's not about you, ass.
Andrew, you good? Everything else is all right?
Yeah, that's it.
All
Much
right.
now.
Look at you helping us out today.
Thank you for
Andrew.
the heads up there.
Hell yeah.
Susan Boyle, by the way, really, is on a very quick note, is falling apart.
Oh, yeah.
She can't handle it.
She can't. Can't handle being ugly and popular.
What's her latest issue?
What a fat choke artist. Well, she was mentally exhausted.
Didn't she get out of the hospital last week?
She did. She went into the hospital and she got out. And they call her the frumpy Scottish songbird. And now she's on tour, and she's already canceled the show. They said it was just one off. Her cancellation was one off rest day. She's only performed 3 times in the tour.
Oh, prima donna.
She's blowing. Hey, Fatso, this is the only shot you'll ever have, and you're blowing it.
You've been waiting your whole life for this.
And you're blowing it.
How about you hang in there?
God, what a dope.
Dave in Toronto, how are you, Dave?
Hey, how are you?
All right.
Hey, you got to play Lou Pinella's press conference after Milton Bradley did that.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Now, the Milton Bradley, once again, is the Cubs game where he thought it was 3 outs and threw the ball into the stands after he caught it.
He basically says that fucking Milton Bradley doesn't know how to count to 3. It's fucking awesome. You got to find it.
Pinella's just pissed off.
Some Kate pictures.
All right, we're going to check that out. Thank you, sir.
Okay, punch it out.
Yeah, Kate from John Kate +8 is almost doable now.
Dude,
how the fuck did that happen?
Those are like nice legs.
Yeah, ooh.
And no like shit going on there.
And they even figured out how to get her gut back together.
Let me see her.
They did all sorts of tummy tucking.
They did?
Yes.
That stomach's a mess, though, if you look at it, I guarantee.
Oh, God, I bet you're right, yeah.
Look at that, though. You would do that.
She ain't looking bad.
I would, but you know what? A lot's being held in there.
Yeah.
That clothes comes off. Oof.
Yeah, it's
Well, they showed her in a bikini last week, I think it was, and it really wasn't bad. I'm sure Dan can find it.
Lasagna?
No.
No lasagna?
No. She got a tummy tuck. There's a couple, where you could tell a couple scars where they had to kind of pull everything back.
Yeah.
But in general, you would say not bad, especially considering she had 8 kids.
Ugh. 8 kids being squeaked through that.
She's in trouble. There's a great viral video going on. We might as well go here now. Kind of throwing the ball around. We like to do that to start the show every day. Kate Gosselin is a bitch video. In this one, Kate tells one of the kids tells Kate she's thirsty. Kate asks for a bottle of water, drinks it herself, and gives the kid none. There she is in the bikini.
All right,
wow,
yeah.
You know what? Not bad.
Dude.
You do see something going on
But
there.
that's a hell of a tummy tuck. Is
After
what I'm
8
getting
kids?
at.
Yeah.
Is there other shots, like the side shot?
Fuck.
What's right underneath that bikini line, though?
It couldn't be that bad.
It's tied in a fucking scrunchie.
Shoved into her asshole.
Look at that from the side. That's pretty amazing considering she had 8 kids, Aunt.
You know, being able to wear a bikini after 8 kids.
Right.
Pretty amazing. She got nice legs, though.
She's got really nice legs.
Like, that's...
And you know what? She's not being a bitch. Her face is all right.
She's pretty. I stand corrected. She looks good.
She wasn't pretty when she first, started this marriage thing with John.
Apparently she's no college girl, though.
She's completely, right? Well, they had their 10th anniversary, and they celebrated apart.
Apart from each other, yes. Very tragic, isn't it?
That marriage is so over, but they're stuck with a contract for their dumb show.
Yeah.
Well, here's the clip that's pretty much everywhere today. Check this out.
I've been trying to drink all day. Well, I'm going to get dehydrated.
Yes, me too. That's true. Could I have a bottle? Is there time to throw a bottle of water at me? Thanks. Great. Thank you.
Oh, you're so
okay,
lucky.
all right. Okay, all right, got it.
Away.
After this one, Judy will somehow manage to get drinks in here for you. Okay, sit down, please. Sit down. We're interviewing. Be quiet.
I need it now. I have to put it back here. You're really, really mean.
Be quiet.
You drink right in front of my face.
Here. We can't right now. We're going on.
The mom is drinking water right in front of her
fantastic.
thirsty kid. And this is like, behind the scenes stuff that wasn't really supposed to be caught on camera. The video's everywhere showing her that she's just an awful human
Danny just
being.
punched up a picture. I guess that's
amazing,
before
right?
and after.
Yeah.
She could have committed a crime in that one picture, the before picture, and then after walked around police stations, and they would not have known that was her.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
She has dark brown, almost with a hint of red in her hair.
She's a lot heavier.
A lot heavier. I think she's pregnant with the kids at this point, I think.
And then she's got the little blonde cut and the multiple blessings book in her. Every time I see that now, I have multiple blessings. Jimmy.
And she invented a new hairdo for all the moms out there.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the Kate.
Do they want the Kate now?
They sure do, Aunt. They sure do.
Stop it. I liked when everyone wanted the Rachel.
Yeah.
That?
When those fat pigs were walking around with a goddamn Friends haircut.
Were they?
The Jennifer Aniston Friends haircut. The Rachel.
They called it the Rachel. All the women went and got the Rachel.
If you're Jennifer Aniston, it looks great. If you're the slob, plopping a dew on your head isn't going to help.
You'd rather fuck her with the Schwimmer.
In her lap.
How the fuck did she survive that? We're looking at a picture of her with
that is intense.
All 6 kids in her.
Yes.
That is just a giant belly she's got there.
Pretty amazing. Well, speaking of kids, you know what? We might as well do this. We got something that the older listeners, you only have to go back maybe a year to 2 years, are going to enjoy. Mm-hmm. Ready for this?
Huh?
And now it's time for a mastic moment. As Opie and Anthony take a glorious look at this majestic Long Island community.
7 children on Long Island were found living in deplorable conditions. They are now in foster homes this morning. Police say their home in Mastic Beach had no running water or electricity and was filled with rotting food, feces, and bottles of urine. 5 adult family members are under arrest charged with child endangerment. The children range in age between 2 and 13.
And that was a bird's eye view into the scenic town we hold close to our hearts. A mastic moment on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Wow, we have not paid tribute to the shithole that is called Mastic, Long Island.
The Mastic moment comes from the fact that horrific things happen in that town all the time. And there was a story, I don't even remember the original one anymore, and a morning show out there on Long Island had fun with it and almost got fired for making fun of the town of Mastic.
Yeah, they're like one of the head muckety-mucks out there in Mastic got all pissed off and made a big to-do about it.
So we took note. Mm-hmm. And we decided to show the whole world how awful Mastic is now.
Yeah.
Because these stories pop up on a regular basis.
Oh, my God.
There's always something bad going on in Mastic.
Mastic stinks.
There you go.
Mastic moments living in feces. That's wonderful. Feces.
How does it get so bad where you're living in feces?
Yeah. What's the first feces that is there that no one cleans up?
Every once in a while.
It's got to be the first little lump of feces.
But every once in a while you go into someone's house and you'll see maybe a little like pet poo somewhere in the house, and they just didn't realize, and you might point it out like, oh my God, and they're mortified. But how does it get to a point where you're now living among the feces?
It's just piled up. I went to school with some kid that had a shit room in his house.
What do you mean a shit room?
He had a dog, and the dog would take dumps in the house, and he would just pick it up with something like the 2 pieces of cardboard where you do the old steam shovel pick it up with it, and then he'd throw it in this room. He'd open the door and throw it in the room, and the room was full. The whole floor was covered, and it was like starting to stack up with shit.
How close was that to the living area?
It was in the living area. It was
did the rest of the house
another bedroom
smell
like dog shit?
And what did the parents say?
I don't know. I never saw him.
Really?
Yeah, it was one of those after school. You'd go over his house, and you'd know that he lived in the dog shit smell house with the shit room. And he'd come home, and the dog had shit all over the place, and he'd pick it up and throw it in the shit room. Yeah.
You ever go to someone's house that has a lot of cats?
Yeah.
Where they're just crawling all over everything?
Yeah.
I'm not talking 4, 5. I'm talking at least a dozen.
4 was bad enough, my friend.
You had 4?
Yeah, that was the old ex-wife was 4.
1,
yes.
2, 3.
It was little JD.
You want to talk about a cool cat. Ann had the coolest cat ever.
Yes.
It was a dog, basically. It did dog things.
Little doggy cat.
It was a doggy cat.
And then Ginger, JD and Ginger.
Right, I remember Ginger.
And then there was the little panda, which was a little black and white one. And then that little pipsqueak one, the little runt of the litter one. 4 cats. I had mechanical fucking cat boxes running like a fucking job site all night long. I'd be trying to sleep. All I'd hear was... and the thing would rake, the cat shit and the big lumps of cat piss into a bag.
It is a great invention. They just got to make
really is.
Like much more quiet.
No, this was like jackhammer loud. And then you pick up the bag and empty it out, put another bag in, and
Does it actually keep the smell out pretty well?
No, with 5 cats, it's very hard to keep any smell out. It's still a bag with shit and piss in it.
Was there fur all over the place?
Yeah, fur. Everything was clawed up. It was a fucking. That's why I will not own a cat.
Just get it declawed.
No.
And pet it.
No, they still fuck with it. You can't declaw that. Like they won't declaw the back legs of a cat, and that does just as much damage when they jump off of shit. I have nice stuff. I'm keeping it that way.
Just give him a little scratch under the chin.
No.
Little
shuka. It's always fun to give a cat a shuka.
They love that.
But then they shuka your arms of your chairs and your rug, and it ends up having to go underneath your car. $4,000 rug ends up in the garage.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh, boo.
Let's go to James and Shirley. James?
Hey.
Shirley, very close to Mastic. For the people out there that don't know.
Yes, indeed it is. I actually grew up in Mastic, up in the north end by the airport. And I used to be in the fire department out here for about 6-7 years. And we did a job in this house on William Floyd Parkway. Anthony, I'm sure you know where that is.
Of course I do.
These people had a whole room dedicated to their dog. And all their dog would do was piss, shit, and puke in the fucking place all day long.
Jesus.
And it wound up being a fucking basement fire. And we got to check the whole house. And we went into this room, and I swear to God, I mean, listen, I seen a lot. And I almost lost my shit. But the real kicker is that these people who own the house used to be fucking friends of my parents.
Really? Would they just lose their minds?
Well, they obviously recognized me, and the guy said, "Oh, how you doing, James?" I said, well, "Listen, man, you live like a fucking animal."
You told him?
Yeah, he's a fucking bad kid. He was a piece of this shit. Are you kidding me? Thus, my wife and I are purchasing a new home in Comac.
Yeah. Getting out of there.
Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here. All right, boys, I'm touching out. Take care, man.
All right, James, thank you. Let's say hi to Amber in PA. Amber.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm Sam's #1 fan, by the way.
Wow.
So I have these friends, and they have 5 cats, right? And their cats shit everywhere. and they have these 2 cat boxes just overflowing with poop, right? And the cats just pee everywhere, they claw everywhere, the house stinks. Like, it's one of those apartments that you can smell, like, 5 feet away from it, like, outside. And one time I sat my purse on the floor and picked it up, and there was a huge wet spot from the pee.
Oh, God damn, right?
You know, as far as pets go, cats suck a dick.
Yeah.
You do all this shit for them, and they don't give you anything in return. They give you nothing in return.
Oh, they'll roll. They'll like roll up on you.
That's
if
just
you're
to get
sleeping,
more
and
shit
then be
from
like,
you. But what does that mean? They need something.
And then they're clawing. They're doing that little. whether they alternately claw with
Yeah.
And then a second later they just get up and run off.
They make biscuits on you. That's what we used to call it. They make
biscuits.
And they put their little paws in your face.
Shut up.
That's what they do.
Biscuits.
They make biscuits.
They think you're a giant cat tit. And that's how they fucking nursed when they were little kittens. Making biscuits.
The difference between a cat and a dog, right? There's trouble at your front door. What does a dog do? He's right there with you. He wants to bite off a testicle. and a cat, what does it do? It runs and hides under a bed or something.
Nothing better than watching cats fucking up. Danny's playing a great
funny cat video.
Funny cats screwing up videos.
Mm-hmm.
One jumping right onto the rim of a bathtub and then falling in.
He was trying to get
Look
over
at this.
a cactus.
The cat going under the doors. That's just
That is
ridiculous.
amazing. Uncle Paul, cat with a baby. Cats are funny though when they screw up. Oops.
What's cuter than a kitten? Come on.
Kittens are very cute. And then a cat by a mirror that is just hunchbacked and going crazy. Real graceful.
Cat walking off the edge of a dresser, dummy.
You fell in a box.
Wow.
That's amazing. Jumped right
This
up to
is
the
cats
chandelier.
jumping.
Yeah, it's just
We're just
cats.
watching cats jump. And this person just threw the cat in the air and it clung to the ceiling with its little claws. There's a baby getting tackled by a cat.
I like the other one. I will. What did he say?
Oh, I will end you.
I will end you.
The guy screaming at his cats.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Roy in Chicago. Roy.
Yeah, I had a lady way back in the 70s when I was an intake worker, geriatric intake worker. She thought she was a nonprofit herself, but she wasn't. She was just going around the neighborhood picking up everybody else's cats.
Oh.
I counted up to 80 cats in one room. I would say to myself all the time, why is the floor moving? It was cats. So I basically counted everybody else.
Wait.
I couldn't believe it. I have a picture of it somewhere from 30 years ago. It was amazing. So
If you have a picture of a house that has 80 cats, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Send that one in.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out and get it to us, please.
So the neighbors would go there to look for their cats if they would disappear after about 2-3 days.
Right.
So she was just picking up cats around a 3-block, 4-block radius. It was just sort of pretty wild.
We're watching a video. Sorry to interrupt you, but there's a cat that gets thrown off a ceiling fan. There's another one where there's a little baby toying with the cat's tail, and he's fucking with this cat. And the cat kind of like jumps at him, but watch how the cat like kind of smacks around his face, but doesn't scratch his face.
Yeah, he smacked like the side of his head.
Because he knows that would be the death to him.
My cat would
Cats
never
are
scratch my face either. Like my cat would get annoyed at me, and whenever I put my hand to grab his stomach, his back claws would kind of just dig against
they
mine.
do that, yeah, that back leg thing.
But I would put my face in, and he would always just put his legs there, and then never scratch my face.
What were you doing, putting your face in there?
His stomach, just to see if he'd scratch
really?
my face. Yeah.
Looking for the little penis.
No.
Hey, the little wee-wee.
The little wee-wee.
No.
The little cat wee-wee.
I remember one time I think I was a young teenager, and I took my cat's head, and I put his cool nose against my asshole, and I farted on his nose. I feel bad about that, actually. It was like one of these.
You did.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Well,
She would have clawed your asshole, just pierced your ass with his little
If he would
cat claw.
scratched my vas deferens and I bled to death.
Let's go to Oklahoma. Going around the country in a half hour. This is cool. JR, what do you got?
Space Shuttle Endeavor is actually on the launch pad, scheduled for a Wednesday liftoff. But as they were fueling it, the fuel was leaking out, so the launch has been temporarily scrubbed.
Oops.
Why the fuck are we still launching space shuttles?
Yeah, 'cause we got nothing else.
But it's obvious that they're falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like an old car or something. They're just trying to duct tape the damn thing together. Until
Keep it
when?
running until they, supposedly...
What is it,
they're
2015?
Trying to find better launch vehicles.
Well, we did the story. I think around 2015 we're supposed to have a whole nother fleet of
That's so far in the future. We
spacecrafts.
should have Mars landers.
It's kind of depressing
People.
that the space shuttles are pretty much the same from when, we started in the 80s?
Yeah, they look the
mid-80s.
same. A lot of the inside stuff is
computerized and all
completely
that.
different, but yeah.
Like getting on a JetBlue flight and seeing all the flat panels.
Yeah.
Instead of all the gears and shifters and buttons and fucking whatever else is up there.
Yeah.
I like the old school cockpit when I get on a plane. I don't know why.
Are you looking to see a bunch of dials?
It just seems important, like there's a lot going on. When you get on a JetBlue flight, you take that peek to the left and you see nothing but just panels.
The glass cockpit, they call it, yeah, where
they're
it's just...
they're just touching screens to fly.
flat
I don't know
screens.
about that.
All virtual gauges and stuff like that.
No.
How do they not freeze
Pretty
up
nice.
like your computer does?
Thank you.
It could sometimes. They do have the backup actual instrumentation for the important things, the artificial
need to.
horizon and things
That's
like
good
that.
to know.
Gotta reboot the plane?
A lot of it, yeah. You gotta reboot the plane. Sorry, we're rebooting. My plane is running on fucking Windows Vista.
Right.
And, there's a little problem here.
Yeah. Dunk.
Dunk. I'm trying to Control Alt Delete. It's not working. Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete.
Sometimes we control things.
I'm out of control.
Hopefully it reboots before we hit the ground.
Yeah.
Some guy tried to be... What is this about? Todd in Rochester. Todd.
Yo, what's up, Owen?
The home of Brother Weeze, of course. What do you got, Todd?
Some guy just outside of Syracuse tried to be a mini Sully in a small plane and land in a river and ended up killing 2 of his passengers, and I think 1 person survived, but...
Oops.
I just read about the plane crash in the paper. It was in Mohawk?
Yeah. Just outside
help me out a little bit. I thought it was just a plane crash, but the guy was trying to land in some kind of body of water?
Yeah, it's a 30-foot deep river, and the guy tried to land in it, and 2 people died. I think 1 person actually lived, but it wasn't good.
And he got all excited, like, I'm the guy. I'm the
Here it
second
is.
Sully. This is national attention for me.
Another miraculous water landing where everyone survived. Oops.
Just showing that Sully thing was just amazing. Do you finally agree that it was amazing, Ant? Because when that whole thing went down, you were like,
Piece of cake. Should have done it. He should have done it upside down. No, obviously it's amazing. Yeah, and it really is. River landing. Jesus.
Just amazing that not 1 person was even seriously injured. That's what's really amazing.
Injured.
Why don't we go to break?
Alrighty.
Friday, we were very, very tired. We had a very, very fun and late Thursday night, and then we kind of coasted on Friday's show. Actually, we had a really good show Friday. I don't remember much of it.
Kevin Smith coming in.
Kevin, Patrice O'Neal, and then we had Hammer Time.
And then Hammer Time.
Didn't get good reviews.
What happened?
The reviews were bad on his reality show.
Oh, really?
But I
thought you meant our interview with him.
Oh, no.
I was going to say,
actually,
go fuck yourself, people.
No, the interview got some nice reviews.
Yeah.
People enjoyed the Hammer interview, but they're giving it a bad review for a show. But I guess that doesn't mean much in this day and age.
No, especially with reality shows.
They gave it like a 1.5, 2 stars.
Reality.
I didn't read the actual review. I was just looking at the stars and stuff because that's what you can do. It's easy that way. And when we get back, we got to do the Andrea Peyser thing.
Ugh.
Horrendous.
What a hen.
Really bad. What a hen. Yes.
Horrendous.
Shut up.
Just a hen.
We should try to get her on the phone.
No sense of humor.
She won't come on, right?
Nah, the columnists a lot of times don't like to come on the phone because they're blithering idiots, but they're very good in front of a typewriter.
Well, the Letterman
or
thing
computer
is...
in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Typewriter.
Exactly.
Ding.
Very good with a quill. Dipping ink, but...
The Letterman thing's not going away, and Andrea Peyser has a stupid fucking article on the whole thing
She takes
today.
it to the whole next level.
It's like, you can say what you want, but Palin is a powerful... She was a fucking vice presidential candidate. She's screaming and people are listening.
She has some juice.
Yeah.
What, are they going to fire Letterman over a dumb joke?
Fired Imus.
Yeah, but radio guys are scum.
Letterman, though.
We all
Yeah.
know that. Radio guys are scum. TV guys, not so scummy. Movie stars could do whatever the fuck they want because they're in some kind of character.
I don't think they'll fire Letterman. They'll be idiots if they fire Letterman.
No, he's kicking Conan's ass right now. But this is where I was going. We did Jimmy Fallon, and we got a little mopping up to do with the Jimmy Fallon. Sam went backstage with us at Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, right.
And he put together like 4 or 5 backstage.
Young boy.
With O&A on Jimmy Fallon. So we didn't play these Friday because we just didn't feel like it. So we're gonna, mix these in today on today's show. Here's the first one as we go to break.
And now, backstage with O&A. Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and we were lucky enough to follow O&A and go backstage with them as they made their first appearance on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. We found Anthony first exiting hair and makeup and found out how he was coping with all the excitement.
We're here at the Jimmy Fallon show, and Anthony, you just went through hair and makeup. How exciting was that?
Very exciting. Very exciting. I'm here in the dressing room now. My own, by the way, private dressing room. Wow. Have you noticed?
Yeah, there's just room for one person, and it's just for you.
Don't make it sound so small.
Well, I mean,
there's a couple of people in here. Keith is here.
I'm here.
Don't make it sound like I got a little dressing room. Like, what does Betty White have? I bet she's got a huge... Yeah.
I wouldn't go back to Betty White's dressing room.
It might just depress me.
Yeah. Now, you're going to be on a real live TV show.
Yeah.
How are your nerves? Are you nervous?
No. I always took Luke Wilson, by the way, once. Let me tell you a humorous anecdote. You're going to love this one. I call him Luke. Luke Wilson, the lesser known of the Wilson brothers, but the one that can kind of hold it together a little better, his success and fame, and not drift into drug overdosing. Good friend of mine, by the way. He told me that if I ever have nerves going on these big talk shows, to down a few beers. So I took his advice and then added a little more. Iggy Pop told me to boot heroin.
Okay.
So I do that too. And a little Coke to take the edge off of that. And a baby aspirin.
Well, I wish you wouldn't. That's drug synergy
from the whole thing.
I guess that's good then.
Yeah, see, everything works out perfectly.
While we were getting the scoop from Anthony, the glitz and glamour of TV land continued to shine as actor-comedian Jim Norton stopped by to wish the boys good luck.
Jimmy Norton just walked in.
I want to interrupt the big interview.
Look who I'm talking to, Jimmy. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
Jim Norton, this is an exciting environment. Are you ready to see Opie and Anthony on the Jimmy Fallon show?
I'm really happy for them. For me, it's old hat, but for these guys, it's kind of special, and you know what I mean. I'm just here to support the boys and tell them what not to do.
Anthony seems nervous. Do you remember back when you used to get nervous?
Yeah, I mean, when you first start doing the talk show circuit, you start getting frightened and stuff, but then you realize you're just gonna have fun with the host.
So what should I not do?
No N-bombs and don't say cunt, unless it's as an adverb.
Invaluable advice, Mr. Norton. Stay tuned as we continue to cover the O&A Jimmy Fallon adventure only on
Backstage with O&A.
Look at me. Look at me. Up here. Up here. What the fuck are you looking at? Don't fucking run away from me! I'll end you! Where'd you fucking go? You son of a bitch! Fuck! Don't fucking go in my closet!
Oh, Anthony, we're talking about Penthouse TV.
Oh, yeah.
And Penthouse HD. A higher standard for hardcore.
How hot is that, right?
Sounds really good. I want to check this out tonight. Pretty faces, dirty deeds. Penthouse TV is the only place to see beautiful models, amateurs, and one fat mess. No?
Isn't that No.
They stay away from the fat messes?
No, and world-famous Penthouse Pets.
Oh, nice.
In the hottest unedited adult action, by the way.
What kind of adult action you think?
I'm sure it's hot.
You think they're licking butts?
You know what's something there? Amateurs. It's the only place where the word amateur is a good thing. Like,
absolutely.
Amateurs. Oh, when it comes to, like, seeing nudity, stuff like that, you want to see some amateur action.
You want to listen to professional broadcasters like Opie and Anthony. You don't want to listen to amateur broadcasters.
No.
But when it comes to porn, it's all about amateurs. You're right.
Some people like the amateurs.
Right. Why do you want the polished,
Like that girl next door look.
I was about to say, why would you want the polished? Then I'm thinking, well, Penthouse TV has some of that too.
Well, yeah, they do.
I guess we're talking about the amateurs more than anything because that's one of my favorites.
I love it.
But they got the models and they got the polished porn stars as well doing their thing. Look for Penthouse TV on your local channel guide or in your video on demand menu. Also look for Penthouse HD on demand for hardcore adult movies in glorious high definition.
That's what you want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy. Order with your remote in the comfort of your home. No one's going to know. Penthouse TV and Penthouse HD, a higher standard for hardcore. Call your local cable operator or satellite provider for availability. It's Penthouse TV and Penthouse HD.
He buries it. Outside jumper by Kobe. Good on a three. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Three in the air. Three in the basket. And that will do it. Game, set, match.
The 2009 NBA Finals, captured for you on SiriusXM.
Live NBA Finals action continues this week on SiriusXM, the only place on radio where you'll hear hometown broadcasts for the Lakers, Magic, and the national radio call. SiriusXM Radio.
Oceans of hair would come off him. His hair was falling out in clumps, and I would keep him sedated enough that he wasn't in agony. If you have a dog, you need to take the responsibility. Just looking in his eyes was like, what's wrong with me?
Vet suggested that it might be a dietary problem.
I went on the internet and I started searching.
I think it said stop dog shedding.
And I found Dinovite. DINOVITE.com. I talked to Ed for probably 25 minutes.
There's flaxseed oil, the seaweed, the kelp, the digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
The product is probably 90% the reason that he is 99.9% better than he ever was.
Very, very quickly, her fur started growing back.
Within 2 weeks, the shedding slowed down to almost none.
As soon as I open a new canister of it, I order another one. I know that there's got to be lots of other people out there that were as desperate as I was.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
I've got a hunger for you.
Hunger for you, baby.
Searching for the perfect Father's Day gift? Order Carson's. Mouth-watering ribs guaranteed to please the most demanding dad. Ready to heat and serve signature dishes delivered right to his door.
Deliver to me, baby.
Just call 800-GET-RIBS or go to ribs.com.
I love you, baby.
Carson's is America's premier barbecue restaurant, famous for baby back ribs and absolutely awesome homemade side dishes. There are many feasts to choose from. What are you waiting for? Get Dad something he'll truly enjoy. Go to ribs.com.
There's no better time.
Use promo code SAUCE, and they'll include a free pint of Carson's signature barbecue sauce. Call 800-GET-RIBS or go to ribs.com. That's ribs.com.
That's Carson's, baby.
Don't buy into one of the worst ideas ever. The stay-at-home vacation. The so-called staycation. You can't afford to stay home this summer, because now through Tuesday, only on Bookit.com, you can book it to an all-inclusive beach resort in Mexico, the Caribbean, or Costa Rica for just $69. It's the Bookit.com 6-day, $69 all-inclusive sale. Beachfront all-inclusives for just $69. And there's more. Flight credits, kids stay free, and free upgrades. So, don't even think about taking a staycation. Not when you can book it to an all-inclusive beach resort for just $69. But remember, the Bookit.com 6-day, $69 all-inclusive sale ends tomorrow night. So you better book it to Bookit.com.
Good news for uninsured Americans. Now, a national family health care plan for under $3 a day. Everyone is accepted regardless of age, medical history, income, or residency. Save up to 60% on doctors, hospitals, dental, RX, and more. Almost 1 million providers nationwide. But there is a daily limit of 600 registrations. Call now for a free 30-day trial. 800-917-8401. Now everyone can afford quality health care. Call 800-917-8401. That's 800-917-8401.
The virus is an XL channel which may contain explicit language. Channel blocking is available by calling 1-800-XM-RADIO or in XM Canada, 877-438-9677.
You ready? Hey, this is Jim Norton. My final New Jersey show is now on sale. The show is Saturday, September 26th at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair, New Jersey. Tickets are on sale at tickets.com or wellmonttheater.com. But you have to spell theater, T-R-E at the end, like the old English way. That's in Montclair, New Jersey, Saturday, September 26th. And go to tickets.com or wellmonttheater.com. Thanks.
Call Opie and Anthony right now. 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969.
Do you know what? Hey, shut up and let us enjoy our laugh at your expense.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
You would do much better if you kept that mouth shut of yours.
Cell phone and PDA users. Could you shut the fuck up? Send your comments to feedback@opieandanthony.com.
I find this so incredibly offensive.
There have always been complaints about entertainment pushing the limits of taste. When do you cross the line? Cross the line.
Somebody stop him!
From the Opie and Anthony Show, ladies and gentlemen, here they are. Opie and Anthony.
The Virus, Sirius 197 and Spin 202.
Sounds like my yard.
What?
I'm constantly playing Alice in Chains.
Unplugged.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not familiar with Alice in Chains.
Oh, so Jimmy, get unplugged. Start there.
Sounds like you're insulting me.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, get unplugged.
There. Start there, you're a retard.
Get unplugged.
Oh,
man.
get unplugged.
Alice in Chains.
What's wrong with you, man?
Still rule.
You're plugged in.
I want to see the new incarnation, even though it's,
No,
you can't really call it Alice in
done.
Chains without Lane.
I'm done.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Although Jerry Cantrell wasn't,
no slouch himself.
No, he was fine.
Was Cantrell he's a guitarist, right?
He did a lot of the harmonizing with backup vocals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met him at the Gene Simmons roast, but I kind of knew who he was, but I wouldn't have recognized
very,
him.
very talented guy, Jim.
Yeah.
Extremely talented, that Jerry Cantrell. Opie and Anthony. I heard Letterman coming back in, and he's in trouble still.
Oh, that's Sarah Palin thingy.
She's loving the attention. She's all about getting attention for herself. For what reason, I don't know, because she doesn't have a shot at being our president ever.
No.
Ever.
She's put in that category of people that have been, they were vice presidential candidates or even presidential candidates, and they kind of stumble during the campaign, and everybody piled on. And then they have that stigma for the rest of their political career of being that person. I mean, a prime example is somebody like Michael Dukakis.
Oh, my God.
Now, Michael Dukakis was ripped apart by, I believe, the elder Bush when he was running for president. And it was, you cannot get the image of him with that giant tank helmet on. Bobblehead fucking Dukakis. And he thought it was going to be this picture of, here's Michael Dukakis in a tank, and it's going to show him as powerful. And look, you don't be afraid. He's going to be in a tank.
Because they were worried that he wasn't a powerful guy and that he wouldn't take care of foreign business. So they're like, all right, we'll do a little photo op. We'll show them.
The Bush campaign took it. That's how bad it looked.
And ran with it.
And they showed him actually in the tank. It was a video, not so much a still picture. And his head was going like, like bobbling. And he never lived that down.
And Kitty was what, drinking?
And Kitty's drinking.
Rubbing alcohol or whatever the fuck she can
Listerine
find.
and fucking Raid.
She's got a hose to her mouth into the fucking gas tank of the tank.
Yeah, just amazing.
And Palin's not I don't think she's a bad lady. I think she's way too conservative, and she was wrong for the country, but she's got a reputation as being like this awful woman, and she's fine.
I don't even think she could be the leader of broads, to be honest with you.
No, she's way too conservative.
She's, whatever. But she's getting a lot more attention because of this Letterman joke, which was just a joke. And I think Letterman explained himself, and that's where it should end. But for some reason in our society, no, because it is way more important than all the other horse shit that's going on in this country.
That's stupid.
Yeah. America can't afford that risk. That's why we didn't vote Dukakis. It says America can't afford that risk.
Wow, he really does look stupid.
Oh, this is the Bush ad?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now it makes sense. It should have been just a joke. Should have got the explanation from Letterman, and that should be it. But for some reason, this day and age, that's never it. They keep going and going and going until they destroy your livelihood.
Yeah.
And then in the end, nothing gets accomplished, by the way. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We just go back to making our jokes as human beings.
Yeah. I mean, what did he say that was really horrible? He talked about her, what were there, date rape, a joke that he did?
Well, you know, A-Rod got her pregnant during the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
Keep your daughter away from Elliot Spitzer.
Yep.
And, you know, Letterman was just going with the whole thing. Oh, Sarah Palin's in New York. Let's do some Sarah Palin jokes.
Right.
He wasn't paying attention to which daughter was in town, and that's what they're trying to focus on. They're insisting that he was making a joke about a 14-year-old. Do you honestly think David Letterman would go on his show and make a sex joke about a 14-year-old? Absolutely fucking not.
I can tell you for a fact
Absolutely
he wouldn't.
Not.
I just did the show, and one of my jokes was, I'll tell you what, I went through it on Letterman recently.
This is for real, right, Jimmy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go through standards and practices, and Eddie Brill's a buddy of mine who's a comedian. He tells you kind of like what Dave likes, what he doesn't. So one of the jokes I had was, I forget how it went, my girlfriend's really liberal, which I guess is normal when you're in high school. So Eddie came back and he goes, yeah, the high school thing, they're just a little concerned. It could be misinterpreted as being an underage girl. And I was kind of annoyed, but it's like, I got it, CBS. So I came back and I go, well, how about 18? So I changed, that's how I ultimately did the joke. I'm like, a girl who's, that's normal when you're 18. And he goes, okay, fine. He comes back. He goes, look, they're a little, they still think it's like a teenager. I'm like, look, dude, it's like
God.
18
But
is
this is
the
how
age
they
of
are over
consent in every state of the union. And he went back to them and they were like, okay, fine. They didn't break my balls about it. But I mean, that's how concerned they were with doing anything that could be misinterpreted as like, I want a fucking underage girl joke.
They would never do that.
They just
with a 14-year-old. They would never let that through.
Nah, because he even said Dave doesn't like that stuff. Like, and this is off the record. He was just telling me this. He's like, nah, Dave hates that stuff.
He was so plain with the fact that the daughter got knocked up.
Yeah.
He wasn't even talking about the 14-year-old.
Yeah.
So why don't we start there, you idiots out there?
Yeah.
Including Sarah Palin. You're supposedly smart enough.
Yeah.
You know. Why don't you do a little research on Letterman? You'll see that he's not a fan of the underage jokes to begin with.
More knee-jerk
But
bullshit.
anyway, it leads to today, and now we go after Andrea Peyser. She, what paper does she write for, Ant?
Oh,
New York
Christ.
Post.
It's the Post.
Yeah.
And she's just, you got to read every single word of this article.
By the way,
This
sometimes
is
Peyser is
ridiculous.
okay. Like I go back and forth with her. Like sometimes I like her, and other times I want to cut her feet off.
Well, this one, I don't like her. When I read this, right from the first little paragraph, I thought, all right, this woman has no idea what the fuck she's talking about when it comes to this stuff. Do a little research. Andrea Peyser, the headline, sick of the late hate show with Conan and Dave. That's the whole
So all of a
thing.
sudden, because of one, well, she's going to give you an example of a Conan joke and an example of a Letterman joke. All of a sudden, it's a hate show?
Yeah,
really?
they're
that's a
hate
big
shows.
That's a big jump right there.
Yeah, I know.
If someone, quote, slips...
Hate.
How does it go from slipping with a joke in some people's opinion to now your whole show is about hate? That's ridiculous.
Hate
You should be
and,
fired for misrepresenting these late night talk shows.
Well, it rhymes.
Hate
That's
and
all it is.
racism. No, hate and
and late.
racism are used much too much.
Oh, yeah.
In circumstances where they just are not even relevant. But, hate, the late hate show with Conan and Dave. And then Andrea writes, Johnny Carson is rolling over in his grave.
Probably get another drink.
Even the late Lenny Bruce is having a fit.
What?
Right
Lenny
there.
Bruce is
Lenny
having a
Bruce?
fit? The guy that was all about pushing the envelope?
Let me give you a little bit of a.
Are you kidding me?
I'll give you a little bit of a thing on what this article is about. She doesn't like the fact that women are being victimized in humor these days, and that she sees it as white women especially are the last holdout of people that you can joke about with impunity. Not true. Not true. If you're a white guy,
look at TV commercials.
If
It's
you're
all
just
about making
white
fun of the
guy,
white male.
you're a fucking moron. You can't do anything right without your intelligent wife or your black banker helping you out. You're just a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got that wrong. But the whole thing, if you remember Johnny Carson, She's thinking of what? The little animals on Johnny's head, and oh, that's fun. Oh, look at that. He's doing a little bit or something. He's doing Karnak. How about the Mighty Carson art players, where he wheeled out, what was her name?
You said it to me.
Yeah,
the big-titted monster.
That
the big blonde.
Carol Wayne.
Carol Wayne.
Carol Wayne was part of the Mighty Carson art players.
Look up images of Carol Wayne.
And she came out, and Johnny was like this, he'd play kind of this shyster sales guy.
Oh, right.
And he'd have like a pointer and stuff, and everything he said was a monster tit joke on this woman. Mm-hmm. Carol Wayne.
That was the only reason she was famous in Hollywood, and the only reason she was on fucking Carson.
And the second she'd talk, because she would say something, and he'd pretty much go, "No, shut up.
Right.
Just keep your mouth shut."
Right.
Did anyone hear her?
Right.
You know, it was all about degrading this woman.
Yeah, so why would Carson be
based on her
rolling
tits?
Why would he be rolling over in his grave? He did way worse than Letterman ever did.
Yes.
Way worse. On a regular basis.
But she's like, Johnny Carson's rolling over in his grave. What, to get a better look?
Right.
It's not, she has no idea what Carson did. She's looking back at Carson with the rose-colored glasses on, my friend. And Lenny Bruce, stop it.
Lenny Bruce took
He's
on.
having a fit? Sorry, I don't think so. Lenny Bruce would have been all for anything being said.
If Lenny Bruce was alive, he'd be like, thank God we could still make fun of something.
Yeah.
He was all about just making fun of everything.
Yeah.
But he was like, all right, all these guys are off limits. Well, I'll still be making fun of women.
If Lenny Bruce
and
was,
white males, what the fuck?
If Lenny Bruce was alive, the type of comedy he did, he'd still be saying nigger. He'd be saying cunt. He'd be saying everything you're not supposed to be saying.
Right. And
not to be hateful, but he was one of the first guys to say you remove the power from those words when you're using them and you're making fun of them.
Which I totally agree with.
And he'd probably be wondering why in this day and age it's still going on.
He would have wanted to spit in Sarah Palin's face, and he would have loved Letterman's jokes. But what's he talking about?
We put so much power into these words. Mm-hmm. It's so obvious. So obvious.
Yeah.
At this point, just let the word fuck everywhere. What is the big deal with the word
The children.
fuck?
The children.
The
children. It's always about the children.
You're not really around children these days, Ant. No. They say fuck.
I know. They love the
Everybody says fuck.
Yeah. Uncle Paul. And then, so the first paragraph there it's sentence. It's really annoying.
Can I slow you down again, Ant? Is it true that Carson also punched his wife?
Well, there
According
were
to cigars and scotch?
There were allegations of domestic
unrest
in the Carson house.
But
he was married and divorced many times, and he did make a lot of divorce jokes, and they were not very pleasant as far as his wives went.
Yeah. But focusing just on his show, he pretty much, looked at women like they were second-class citizens on his own show.
Yeah. Even sex objects.
Even his Hollywood guests, like Raquel Welch, can I pet your pussy or whatever the fuck he did?
I think that was urban legend, but
really?
Yeah, I don't think it was ever said. If you would you like to pet my pussy if you move the cat?
Right.
But
he would have said
never
that.
would have. Yeah, that's urban legend.
I'll look that up.
It's urban legend. Go to Snopes. They'll fucking fill you in.
Sorry about that.
So she says that, and then it's like, well, we were watching David Letterman, a bitter guy who never saw a woman or a Republican he could stand, trashing Sarah Palin's 14-year-old daughter by joking that she was date raped by Alex Rodriguez and stalked by Elliot Spitzer. You may have missed the memo.
Hold on, he didn't say. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He didn't say date raped.
Of course,
he said knocked up, and he was talking about the 18-year-old who was pregnant, and he said knocked up. So
she's elaborating.
Which, by the way, the guy who said the joke explained what he meant by his joke. You idiot!
I've done the show. You can't do. If he pedophile jokes on his show, he hates them.
And if he mentioned the young daughter by name, then you got a point there, Andrea Peyser. But he explained exactly what he meant by his joke, and the history of his show proves otherwise as well, because he didn't allow little Jimmy Norton to do his underage joke.
They say he just doesn't like them.
And all that would have taken was a little research on your part, you dopey reporter.
Yeah, it's just lazy.
And she's got to give this dig on Conan, which is ridiculous. His struggling brother up the dial, Conan O'Brien. It's like,
first of all, they're not brothers.
The guy, well, I think brother in
late night talk shows.
Yeah, she didn't mean literally.
But no, I understand that. But they're fierce enemies. They wouldn't consider themselves, brothers in any form of the word.
I think she's just trying to say like they're brothers in the late night war thing. But
whatever.
The whole thing is struggling. Is like the guy just started in the slot. Maybe give him a little time to see if he's struggling. He's just doing a show, struggling. So because she's got to say that. On Thursday night was having a blast, slurring women and Jews, two groups that may constitute the last permissible sick comedy staples. Here's Conan, and then she gives the example of Conan's joke. Political experts say that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to endorse what he calls a two-state solution for Israelis and Palestinians to live side by side, but have no contact. Netanyahu said, "It will be exactly like being married to a Jewish woman, but-bump," she puts, but-bump. Live side by side, but have no contact, just like married with a Jewish woman. All right, that's the joke. In my house, I rolled my eyes with disgust. But my husband, who happens to be married to a Jewish woman, shouted at the television and started to change the channel.
He probably yelled, "Good point, Conan." What did he shout, lady?
Shouted at the television, "Good point," and then went to the History Channel.
They never suck your cock anymore, Conan.
Conan seemed to realize he'd blown it. He preferred, I don't even know what word that is, pointing to the one convenient, identifiable Jew in his staff, the band leader Max Weinberg, and said, "That's the first joke written by Max Weinberg." The band leader grinned stupidly and put his thumb in the air.
What'd you want him to do? Boo? You dummy?
Yeah.
And to say that Jews are victims, let's be honest here. Jewish people are not victims in show business. You can't say that they're abused or mistreated because somebody makes a joke about staying married to a Jewish. Stop it.
Yeah. Stop it. It's based on a stereotype. It's been around for years. It's a joke. Take it as such.
The only thing I'll agree with her on is, would someone, and this is any host late night, any of them, would they have made a joke about a stereotype about a black woman? Never.
She goes into that.
Never.
It goes without saying that if you change the races, make a joke about African-American women or Latinas, you'd be groveling to Al Sharpton's feet before the show ends. I'll agree with her there that happens. I don't agree it should, that's for sure. But women, specifically white women, make up the last group that one may freely stereotype to get a cheap laugh. I don't believe that.
No, I don't either.
I think, again, white men are really fucking just fair game to be portrayed as dummies. In marriage, they're portrayed as the weak, stupid guy that just brings home the money, doesn't know how to do anything. The wife's got to help him out, put his fucking clothes on, feed him, and shove him out the door to the retard bus. Not surprisingly, the left has been notoriously silent on the issue. Where are the marches, the boycotts? The National Organization for Women did elect Letterman into its Media Hall of Shame. How scary. Well, what are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? Put him in TV jail? Letterman replied that he thought he was joking about the sex life of Palin's 18-year-old daughter, not the 14-year-old one. He thought he was joking? No, you don't say, "I thought I was joking about that." You were joking about that. Right. How would you say, "I thought I was," but mistakenly I would? Right. No. The 18-year-old one was the one that got pregnant, right?
Yes.
All right, so he was joking about the 18-year-old, dummy.
Makes for a better joke if you're referencing something that happened.
Right. What happened to the 14-year-old? Nothing. So he's not fucking talking about her.
Right.
Christ.
Stupid. It's so obvious to me. Why?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to spin this another way?
There's no way he's talking about the 14-year-old because the 14-year-old wasn't involved in this stuff. The 18-year-old was out of wedlock, pregnant.
When you make a joke, you try to reference something.
Yeah.
Right?
I love this part, though. In 2006, I attended and then it's in quotation marks, comedy fundraiser at Town Hall.
What does that mean? That means there wasn't comedy there?
Right. She said the word comedy was in the fundraiser thing, but as far as she's concerned.
So you find other things funny and not what you saw that night.
Comedy fundraiser at Town Hall to raise money for homeless women, at which alleged funny man Louis C.K. Now, you know something?
Who alleges it?
I don't care who the fuck you are. Louis C.K. is funny. You might not find his comedy to be your cup of tea, lady.
But he's proven his funny.
He's proven he's a funny
funniness.
guy. The guy is hysterically
He's proven
funny.
his worth in funny.
He's clever. He's funny, creative. There's no denying it.
Just look at his resume. He's been involved with a lot of funny things.
Yeah. And this dumb bitch is complaining about white women and Jewish women being stereotyped, and all she's doing is coming off like a fucking prude.
Yeah.
Like a stick-in-the-mud prude who can't take a joke, who wants to be heard. It's like you have a column in the New York Post. How badly, like, what else do you need to be heard?
Yeah.
You need protests? You don't want women made fun of? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I bet she laughs her ass when Whoopi Goldberg goes off on fucking, George Bush when she was doing that, or, she's laughing her ass off, no matter how tasteless the joke is. But, because that's another woman, and yuck, when that friggin' frying pan faced, what's her name, Cho.
Margaret
Cho starts fucking going off on her shit. I bet she thinks it's hysterical.
See, I don't think Margaret Cho is funny, but others find her
love her.
Right, so I'm not gonna put her in quotations.
Yeah. Quotations.
Right, you're right. She's not a quote-unquote comedian. She's a comedian.
Yeah. She's a comedian that I don't find funny, but many, many people do, to the point where she's making a very good career.
She doesn't do a quote-unquote comedy act.
Comedy.
No, it really is a comedy act.
It really is. It's just not something you like.
Right. Do you question if someone gets a bad blowjob, did they get a quote-unquote blowjob? No, they get a blowjob that wasn't good.
Right.
So don't say, there's no allegations of Louis being a funny man, or it's not an alleged comedy show.
It was a comedy show.
Yeah.
She should have said, in 2006, I attended a comedy fundraiser at Town Hall that I did not find funny. I personally did not find funny.
Right.
That's fine.
But she wants the whole world to find it not funny, because she doesn't find it funny.
I attended a comedy fundraiser with alleged funny man Louis C.K. No, funny man. You don't find him funny because you're a prude. Louis C.K. joked about decimating his stupid 4-year-old daughter by bashing her head in.
Good.
God damn, who does that? Louis, it's great.
Louis honest about the annoyance you get at your kids. I don't have kids, but he's like, all parents feel it, and he's just fucking brutally honest about it.
And he's a fantastic father.
Thank
he's not
you.
bashing his kid's head in, because he's picking his kid up at school, he's dropping her off, he's doing things. I mean,
he's made it very obvious that he just loves his kids to death.
Yeah.
He has stopped comedy routines that he was doing on the phone. Maybe they're not routines, but just being funny on the phone because his kid needed something.
Yeah, immediately. But she doesn't know that. It's alleged funny man.
Why would you do research on the person you're trashing in your article, you dope?
And then she goes, comic Patrice O'Neal gave men lessons about improving their orgasms by paralyzing their partners while in the act.
What year is this, by the way, this fundraiser?
3 years ago.
2006, yeah.
And now she's referencing it.
Yeah.
Like that's you have to reach back 3 years to find other things about girls you didn't like, you fucking prude.
Yeah, she put this in her file, just waiting to use it someday.
What a terrible fuck she must be.
She probably has files on everything, waiting to reference them.
Here's the horrible part. And this was a fundraiser for homeless women, many of them victims of domestic violence. By comedians?
So how about this?
So.
Louis and Patrice both make a lot of money. Both gave their time and brought their art to help these women. And what you do is you get in and you analyze a piece of the art that you didn't like, you dumb fucking broad.
Yeah.
You dumb... if Stephen King had come and done a speech and raised money for domestic violence or whatever it was, or say children who have been injured, would she go back and analyze that it had murdered children in it?
Murdered children.
Of course not.
Right.
That was wonderful of them. But once again, fucking comics, people have to analyze everything we say as, oh, that was inappropriate. That was fine. That was inappropriate. Fuck you, lady.
Yeah, you were looked at in comedy. You are looked at like whatever the fuck you're saying is your real, honest, personal feeling on the subject instead of it being comedy. Like you said, Stephen King has written books about, I don't know how many friggin' stories he has with dead kids in it. You know? Look at Pet Sematary.
Right.
Kid just gets plowed over by a tractor trailer. It's fantastic. And, where's the outrage? Oh, my God, he's obviously hates children. And
right.
No. But a comedian does something about, bashing his 4-year-old daughter's head in because she's being annoying. It's a joke. He's not literally taking his daughter's head and bashing it in.
And he's not saying, hey, all kidding aside, the way to deal with this is to bash your daughter's head in.
Right.
And everyone knows that. But for some reason, people feel safe being and empowered when they object to humor. I don't fucking understand it. And you can never give into it. You have to just, like a woman like this, just attack her verbally.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's war on white women. Only this one is being fought with water.
Where's the war?
There's no war on white women.
What are you talking about?
She's
I'm fighting it with my cock.
Mind. Yeah, that's where the war is.
Yeah, that's what Letterman was thinking. We're at war, so, I got this little ditty. He made a million jokes that night.
It's war on white women.
Attention.
Only this one is being fought with water balloons and whoopee cushions. Being the, comedians are doing it.
Be more funny.
Who's using water balloons and whoopee cushions?
And that, by the way, is why.
Oh, it's war on women. That's who's using it. Jesus, give me a break. Wielded by men who think statutory rape and racial slurs are funny. I'm not laughing.
Who cares if you? And she's right. I do think both of those things have humor value. They're not funny. Here's what she doesn't get: statutory rape, you dumb broad, is not funny. Most racial stereotypes aren't funny. That's the beauty of making people laugh at them.
Yeah.
You fucking dumb broad.
The talent in making people laugh. Oh, here, poor little Gage. Oh, get your kite string, Gage. That's fantastic. Little
They really
Gage
run Gage over for this?
Oh, hell yeah. They really ran over a little kid.
No,
Look at his little bloody shoe.
No. Holy
it's fantastic.
Shit. They wouldn't do that these days.
Not fair. Not fair. Little Gage is a creep.
Never seen the movie.
Really?
It's a creepy
The
movie.
book was fucking horrifying. And there's a great part in the book where King's at the wake, and he was just talking about if one more person comes up to him and talks about how at least he didn't suffer, he said, I'm going to scream.
Yeah,
One more person says that to me. I forget how he wrote it, but he's so good.
Right. Let's go to the phones because everyone has an opinion on what Ant was reading today. David in North Carolina, we start with you. You want to stick up for who?
Yeah, I want to stick up for Palin. I don't agree with the way she's going about this, and I certainly don't agree that somebody should lose their job over it, obviously, because I'm an O&A fan.
Right.
But at the same time, this isn't like a one-time incident. I'm sure she would have let it go if it was.
No, but
they have been pounding her for months.
But the thing is, when you get a candidate do you think, look up how many late-night talk show hosts have goofed about George W. Bush and how stupid he is and everything else during his administration when he was president of the United States. It opens, when you enter the political forum, and especially when you're running for an office as high as Vice President of the United States, the talk show hosts are going to pummel you on whatever you put out there. And if you're this conservative Republican, and your daughter gets fucking knocked up out of wedlock, they are going to fucking jump on it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, I mean, just the constant pounding. She's not a Washington regular. She's a governor in Alaska.
Doesn't matter. She put her face in there. She put her foot in the old ring to become vice president. And now that she's done and got back, Geraldine Ferrara, she went through the same shit with her fucking husband. What did he go to jail for that?
There was some tax issues.
There was some tax issues. I mean, that whole thing happened. The first George Bush and his old bag-looking wife. I mean, you could go back and look at stuff that had happened with any president.
Clinton and the cigar?
Yeah, Clinton, the whole sex thing with the cigar, Monica Lewinsky. I mean, how many fucking instances was that brought up? At night after night for years that went on.
Yeah, aren't you tired of it? Just seems like
might be tired of it.
thing after thing, incident after incident. But any time a conservative, especially a conservative woman, says something, oh, it's open season, man.
You're right about
tear her apart.
You're right about one thing, in the sense that I don't know if it's a conservative woman, but it is much safer, and this is across all forms of entertainment, to attack a conservative or a conservative woman than it is to attack a liberal or a liberal woman or a black woman, because the liberals, who are a lot of times kind of involved in the media, and the more vocal ones, will not attack you for attacking conservatives.
Exactly.
But that doesn't make it right. Just because liberals are very phony about where their outrage comes, it doesn't make it right.
There's another reason, though, that the conservatives are the butt of a lot of the jokes and the liberals aren't, is conservatives, just by nature, open themselves up to hypocrisy because of their stance and their platform.
Yeah, it's true.
It's this whole wholesome family values, things like that. So then when something happens and they trip over their own dicks, or one of their kids gets pregnant out of wedlock, it makes them look like a hypocrite, and that is fuel, man. That's fuel right there.
Yep.
There's a couple things going on.
A liberal could just say, oh, hey, this, fuck it. I got a gay daughter. I did this. My daughter got knocked up. Who cares? But they're going to be, they're a liberal. They, probably taught that way of life in their family. The conservatives, though, they got to walk that line. The second they teeter from it, it's joke time.
There's a couple things going on. What's that website, Danny? It's called Fire David Letterman.
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
There's a website called Fire David Letterman. What?
That's stupid there. Nobody should be losing their job over
Right.
this.
All right, well, I appreciate you at least
according
saying that.
to this guy, Michael Patrick Leahy, he should be fired.
Hey.
And there's a sample letter that you could cut and paste that, shows your outrage.
Well,
and
we're not
nice
Nice how he stole the Drudge format for his website.
No kidding. It's firedavidletterman.com.
Listen to the opening paragraph of this letter, though.
I encourage the listeners that don't agree with the firing of David Letterman or the attempt at that to go there and state your opinion. Yes, Danny.
It says, Dear Late Show advertisers, as an advertiser on the David Letterman Show, you endorse his point of view. I am appalled that your company supports the rape of young girls.
But it's just like
motherfuckers.
But it's great that to be honest with you, I'm glad that this idiot worded it that way, because that is so obviously no advertiser, even if they're a little nervous, thinks that Letterman supported the rape of a young. It's like right there. He's just wrecking his fucking case.
And they're attempting to have a rally this Tuesday outside the Ed Sullivan Theater.
You know what else?
How many of our listeners can we get together for Dave?
An advertiser doesn't necessarily agree with what the person is saying on a show they're advertising on. They are getting an audience that they are targeting for their product. It doesn't necessarily mean they agree with everything. Where did that fucking come from?
That started a while ago. So, and they're attempting a rally, so there'll be some people out there tomorrow. That's for sure.
Who's Michael Patrick Leahy?
Her name sounds familiar.
Oh, look at him.
Some author, apparently. I've never heard of him before.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah,
he's trying to sell some books. Okay, very
and
good.
then he has his books there. Great, that's wonderful.
Can we get? Is it possible to get him on the?
Let me say hi to David in Kansas City. David.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Talking about what you used to be able to get away with on TV.
Yep.
Now, this is going to make me sound like a real hillbilly. RFD channel, where Imus is at, has hee-haw on.
Of course.
And they were out in the cornfield the other day, and big old fat Lulu asked Junior Samples. She said, "Tell me something nice." She said, for a great big fat girl, you don't sweat very much.
Yeah. Oh, that hee-haw.
That's pretty funny, though. Great big fat girl, you don't sweat very much.
That rules. Let's go to Jared in Boston. Jared.
Hey, she mentioned she was watching Conan with her husband, right? Is there anything in the article mentioning that he was yelling at the TV while fucking her through a sheet?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
See, those are the type of hate-filled jokes that...
I love them.
This is a great observation from Mark in Connecticut. Mark, he picked up on something that you read in that article there, Ant. Mark.
Hey there, Mac.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Peyser,
yeah,
is quote unquote cunt. She's saying that Conan, that Max that she saw him react to his joke, that he was ashamed of his own joke.
Yeah, let me help you out. Your phone's crapping out, and basically Mark pointed out that she said the husband turned the channel after that Conan joke.
Was about to.
Yeah, she
Does it say about to? I thought it said he changed the channel.
I think he started to change the channel. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay. Because Mark is pointing out, then how would Peyser know, how Conan handled the joke that didn't go so well?
Started to change the channel. How do you start to change the channel?
You either change the channel or you don't.
It's not like, what do they have, an old TV? You got to get up and tick.
How do you start to change?
Do you see how her husband did the right thing? He heard something he didn't like.
Yes.
And he went to change the channel. Nah, I don't go for that. And he turned. That's all you do. And what happened?
True.
This fucking nudge, this prude. No, leave it. So she could feel victimized, so she'd have something to write about. What bullshit.
And just to go with your point, if enough people change the channel, show goes away because it's not getting the ratings, and then the problem is solved.
Right.
You shouldn't be trying to solve the problem yourself if there's other people that are enjoying that type of entertainment, you dummy. And that's all we should be worried about. You don't like something, turn off the fucking radio station, change the channel, and if enough people do that, the problem will go away because they're not getting the ratings for the advertisers and the money.
But you are right, as far as the conservatives do kind of set themselves up for certain type of jokes and criticism because they paint themselves as the moral crusaders.
Right.
Cheney has a lesbian daughter, and
it's such a liability.
Repulsive stance they take on gay marriage, and
Cheney's a joke too because now he's like basically saying he's for the whole gay marriage thing now that he's not in office anymore. Fucking, it's all bullshit. Dennis, South Carolina, what's going on?
Hey guys, I hate to say this, but if they're gonna fire Imus and everybody else, I say let's keep it consistent and go after Letterman.
Hell, fucking no, we got to stop the firings.
Yeah, just because it was wrong to fire Imus doesn't mean, I hate to say two wrongs make a right, but you can't fire Letterman and keep the same asshole behavior going.
We got to stop the asshole behavior. That's way more important than being consistent.
The guy earlier kind of made a good remark on, I think it's personal with Palin because she's a threat. And, I mean, I saw a report the other day where, and this is after the election, there was 92 jokes about her on Letterman. This is after the election. So, I mean, it's just personal.
It's not personal. She's an easy target. She gave a lot of comedy fodder.
An easy target.
And maybe Letterman does hate her and wants to go after her, but he has the right to do that as the host of his own show.
But he's not worried about her as being a player in the Republican Party as we move forward.
I think he is. I mean, she's a major player. I mean, but I have not seen anyone fire up the nation the way she did.
She's
really
not a major player.
Did she really fire up the nation when you really think about it now?
Yes, after the what is it well now I can't think of the word.
She's not a major player. She wasn't even asked to speak at this thing recently, with some big Republican event she didn't speak at. McCain wouldn't talk about endorsing her if she was going to run. They asked him recently. He's like, well, whoever the best candidate is.
Yeah,
she's not a major threat, man. She was brought in for the wrong reasons to counterbalance the women who were not going to get Hillary as their candidate. That's all it was.
And if you've been watching late night talk shows, every once in a while somebody comes along that is great comedy fodder for a long time to come.
Yeah.
And that's all you think about when you're trying to get the laughs out there.
Yeah, the convention is what I was trying to think of. After that,
there's so much to joke about with Palin. It's amazing.
Yeah, she's not a threat. I don't think Letterman sees her as a threat because no one else is really talking about her. So even if it is personal and he doesn't like her, so what? He's allowed to do that. He's the host.
Hell yeah.
He's Letterman.
But, I mean, I know conservatives set themselves up for that, but I mean, that's life. Everybody's got families. Everybody has daughters, sons. I mean, you can't keep your entire family on a lead.
No, you're right. You're right. But they do use their families to their advantage, too. You have to realize that if you have a family that's doing this and that, they cart their families out there because it helps them get the vote. It helps with the image. So, their families should also be fodder to be made fun of, too.
Yeah. All right, thanks, guys.
And you know what? Anthony is a Republican, so and
a queer.
Right.
And I hear your buddy. Well, I want to see if this is true. Sean Hannity says that Letterman should be fired.
Nah, how could Sean say that?
That phone call came in or on instant feedback.
I don't think Hannity.
I want to see if that's true or not.
Hannity has never endorsed firing anybody.
That's why I want to see if that was true
regardless
or not.
If it's he's for or against whatever they were saying.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
Sean might have said something like if he really is making raping 14-year-old girl jokes, he should be fired.
He's not.
But of course he's not.
It was so obvious. Let's say hi to Sean in Georgia. Sean.
Oh, here he is, Sean.
Boys.
Hey, y'all discussed the whole Patrice thing at the Women's Festival before when Patrice was on the air. It was about 3 years ago where he was talking about it, and then y'all read an article that same woman wrote. And
oh, really?
It was about the same, and I believe Patrice also didn't get paid for that gig because of the jokes he made.
Well, it's probably a free gig, actually.
Yeah, we'll go back and see if we can find another article on this. Thank you for that, Sean. Let me say, wow, the phones are lit. Tom, Chicago. What's up, Tom?
Greetings, gentlemen.
Hey,
boy.
Hey, Tom.
You know, Sarah Palin brought all of this on herself. She jumps into the ring with a pregnant daughter. It's not like the daughter got knocked up during the whole candidacy.
Yeah.
It was. She brought it on from day one. Everyone was making their own jokes about it. When
she was
they
asking
saw that
for it.
Huge, giant baby blanket covering her pregnant daughter. You know, so everyone was making their own jokes all over the country, and yeah, it's going to linger a long time. It didn't help the Republican cause one iota by bringing her on the ticket.
What she's doing is I think she knows that Letterman was not saying your 14-year-old daughter got fucked. Once it became obvious that he was just referencing the other one, he didn't realize what daughter was. But like everybody else, she's using this just to springboard and get out a lot of the anger she's had at the other jokes.
Right.
This is just like, it's almost like when you see it's a place for her to get her foot in the door and people to listen to her because she has a justifiable thing like, I didn't like my daughter being made fun of. So now she's using it to get out all her fucking annoyance about all the jokes and all the criticism.
I think the Republican Party should just tell her to shut up and go away for a while because she's still not helping them.
Well, you know what, though? I mean, it's like very rarely is somebody in tremendous hot water for shitting on a Republican, so they probably love it.
Of course. Let me go to Chris in PA. He's saying that Hannity did say the...
Oh, maybe he did.
Well, Chris, what do you got on Hannity?
Yeah, I sent the feedback, and I was watching last night. Now, I don't know if that's like a review from the week or whatever, but he did say he thinks Letterman should be fired for what he said, but he knows that he won't be. But he believes he should be.
But that goes against everything Sean has said over the years.
He might have said it in a way where it's like, well, if they fired Imus and they fire this, then why won't they, then they should fire David Letterman for the, like, I can't see him actually endorsing the firing of David Letterman.
Man, he's disagreed with some of the stuff we've done in the past, but said, look, but those guys shouldn't be fired. He obviously said Imus shouldn't be fired. Yeah. There were a few others. I think he mentioned the same thing when Jamie Foxx was in trouble. He shouldn't be fired.
He's probably coming.
He's always supporting the non-firing of broadcasters when they get in trouble.
He's probably saying Imus made fun of black girls or black women and got fired. Letterman made fun of a white woman or a Republican conservative, and it's acceptable. He's probably looking at it from that point of view. Like, why is CBS allowing one but not the other?
He didn't preface it. He said he thinks that he should be fired.
All right, well,
I'll have to see that clip, sir.
I'd be interested. I'm on his show at the end of the month. I'll scream at him for that loudly, standing up with my finger pointed. He likes that.
Yeah, we're gonna try to find that clip. Thank you, sir. Any more of these phone calls you want? We could do this for another hour. Wow. If Palin is the only hope for conservatives, then the party is lost. I agree with Rick in Nebraska.
Not many Republicans are actually backing her.
No.
They don't get into her corner. They don't, it's not.
She'll fade away.
Yeah, she's not one of those Republicans that people are going, let me get right behind that.
And it's not that she's a bad woman. It's just that she kind of brought some of this criticism on herself by taking such a public stance and being a moral crusader.
Yeah.
Jim, what's going on?
I'm just finishing up. I mean,
I just want to know how come you guys haven't brought up the fact that the difference between this and the Imus situation is that the media, the comedians, and so forth looked for Palin to say something wrong to cost her the job of vice president. They examined every word she said. They looked for anything they could do to make her seem stupid, okay, which I'm not going to say whether that was easy or not, but that cost her job. When Imus made the comment, he wasn't going to cost these girls a basketball career. But when you're a politician and the media believes that it's all right to play dogpile, examine every word you say, and make you look like a fool for it, then how is that not turnabout as fair play? Why is it that it's all right for them to come out punching on her every second of the day, but when they trip over or they say the wrong thing? I mean, how many times did you hear, I could see Russia from my house, which is something she never even said.
To be honest with you, I think the main reason is because politicians, what they say, they are people that have a tremendous effect on our day-to-day life because we're putting them in a position to basically run our lives in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas as comedians, entertainers are offering opinions, which even if you're as powerful and as respected as Letterman, his opinion is irrelevant. He's just a comedian making fun of something.
Yep.
He's not a policymaker.
Well, Jim,
Hold on, buddy. He doesn't make
proves that statement's wrong.
It's not wrong.
You could say Saturday Night Live, Letterman, and shows of that such had a great impact.
No, they don't.
Because they're the ones that formed the general public's opinion of who she was.
Well, if
and the fact that she was the most popular governor in the last 75 years.
Hold on, bro, don't, you're not going to go on a roll back and forth. If they're that powerful, my dislike of Sarah Palin came after I heard her repeatedly giving the same speech, after I heard her not being able to just be on the spot with Katie Couric and sounding like a fucking unprepared idiot. Even though Katie Couric is probably biased, Sarah Palin's own words is what made me I really wouldn't want her as vice president. It wasn't Letterman. I'm a 40-year-old man. Letterman doesn't form my opinions, and if your opinions are formed by SNL, then you're a dummy. You're a dummy. I'm not going to... Letterman shouldn't suffer... Letterman shouldn't suffer because the people are stupid.
Dummies, though, Jim?
What's that?
Can we agree that we're surrounded by dummies?
Yes, yeah, but I don't think for other people.
That were formed?
The arrogance of people, I don't think for other people. That's not my job. They don't form my opinions, and I take no responsibility for forming theirs. They should laugh at my jokes or not laugh at my jokes. That's it. What I do is not important on a grand scale. Neither is Letterman. Neither is SNL. It's all entertainment. And if your opinion is formed and you're going to vote for the vice president of this country based on a sketch you saw or based on what a comedian said, then you're a dumb motherfucker.
You're absolutely right, but this is going on, like Jim is saying. Unfortunately, there are a lot of dummies out there that form their opinion in the most ridiculous
They're
ways.
the same people that would form their opinions for religious reasons.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about
It's
that.
happening with Jon Stewart. I mean, people are getting their news from Jon Stewart. They were never supposed to get their news from Jon Stewart, but they are now.
So, Jim, you think that... Jim?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I
absolutely think that there is a difference, and the difference is that Palin's family has been open game more than anybody else's family. I mean, you talked about Bush's wife being stabbed for being ugly, but not so openly,
Dude, the Bush daughters got
seen a situation, and I think Anthony made the point that you can't control every member of your family. I mean, if you look at the Palin situation, she's not a hypocrite. She doesn't believe in abortion and those things, which I don't agree with those points.
I'm saying
that's the reason why they kept the baby. That's the reason why they're supportive of their daughter. But you haven't seen a situation where it was okay, open season, to go out and attack somebody and their family.
Dude, the Bush daughters were constantly being brought into the news and into comedians' acts and into late-night monologues.
Okay, they were constantly being brought in because they were going out and being party girls.
Well, this one was getting knocked up out of wedlock.
Yeah, it's not the same. What was
it is the same. Jesus Christ. It's not like she was this upstanding fucking college girl that all of a sudden they just started ragging on. The mother's a conservative Republican, and the girl gets knocked up out of wedlock, which is against this whole family values thing. They try to shotgun wedding the whole fucking thing, and this asshole that knocked her up wants no part of it. They tear down his Facebook site because he's a total asshole on that fucking thing. It was just fodder.
And you can't allow, dude, you can't, these candidates who bring, bro. You can't allow these families to, all right, I'll just talk right over you. I'm trying to talk with you. You can't allow a family to be brought out as a positive thing in a campaign when it makes you look good, but then not expect anything your family does to be taken to task when it makes you look bad.
I agree. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you haven't seen that sort of viciousness about somebody's family, and you can't blame Sarah for now coming back and saying, okay, you stuck your foot in my mouth and I have something on you.
I don't blame Sarah for sounding off at all.
And, Jim, whether it's right or wrong, and the thing is, I'm a longtime fan, and I agree completely with your opinion on the way things should be, okay? In terms of that people shouldn't. But the fact is, if you look
at the election, the way things happened, the election happened because of images, not because of substance.
No,
and I'm not saying I disagree with who got elected, but Obama got elected because he presented a better image. People liked him.
No, it was the bad Bush image.
Yeah, I agree.
The bad Bush image got Obama elected. Believe me.
Yep.
George Bush being in there for 8 years and the economy taking a shit right at the tail end of that whole thing. I mean, there was so many factors. I don't think it was the way Sarah Palin was presented that completely threw the fucking election, to tell you the truth. It was more 8 years of George Bush and the bashing that he took. And you could say the media was responsible for a lot of that. I think that's what did it. Hey, look, I see Sarah Palin as a mom defending her daughter. Of course she's going to get out there and start saying stuff. I don't blame her for that at all. There's her daughter. It's a mother. The kid's fucking getting shit from David Letterman. She's going to jump out. But for her to try to defend it on terms of them not being in the public eye, or that her daughter didn't, kind of do this hypocritical thing as far as this family values type platform that the conservatives are trying to put across, it opens them up for jokes.
Teenager, I'll tell you, I'm not talking to any parents. Woe be the day that our kids listen to everything we say.
That's no, dude. No one's saying that she's a bad mother for that.
Can't control.
No, not at all.
No one's saying she's a bad mother.
And we're getting off in the direction is what makes it fair for Palin to go after Letterman's job is that Letterman and Stewart and Saturday Night Live all saw to it that they were going after her job, and that's the difference.
We're going after her job so much as going after. They weren't going after her job so much as they were going after the ease that the jokes came with what she was doing.
And your crew said it was a published quote from
Tina Fey.
Baldwin.
No,
I believe it was from Baldwin, who was involved with it because he didn't want to. That no matter what, they have to make sure that that she does not get elected.
But dude, even if they were trying to affect her job, the difference between comedians and performers trying to affect somebody's job is different, because comedians and performers are not policymakers.
Right.
Even if they do affect opinion, okay? I don't think they affect it to the point where you're going to vote a certain way. But even if they can sway someone's opinion a little bit, they do not sit in Congress or the House of Representatives or the Senate. They don't vote on laws and on what to do. And they don't vote to send troops overseas or to bring them home. They don't have that kind of power. So when you're a politician and people are going after your job, it's because your job directly affects the future of the country. Letterman saying whatever he wants does not at all affect the future of the country.
But every politician that gets voted into that position has those powers and abilities.
Right. All right.
So when you paint someone as an idiot, when you
have to admit she looked like one.
And you said that when she spoke to Kirk, the problem was that she was the problem was that she was overprepared because there were too many Republicans around her telling exactly what she should say every minute, and I think that's why we heard the same thing.
Dude, can you imagine Bill Clinton can you imagine Bill Clinton looking that ridiculous talking to a reporter? Not that he hasn't had bad moments, but can you imagine sitting Clinton down as a guy who you want to run the country and saying something to him and having him look that ridiculously ill-informed?
Yeah.
I think that was a moment of being overwhelmed and not having that answer, and I think she had to toe the line and say
she just wasn't ready, man.
That we have
she wasn't ready for the position that she was put in.
I agree.
Hey, Jim, you got to wrap up.
We
gave you like 20, 15 minutes on the phone.
Let me bring up a point here also. Do you think that the media had something to do with George Bush Sr. not getting elected because they goofed on Dan Quayle relentlessly? Do you recall the beating that Dan Quayle took for being a complete fucking moron?
Absolutely. And so do you think that you could blame Dan Quayle if he found a situation that somebody put their foot in their mouth and he got to to say, you see what it feels like?
No, I'm just saying the guy...
And it can end your career.
The guy was an idiot.
That's a perfect example. He was an idiot.
Yeah,
but the fact is
and they pointed it out.
And it wasn't even the media that cost him his job, dude. It was George Bush Sr. ran a terrible campaign, and Ross Perot hurt Bush Sr. It's like you're blaming the media as a knee-jerk reaction, and they do stink. But Perot got, I think it was 17% of the vote. Bill Clinton got like 43%.
Minimizing the real impact.
All right, Jim, thank you. We got to move on. Everyone else wants in here. Just so we have all the facts out there, Hannity is not calling for Letterman to be fired. He is just pissed off at the hypocrisy.
Yeah, that's what
sort of what we figured, right? All right, let me go to Lee in New Hampshire. We got to make it quick here. Lee, go ahead.
Hey, Ants pointed out that this has always been one-sided, that the Democrats always get by and the Republican people always get bashed. So Ant's been on that before. I also wanted to point out to Jimmy that he was wrong, that he made a comment that somebody got a bad blowjob. I didn't think there was anything but a good blowjob.
Good job, Lee. Speaking of the Democrats' kids, Chelsea Clinton, hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
They beat the shit out of her in the media.
They never attacked Chelsea like they would make fun of her being ugly.
There was
that's
one,
what I'm saying,
one
but that's
ugly
pretty
joke
bad.
came out. I forgot who made it, but somebody made an ugly joke.
Rush Limbaugh, right?
And they jumped on him, and that was it. Because you're talking about at the time an 11-year-old girl going through a very funny, fucking awkward stage, popped in the public eye, and not in a way where she's older and is helping with the campaign or anything. Right. She's just some dopey little kid going in there. So, yeah, that kind of is not off limits, mind you, but when you sit there, you don't want to be like, oh, yeah, that kid's ugly. You know, you probably fucked the kid up. You know, but it was like once she started getting a little older and then getting involved in her mom's campaign and shit like that, then it's fair game.
But media matters. Who are the ones who always go after O'Reilly and who are the ones who went after Imus? I mean, they really are pukey and biased.
Yeah.
Groups. They would never go after liberal.
We've been going back and forth with the Hannity thing. This is exactly what he said.
Biting public what was she supposed to do? Just separate them and not bring her family to the convention when she's being nominated for vice president?
I would have kept it private. It's our business.
And keep your daughter hidden.
Not hidden. I didn't say hide her, but there's a difference between hide and center stage at the major national political convention.
I think David Letterman's a disgrace. I think CBS ought to fire him for this. They never will. Too much money.
Hannity's saying that Letterman's a disgrace?
And ought to be fired.
What?
Never will. Too much money.
Get him on the phone.
What's he, insane?
Can we get Sean Hannity on the phone? A disgrace? He's going that far with this? And why is it A-Rod yelling and screaming that he's being accused of being a pedophile, by the way? Because he probably understood that Letterman was talking about the 18-year-old.
Yeah.
That was all over the news for being pregnant.
Is he dating her now?
Yeah, right? Wow, Hannity's saying a disgrace.
A disgrace?
And should be fired.
He could call him a disgrace, but the whole firing thing is a little woo.
Joe in Pennsylvania.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I just want to see if I can get Jimmy to make an insulting joke about the Obama girl. Come on, funny man, make a joke. Come on.
Come on, funny man, make a joke.
I don't really have anything on them. I did raise the point that, look, I mean, again, if you said something really off-color about Michelle Obama, you'd be catching a lot of shit. And she's an adult.
Funny you should say that, because I got it opened up in the paper here.
I made a great joke about Michelle Obama.
What'd you say again?
My fucking hysterical joke.
Shut up! I'm trying to say my joke. Let Anthony say his joke.
What do you got here?
That was my joke about all the discussion going on about the White House dog. What she wears, is it off the shoulder dress? What kind of shoes does she? That was my joke, because it was all the hoopla about the White House dog coming in, and then they thought I was talking about that, and then I spun it around because I don't find Michelle Obama pretty. I think she is fucking heinous. I don't find her attractive. Sorry. Oh, look, off the shoulder. Yeah, off the shoulder. Like there should be shoulder pads up there. She's built like a linebacker.
I agree with you. She's not a pretty
woman.
She's
not a pretty woman. Why the fuck does everyone have to dote over her like she's this very attractive woman? And the second you bring up the fact that I don't think she's attractive, you catch shit.
Just because we have a young first lady doesn't mean she's attractive.
Right.
But
she's
for some
10
reason,
feet tall, giant feet.
Right. For some reason, if you're young, immediately you got to go, wow, she's attractive.
Don't find her attractive.
I could name 100 women that are more attractive than her in the black community.
Oh, God.
Especially.
Who does she look like? Oh, God. She looks like Reggie Miller. From the fucking Pacers.
Reggie Miller with a little long hair.
Little
there,
Reggie Miller
wig.
going on there.
Well, speaking of, now, I do believe Anthony's joke was fine. It won't get us in trouble. Here's a guy that doesn't really understand, the risk.
Yeah, he took it a little far.
We got a prominent South Carolina Republican killed his Facebook page yesterday after being caught likening the First Lady to an escaped gorilla.
See, that's always going to cause some problems.
See, look, in America you could say something like that, but you got to understand that could cause some problems for your career.
This guy should know that there's going to be trouble. Jiminy Cricket.
Commenting on a report posted to Facebook about a gorilla escape at a zoo in Columbia, South Carolina Friday, longtime GOP activist Rusty DePass wrote, "I'm sure it's just one of Michelle's ancestors, probably harmless."
Holy shit.
What is wrong with you? Should be able to say that.
In this climate, you really can't say it. And that is a very kind of racist, equating any type of primate with black people is something that was done years ago. I don't think anyone ever liked it. And to bring it up in this day and age, especially as a politician, holy Jesus, are you crazy?
Now, the next paragraph, busted by South Carolina political blogger Will Folks, DePass told some TV station in Columbia, "I am as sorry as I could be if I offended anyone. The comment was clearly in jest." Now, here's a guy saying...
As sorry as he can be. That's kind of hedging your bet.
Now, here's a guy saying sorry. Yeah. I would love to know what Reverend Al thinks of A, the joke, and B, this guy's apology.
I don't think he likes that apology. I could tell you he would.
But Reverend
like
Al will hide. He won't be quoted in the story whatsoever.
Why?
Because it's, we know why.
Reverend Al would jump all over that.
Yeah. Oh, what am I thinking? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he'll jump all over that one.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Wow, I was somewhere else. You're right.
Yeah, he'll jump all over that one if the guy doesn't
and say that the sorry is not enough.
Yeah, isn't enough. Which that apology was a little half-assed. I'm as sorry as I can be, and I could be this
basically
sorry.
You're saying,
yeah.
How sorry do I have to be to keep my job?
What's my minimal amount of sorrow that I need to put out there?
Oh, you got to go all in when you're sorry on this one. All right, I'm as sorry as you could be. Then he added, the comment was hers, not mine, claiming Michelle Obama made a recent remark about humans descending from apes. The Daily News could not find such a comment.
That's a stretch, too, because that's kind of been that's kind of been the scientific community's kind of idea of where he came from for years, but doesn't mean you just can throw that one around and have a pisser with it.
So actually, Reverend Al will be all over this.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
And that sorry won't mean shit in the end.
Zoinks.
Wow, what?
Yeah, I just don't. The daughters, by the way, future supermodels. The daughters are very cute. They're pretty girls.
Yeah.
But, Uncle Paul. But Michelle, not so much.
Richie Rich.
That's right.
Richie Rich.
That's right.
Double R, what do you got?
Yeah, man. I was going to let y'all boys know that Michelle Obama is actually ranked in Maxim's top 100. She's between Yvonne Stahovlik, or however the hell you say it, and Joanna Kruppa.
As far as Maxim's top 100 hottest women?
How is she a hot woman?
She doesn't make the list.
Just because she's the first lady and she's young, you put her on a hot list? Are you fucking kidding me?
Her body's out of proportion as far as what I guess the average people find traditionally attractive. She has very wide hips, and she's got very small breasts, and I don't
and bigger
kind of big legs, big shoulders. I don't find her. She's a little too masculine of a woman. I don't dig it.
Wow, there she is as
but
one of the hot women.
Maxim, yeah.
Our country's a joke.
That is a retouched photo,
this
too.
country's a joke.
Maxim's just silly.
It is silly.
Why do you have
I hate those whole things anyway. With
they
the
don't mean anything.
100 hot. And they put
who's less
because I think Barbara Bush was in there once because it was and the way she carries herself is, no. This is purely TNA.
Animalistic. Megan Fox.
Oh.
Thank you.
Who she beat out that girl right there?
Yeah, according to
all right, hold on.
All right,
Richie Rich, thanks for turning us on to this.
Deanna Russo,
who is unbelievably hot,
gets beat out by Michelle Obama.
Right.
Get out of here. Who else? Come on.
This girl, not the typical. This girl's in a blue bikini, sunset behind her, the water, just fucking phenomenal. What's her name? Melissa
Rycroft?
I've never heard of her.
You're in a bar, right? You're in a bar. You're hanging out. And it's not Michelle Obama. It's just a woman that looks exactly like her. You don't know who Michelle Obama is. She walks into a bar. This girl walks into a bar. They are both equally interested in you. And who would you go home with?
Jesus.
Sorry.
You wouldn't even go home with her at 4 a.m.
No.
As they're locking the doors of the bar, you wouldn't even go, what the fuck?
I'd probably ask her to walk me in my car. I think she was a bouncer who worked there.
Well, wow, she came in 99th, that girl.
And who's this?
And that one? Yeah, she looks a
She
little...
looks like the chick from Lost.
Rebecca,
who? Is that who
her?
it is? That is the chick from Lost.
Yeah, she's hot. And who's 100? We're 99?
We're going the other way.
Oh,
all right.
Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei barely beats out Michelle Obama.
I'm watching a movie with Marissa Tomei.
Wait, Michelle Obama, what?
Michelle Obama is like 93, so we're going from 100 up to 93.
Oh, I gotcha.
So.
All right, 93. So Marissa Tomei, according to Maxim Magazine, is uglier.
It's uglier, right.
Uglier
than Michelle Obama.
Most people...
And they're about the same age. Actually, I think Michelle Obama is a bit older.
Really?
I think Tomei's around 40 or so. Oh, that girl is not
Olivia Munn.
Fucking Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
What a fucking
You'd rather fuck Michelle Obama than Olivia Munn?
Just look up Olivia Munn at home.
Stop it.
M-U-N-N.
And someone make the argument that Michelle Obama is hotter.
And this is
on
the
top
Hot 100.
Right.
Barack would agree with that.
Yeah, really.
Probably goes, she's a good mother, but look at the tits on Munn.
You know, Barack had to probably at some point go, oh, sweetie, you should have been number one. As he's thumbing through, going, holy shit.
And then another
Look at that.
hot chick that's way hotter. It's not even...
There should be all fatties behind her.
Yeah. It should just be slobs.
And this girl is a slob, right? This girl's not as hot as Michelle.
Yvonne Strahovski.
Yeah, okay. We do hate lists on it. On this show.
Oh.
All right. And then Michelle Obama, but who's 92? Who's right above Michelle
Who did
Obama?
She just beat out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
She just lost to Joanna Krupa.
Yeah, just
Who could be,
squeaked
by the
by.
way, the hottest thing I've ever seen.
She just squeaked by. Unbelievable.
And now Chelsea Handler,
Yeah.
just above Michelle.
These are hysterical.
So dumb.
Just stop with your dumbass list.
By the way, Danny has gone, we're up to what, 88? There's not even one woman that we have seen that would be in the same Michelle Obama category.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
trying to say?
Yeah,
there is a huge drop-off. This girl in lingerie barely beat out Michelle Obama. Give me one girl that is in the same category, but now as you go higher, you're not going to find
Michelle
it.
Trachtenberg. I find her attractive.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Dude, she's the...
I liked her better in Harriet the Spy.
Jesus Christ. Jeter banged 6 of the top 50. Another reason
and
to
Emma
hate
Watson.
A-Rod. I mean, Derek Jeter.
Really?
I hate him for banging hot chicks.
Yeah, sorry.
Respect
Derek
that.
Jeter.
Goddamn. Heidi Montag. Yes. More hotness. Jamie Guns.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Michelle Obama belongs in this list.
King.
What are they doing?
I've not yet.
What is Maxim doing?
Danica Patch.
No, you got to stop because now we're going
my
higher. You're not going to
God.
find another girl anywhere near the caliber of Michelle Obama as you move up the list.
Well, that's just it. I'm trying to see somebody that's... Holy Jesus.
I hate to say it, but Chelsea Handler was the closest so far.
Right.
And she's
right.
way above hotter than Michelle Obama.
Yeah. She's just got to be put on the list.
Can we see who the top 15 are?
Yeah.
So we have to go through this whole horrible list.
Let's go top.
Broads that we can't fuck.
Let's go top. All right. Katy Perry's number 15.
She's very sexy.
Nice legs.
All right, number 14, Christina Aguilera. She looks good, too. God damn, does she look nice.
She's all right.
Oh, dude, look how great
some of
she
the
looks.
women at the bottom of the list we were just looking at are way high.
Jessica Alba.
I think she's
Put
kind
on
of
the list.
goofy looking.
Number 13.
Nah, she's cute.
She's pretty, but she's a toothy idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Who's this bitch?
Yeah, she's a...
Oh, Gossip Girl,
Gossip
stop it.
Girls.
Leighton,
I don't care what she's from.
Messler or something like that?
Meester.
Looks... Jessica
Biel.
Only in 11th place. Uh-oh.
She has Farrah Fawcett hair.
Yeah, what the hell's up with
In the
that?
70s. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt
number
makes
She was here.
Number 9, Jordan Brewster. Good God.
What's that guy doing on there? Oh, Jordana.
Oh, Jordana.
Number 8, Rihanna.
Rihanna.
She actually, you know.
She's got a good body on her.
Yeah, and take a punch.
This chick is ridiculous.
Oh, my God. Is that the
This is
Victoria's
the
Secret
Victoria's
chick?
Secret model.
She,
I
the
can never say
first time she ever
her
popped
name.
onto a
Adriana
Victoria's Secret
Lima,
commercial.
something like that.
Yeah.
I pretty much just turned to my girlfriend and said, shut up.
Get out.
Like she was talking during the commercial, and I just went, shut up.
Exactly.
I don't want any other senses to interfere with my sense of sight.
Dushku.
Eliza Dushku.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Come on.
Number 6. Number 5.
Dana.
Is that Michio Kaku? I can't read that name.
No.
That's what's her
it's
name.
Mila.
Mila Kunis. Okay.
Michio Kaku.
She's the voice of what's
I
her
am
name on Family
beautiful.
Guy.
Yes. My cum is like a river.
She doesn't have a good ass, though. It's very flat ass. There's nothing there.
She's
cute
Meg
and
on Family
everything.
Guy. And she was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. She's pretty hot.
Malin Ackerman.
Ackerman? Who is she?
Number 4 on the list. Maximum.
Where's she from?
She's probably a Maxim model.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that wonderful movie.
Shot. Give her that.
3.
We got number 3 is...
Bar Raphael. Yeah, she's hot.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Caprio's broad.
Yeah.
I think he broke up with her. He just breaks up with supermodels.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, number 2.
She's fucking fantastic.
Wait, let's guess number 1. Anybody?
Number 1. If it's Halle Berry, I'm going to shit.
I got
Better
it.
not
Scarlett
be.
Johansson.
Yep, that's
Scarlett Johansson.
I'm guessing her, and
Very
I'd be fine
good.
with that one.
And
it should be her.
Nope.
Nope.
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde?
Who's she?
I don't know. Her head's too big. She's a head it's like a thermometer. She's uncomfortable looking.
Olivia Wilde.
I don't put her at number 1.
Scarlett's big fat tits want to be in the top 10.
Yay!
Where was Scarlett?
34.
34.
34?
Yeah. Down the list, yeah.
Let's see the picture
Yeah, that
of
makes
Scarlett. Come on, stupid commercials.
I like Scarlett's big tits. I want to hold them. I just
Really?
I want to look at her and I just
We're
want to
not on a
hold
limb.
her tits up and have her say things to me.
Yeah.
They used a bad photo.
Yeah, it isn't the best picture.
We've seen better ones, but that's still all right.
She looks semi-retarded in that picture. Doesn't she? It looks a little retarded.
Instead of fully.
Yeah.
Her.
Olivia Munn, thank you. Well, let me let Rich be a little star today. Rich, you got some info on Olivia Munn?
Yeah, didn't she come in after Michelle Obama in that hot list?
Well, hold on. Let's take a look again. Where was Olivia Munn?
Let's see. Olivia Munn comes in at number
what there, Dan?
Wasn't she just number 1?
No.
No.
What are we talking about?
She was Olivia Munn. She was in the 90-something.
Yeah, she was right around Michelle Obama. Either,
you're right.
Either
Sorry.
right.
Oh, Dan.
God, thanks for nothing.
Oh, yeah, she's 96, Olivia
All right,
Munn.
Olivia Munn was 96, and Michelle Obama's what?
93?
93.
All right, so Michelle Obama beat out Olivia Munn. Ready?
Right.
All right, listen to what Rich has to say. Go ahead, Rich.
She's on the unreleased copy of, I believe, July issue. She's a Playboy cover model.
A Playboy cover model.
July, that hasn't been released yet.
You know they wanted to just put Michelle Obama at 100.
They had to put
just
it somewhere, but it's like...
But she has to beat out some people.
Nah.
So Michelle Obama beat out a Playboy
Oh, my God.
They should have given
cover
Michelle
model.
Obama an honorary mention at 438,475th. An honorary mention there.
Right behind Stalker
All
Pat.
right, we're looking at Olivia Munn pictures now. Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Michelle beats her out.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Stop with your dishonesty.
Right. Obama himself would risk his presidency to
Of course he would.
He'd fuck Olivia Munn's face on camera.
Punch it out, gentlemen.
Oh, my God. There's Olivia Munn making out with another girl.
Oh, boy.
What the hell is going on here with Olivia Munn?
OliviaMunn.com. Please. Are we on that page?
Not yet.
We're going to be in a second, that's for sure.
Wow.
This girl lost to Michelle Obama.
Yeah, she as they're all looking through the pictures, they went, you got to put Michelle first.
Maybe she has I don't know, a freckle on her ass or something.
Yeah, maybe there's some. She better have a dick in order for, and even then, I'd still consider.
If Olivia Munn was growing a tail, I'd still rather fuck her. I'd just hold it.
Oh, Maxim sucks.
Olivia Munn. We keep saying Munn.
Munn. Yeah, it's Munn.
MUNN.com. Give me a good picture of Olivia Munn before we go to break here.
All right, hang on.
All right, we're hanging.
Getting a good one.
We're good.
There's not a bad picture of her.
I know. I haven't seen a bad one yet.
There's a guy on fucking PIX right now with his toes hanging over his flip-flops. I just want a lawnmower over. Oh, hi.
Uncle Paul.
Dan is having a tough time picking because they're all great pictures.
That's a nice one.
That is a nice one, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
That indeed is a nice one.
Okay.
Her layout on the surfboard.
Oh, it doesn't click. Goes to the next one. Who cares? It's just as good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Look at that.
Wow.
She's got that just waking up going, hi, I'll see you when you get back from work.
Yeah.
Let me put one of your shirts on.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for you.
Look, I'm wearing one of your shirts, and I'll just sit here and wait for you.
Do you know how unsexy it is when a girl wears one of my shirts? She's like fucking bumbling around in a Sabbath shirt or a fucking Ozfest t-shirt. It looks horrendous.
Mine always look like they're AWOL.
Olivia Munn is
military gear.
Fucking, you just fuck Che Guevara.
You're in camo. Where are you? I can't find you.
Olivia Munn is on Attack of the Show on G4 TV. I thought that name sounded a bit familiar.
Oh, yeah.
All right, why don't we take a break? We just did a good hour for you fuckers. Backstage with O&A, Sam went to the Jimmy Fallon thing that we did last week. We didn't play these on Friday.
Interviews
we were
with
lazy.
us.
So we're going to play them today as we go to break. Here's another one. We'll see you in a bit. Opie and Anthony. Someone in instant feedback goes, stop defending David Letterman. He'll never have you guys back on his show.
No.
Whatever. If he never has us back on a show, whatever, it's still the right thing to do.
It's not what we were doing it for. Jesus.
That's what I was doing it for. Please,
yeah. Thank you, Matthew from New Hampshire, but Bravo Sierra on the picture we're looking at.
It's not her.
It's not Demi.
Demi Moore's nasty bush. Google Demi Moore's bush pic. It looks like black steel wool. It certainly does look like black steel wool, but it also looks like it could be photoshopped.
There's a little chicanery going on there.
You think?
I'm not buying it.
No?
Not for a second.
No?
It does look like Demi's boobies, though. The pre-implant ones. Like when she was on General Hospital.
What year is this picture from?
Hospital? She was on General Hospital back in the 70s.
Oh,
I believe the late 70s.
Late 70s. How old
Early
is she now?
80s.
30. That's 30 years ago.
She was very young.
So
she played the young, brash reporter.
Wait a minute. Demi Moore's 50?
Probably.
Could be.
Bruce Willis is 54.
Bruce Willis is 54.
Bruce and his giant penis are 54 years young.
He didn't have a giant penis in
It wasn't that
Pulp
bad, that
Fiction.
photo? Oh.
When he went, got out of the shower and sat on the bowl, you saw a quick shot after he went, Fabian.
Why would he fluff
like
that
that
shit
mongoloid
up?
voice?
He should have fluffed that shit up.
He's done it a few places.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shows off his penis.
Yeah, there's a movie called The Color of Night, I think. And there's a weird like underwater sex scene, and his junk is just flopping
Like a
all over
Loch
the place.
Ness monster dick in the water.
Your junk looks a lot bigger underwater, too, which is awesome.
And what is there, air in the head? Why does it just float like that?
I don't know.
I don't know why it's got to like whoop,
It just
gotta
pops
stick
up.
straight up. It looks silly unless you got a rod. Your dick shouldn't be sticking up like that.
It just needs air.
It just looks silly.
It needs to breathe air through the pee hole.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a little blowhole.
Yeah.
You can actually go underwater and stay there as long as the tip of your dick is sticking out.
All of a sudden, your big
Just
mushroom
snorkel.
head is just popping out of the water.
Yeah, why? Come on, what's in that weenie?
I don't know.
Penises are silly in the water.
Is that sexy if you want your dick sucked? If you just tell a girl as you put it in her face, kiss under the shroom. Like if you want her to lick under the ridge, kiss under the shroom.
No, it's not sexy. I don't think they'd enjoy that at all. Kiss under the shroom.
What are we We can't move on from the Demi Moore picture. What do we know about that pic? It's an old picture?
It looks
from a
fake.
modeling session or something?
It
does look fake.
It could be from the 70s.
But you're saying the picture's coming up a lot, but of course it would come up a lot.
It could be from her GH days because that's kind of what she looked like. She was kind of flat-chested.
You were banging her?
Well,
Greg, she was also in Blame It on Rio, which she shows her tits in, I believe. She's at a nude beach. Or is she the one that had the hair in front of her tits the whole fucking time?
She was in Blame It on Rio?
Blame It on Rio.
I remember that movie being pretty hot for back in the day.
Yeah. It was, one of those
I don't remember much about it anymore.
But let's see what Demi from Blame It on Rio looks like. If they got Demi's tits, Blame It on Rio, maybe. There goes Danny. And
go.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, she really didn't have...
Who was the one?
Yeah, who's the other girl from Blame It on Rio? That's the one that's like...
the one I liked.
The giant tits.
Little tit monster.
And then Demi's got the little perky A's.
Didn't she look like...
The other one's just tit monster.
Who was she
She does
again?
look like somebody.
I don't think she ever did anything after that movie, right?
I don't know. Who the fuck is she?
She looks like...
Who is she?
Who is that girl? She looks like the chick from the Aerosmith movies. Videos.
Right, from Clueless.
Yeah, Clueless and all that, but it's not her.
Oh.
Or is
Holy mother of God. No, it's not.
Wow.
Holy, look at those. Wow. Yeah, Demi kept her hair in front of her little titties.
Because she was almost making it in Hollywood.
And the other girl is just...
all in.
She's got giant tits.
The name here says Michelle Johnson.
Oh, what did Michelle Johnson do after
What
Blame
else
It on
did she
Rio?
do after Blame It on Rio?
Hang on.
That's a name built for
Yeah.
stardom.
Jill Johnson.
Starring Michelle or Jill Johnson? Michelle.
Michelle Johnson.
Let's see what she
Terrible
did.
name. Is that the plainest name you could have?
Yeah. Just Blame It on Rio. There she is. And
then-
she did...
Oh, she didn't age well.
Oh. I bet her tits are real low.
Oh, she's got a big list of nothingness.
Wow.
Wait, what year was Blame It on Rio?
That's got to be early 80s.
Oh, it's the first
was the
thing.
first thing she did,
That was her
okay.
first
What year
movie.
is Blame It on Rio?
84.
Yeah, all right, that's about right.
And then she's got things like Charles in Charge, one episode as Joyce.
Waxwork. That was a great movie.
All right, Waxwork.
Is there anything?
Oh, Dr. Giggles.
Tales from the Crypt.
Like I
she
said,
was in
is there-
Dr. Giggles.
Yeah, but is there anything?
Melrose, she was in 2 episodes.
So she just bummed around Hollywood.
She was Aurora from that one episode of Herman's Head.
I remember that one.
Herman's
no, I
Head
don't.
rules.
Was that her, though? I thought that was
Out of
Michelle
Limits.
Peterson.
No, another dull name.
That was Michelle Johnson.
Yes, Johnson.
Oh. Wasn't that Rebecca Jones?
She did nothing.
She's fucking hot, this chick.
She showed off her tits thinking it would help her in Hollywood, and look what happened.
She must have really just...
her acting must have really
She must
sucked.
suck.
Because she had the nice tits.
Yeah.
To throw her into a few things.
Oh, well.
Hey, your number one movie at the box office over the weekend, because that word of mouth helps a lot. The Hangover, number one at the box office again this weekend. 33.4 mil.
I smell sequel.
That movie's heading toward 100 million very quickly. A movie I saw yesterday, Up. Crying all over the theater, my friend. A lot of tears.
I would be too if I paid to
That's
see
a
that.
cartoon.
Thank you. I didn't know
What's
you were
with the
supposed
crying?
to cry. A lot of women crying. Well, they thought it'd be cool to have a Pixar summer blockbuster that implies that one of the characters has a barren womb. And when you find out that this woman has a barren womb in the Up movie, most of the women in the theater crying their eyes out.
Why? The ones with barren wombs, probably.
I don't even know if you needed to go down that road for this kids movie. And then you hear the kids in the theater. Why is that woman crying, Daddy? Why?
Because she can't have a little bastard like you.
Fucking pretty heavy material, actually, for a kid movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching Up. It's the big Pixar movie this summer, and we bring this up. Man, those theaters are looking just outdated.
Yeah.
And I was in a newer theater, too. The seats are all nice, everything, but the screen is still the same fucking screen we've been looking at for the last 20-some-odd years.
Bad fucking screen.
Especially for Pixar.
Yep.
Remember when you saw, let's just use the basic reference, Toy Story.
Yeah.
Remember when you saw a Toy Story in the movie theater? You're like, holy mother of God, look how fucking good this is.
No, I didn't see it in the theater.
I did.
I've never even seen it on Blu-ray.
Oh, it's great.
It's amazing. And with these Pixars, the first thing you think is like, wow, what are they doing now with animation, right?
Yeah.
But it's such a primitive viewing experience that you're not saying that anymore.
You need the high resolution.
You
with
need the
those
DVD
animations,
in your
and you're
system
not
at
getting
home.
it.
And the average person now has a better system than the stupid movie theater.
You're not getting it with a bulb and film running in front of it.
No.
Like,
So not once did I go, wow, look at the animation.
Yeah.
I'm sure the animation is amazing, and we'll know that when it's finally hits, DVD and all that. But you don't think that anymore like you used to when Toy Story hit. And the little short film they did before Up was better than the movie.
Really?
And it was just a 5-minute dumb little
It's one of
thing.
those short Pixar little things that they do in before the movie, yeah.
I didn't like Up. It was like, whatever.
Oh, more titty pictures from Blame It on Rio.
Yeah.
Didn't like it? No. I'll wait until it comes out.
Did you see any of the movies that are out, Ant? You don't really. You wait a little bit, right? You still haven't seen The Hangover?
I wait until I get a copy.
Sure.
That I can watch at my home theater at my leisure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Out of all of us, how many out of the top movies, how many have we seen? I saw The Hangover, and I saw Up.
Nope.
Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Anyone?
Nope.
Ugh. The original was on last night.
That I would say.
Yeah.
Walter Matthau was in the original?
Walter Matthau was in it.
I didn't know that.
The guy from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Eli Wallach, I believe.
Eli Wallach?
Is Eli Wallach?
I always get him confused with the other guy.
Yeah. That's not Eli Wallach.
That's not Eli
Robert
Wallach.
Shaw. You're right.
Yeah, Robert Shaw.
Robert Shaw.
Yep.
The fucking, who wants to see, because I saw a minute of Travolta when Denzel did Letterman.
That's what I couldn't take on the trailer, is Travolta. It's like over the top.
Yeah, could you show that, Dan, if we could find on like a trailer? He was being like whacked out.
Yeah.
Guy. There's a very funny scene in the original, which I imagine they will not do in this one, where Walter Matthau is showing a bunch of Japanese businessmen around, and they have a translator. And so Walter Matthau is showing them around this building where they run the trains from, and he's just going, these jabs. He's just really annoyed. And then at the end, it turns out they speak English.
Oh, shit.
And they talk to him in English.
That's great.
Yeah, it was very funny. And Robert Shaw was a great fucking villain.
I think Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 has to be considered a bust. At
I hope so.
$25 million. I think they were expecting a little more.
Yeah, a little more than that.
With Denzel and Travolta.
It's all down
They said
Remake.
Washington, Travolta.
Right.
Oh, I know. That's
How
another one.
dramatic.
Stop it.
Stealing from fucking...
Night at the Museum.
Pacino.
Still doing well. Number 4 this weekend at 9.6. I'm going somewhere with this, by the way. I'm not just reading the list. Land of the Lost. Just a complete bust. But there's one movie worse than Land of the Lost.
No, there isn't.
And that's the question I want to ask you, Anthony, today. This movie
Has it been out? Just came out?
It was the first week for this movie. They were expecting a lot from this movie.
Oh, this must be Taking a
This
Pelham.
is Taking a Pelham.
Yeah, of course.
Fast camera motion, like with the sped up cars. Why do we need that?
Sped up people walking the sidewalk.
Yeah, why do we need that?
Get your attention. That's an attention getter. Look at Wild Travolta.
He looks like he has a Halloween costume on.
Yeah, he's wearing like a black wool cap and weird facial hair.
This side facing the window.
See, there's too much going on. Too many cuts. That usually means that something is not
2
good about the
p.m.
movie. Yeah.
Control center, call them Pelham 1, 2, 3.
You know that these two did their parts separately for this movie?
Yes.
Who is it?
Oh, they
saw each other during the filming.
That always makes for good synergy.
Who's going to give this city a run for its money?
He's so bad.
Terrible. That was horrible.
He's not a good actor.
What do you think, $1 million a piece is too high? Maybe I'm not the guy you should be talking to. I'm a civil service employee.
What time do you got on your watch?
2:13.
59 minutes, I'm gonna start killing passengers.
You don't want innocent people dying, do you?
You tell me.
Obviously, he does, you idiot.
Life is simple now. You just have to do what I say.
Somebody just do something!
Are you sure you don't have some sort of relationship with him? Can everybody hear me?
Every cop in the city is on.
Oh, he's horrendous.
Okay, you got 5 seconds. Okay. 5. What's he doing? 4.
Gandolfini's in there, too.
3. You gotta believe me. 1. Look out!
Not one scene is in this for more than a tenth of a second.
Horrendous.
Travolta. Oh, now they're seen together.
But it's a start.
Yeah.
So now they have Travolta. At the end, they show Denzel pointing a gun at Travolta. So you know that's what happens towards the end of the movie.
I know.
What the fuck? What is wrong
Even
with Hollywood?
shitty movies, I don't like seeing the trailer.
My new
on
thing
the movie.
is, but you want to still get a good seat, so you don't know what to do. I try to avoid
I shut
previews.
my eyes and
I try to avoid
put
previews.
earplugs in.
They now officially give away the entire movie in previews. They were leading toward that, but now they're all in. You see the entire movie in 90 seconds.
Yeah, you know, at some point he's off the train.
Right.
There's having a gun pointed at him. What happened?
Why would Denzel be pointing the gun? He's a civil servant employee. Civil service.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he's not a cop.
Very dramatically. Travolta is a terrible actor, by the way.
He's not.
I don't know how Quentin just gets things out of people, I guess. Because I thought he was great in Pulp Fiction. He played like a guy that I don't think he's ever kind of played before, that laid-back kind of stone fucking heroin guy. He plays that well. But everything else has got to be over-the-top John Travolta. Ugh.
Let's say hi to Kevin. Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, John Travolta, you never buy him as a bad guy either. He's terrible. He's always doing the wink.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't, because he's just bad. He's bad at it.
I watched a bit of when they showed the clip on Letterman. It was like a Denzel, him, back and forth. He was terrible. Travolta was terrible in the clip.
Isn't it safe to say at this point that he lucked out with the whole Pulp Fiction thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Big comeback for John Travolta. And
that was how long ago?
And what has he done since? That we really went, oh,
Give me
wow.
one other movie Travolta's done that was like, wow, that's good.
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's going to argue that Pulp Fiction was an amazing movie and Travolta was great in it.
Yep.
But what has he really done since the big comeback movie?
After that.
I know he's done a lot of stuff, but where we go, wow, what about him in Filled to Space?
Hey, Phenomenon wasn't bad.
What was it?
Phenomenon?
You know what? I kind of like that movie. Gotta say, Kevin. He wasn't that bad in that. You're right. What are you saying about Up?
Well, any of the animated films nowadays, the best way to see it, the only way to see it really is in 3D, although it's a ripoff. I took my 2 kids and my wife, and it would cost us like $60 during the day. Matinee is a thing of the past. There is no matinee anymore.
Yeah, you used to be able to save a few bucks with the matinee thing, right?
Yeah, it's a matinee. Now it's $1 cheaper. Bullshit.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. You get to save $1 and then, spend that money at the concession stands for $18 soda. Thank you. Hey, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. They're past the point of 3D where, it used to be the 2-color glasses, and they used to have a gimmick thing where they're pointing out of the screen all the time at you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember those.
Yeah.
The blue and the red lens give you a headache, and then they'd always do the gag, 3D thing where something would be right in the screen for much too long, like a spear tip. Yeah. And you're like, whoa!
What was the last 3D movie I saw?
Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D. I saw.
3D.
How long ago was that?
Oh, man.
How bad was that?
Mid-'80s? How bad? Horrendous.
There's been a lot of 3D movies lately. I think I saw the latest installment of Superman in 3D.
Really?
And it was pretty fucking cool, the technology.
It good? Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Wasn't distracting.
But then again, it was in the IMAX as well.
Oh, yeah.
That helps. Thank you, Kevin. Let's say hi to Tony. Tony.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, man.
Did you notice, Ope, in that movie, the old version, of course, they reused lines in different movies. When he's talking to the black inspector...
We're talking about the original Pelham 123, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The original Pelham 123. He comes down to the scene, he talks to the black inspector, and he says to him, you sounded much taller on the radio.
Oh, did he really? I didn't...
That's kind of funny.
That's very
funny. He says to him, yeah, you sounded much taller on the radio, which is right out of...
but wait, which was first?
I would say Pelham 123 was first.
Oh, then Smokey and the Bandit took it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They used to have fun
In
with
the
that
original, they did that?
Yeah, if you watch it again, if you get a chance, he reuses that. Oh, well, they don't reuse that line. Smokey and the Bandit reuses
Gleason
that
does.
line.
Yeah.
He says to the black inspector, "Yeah, you sounded much taller on the radio."
Oh, that's funny. Maybe that's what he's referencing.
I only watched like 15 minutes of the original taking of Pelham 123 last night, and the one thing you got to say is they knew how to make New York City gritty in the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These new movies, it's like they can't figure that shit out when they're trying to get some kind of like suspense
clean
going.
and- yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They just knew how to do it.
What was stolen was that in Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, they used Mr. Brown, Mr. Black, Mr. Blue, Mr. Pink, and all that stuff. They used the same thing in this movie.
Yes, they did. That I remember. Take your Pelham 123. They use colors.
Oh, really?
And also, Danny,
Mr. Blonde. Very good, Tony. Very good.
Maybe you
Guys, have a good day, man.
Thanks, sorry, Tony. Maybe you can find it on YouTube, Dan. It's the last scene. The original, of course, they have this one has Travolta and Denzel. Just stupid Hollywood where Denzel's pointing a gun at him. And in the original, Robert Shaw is standing on the train tracks, and I think Matthau was going to arrest him, and he goes, "Do you have the death penalty here in New York?" And Matthau goes, "No," and he goes, "Pity," and then he just touches his foot to the third rail. That's how Robert Shaw dies in the first one.
Shaw was an amazing actor.
He was really
taken much
amazing.
too young.
He was a chilling villain.
He was great in
Jaws.
And the Redford and fucking Newman movie, The Sting.
Right.
He was in The Sting.
Yes,
Steve in
he
Georgia.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
First time call, long time listener.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Hey, listen, don't go see this fucking movie up. I'm telling you, I take my wife and kids, and I'm crying throughout the entire movie. I'm glad it was in 3D, because I had these big colored glasses over my eyes. And I'm sitting there at the end of the movie, and I'm just waiting to leave till everybody leaves because my eyes are. And I'm like,
why were you crying?
I had it.
You know what? Jimmy, I love you so much, man. The movie is so sad. I've been married for 20 years.
Dude.
And you sit there and you watch this movie, and it's about the book, the notebook that she keeps. And at the end of the movie, you know, he feels like such a scumbag, such a curmudgeon because he never does anything with her. And then all of a sudden, you find out at the end of the movie that her whole life was this big journey. And it's just really sad. And I feel like such a bitch.
I did have a slight tear, but it was like,
Holy mother of Christ.
But I told my girl on the way out, I'm like, the whole like message of the movie was it's never too late to, you know, get some new adventures and stuff. And I'm like, no, it's too late for this guy. They made him too old in this animation. He looks like he's got 2 years left tops.
I know. Oh, I'm just calling you out, man, because you said it was a bunch of women crying, and I'm telling you, man, I was there. I was crying,
dude.
And it was a bunch of men crying, and it's the saddest movie since Molly and me.
Steve, listen, motherfucker. I was trying to protect myself by saying all the women were crying in the theater. All right, I had a tear, but I thought I was safe by saying the women were crying. And now you're saying you were crying, so now I have to say, all right.
Oh, God, it was great. You guys are great. Jimmy, happy birthday. Love
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Steve,
Jimmy
thank
Fallon,
you.
And keep it up.
Thanks. Danny's trying to find this moment.
What is the original trailer, as a matter of fact, right? Is it? Or is it the movie?
All the cops look gritty, and everything about these old movies about New York City were terrific. Let me, as we find that clip, let's go to Dennis in Westchester. Dennis.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Hey there, Dennis.
I know I'm going back old, but I saw Dark Knight last night on HBO.
Okay.
And as soon as Batman started talking, I started laughing my ass off.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, but I'm trying to get serious and watch this movie, and all of a sudden all you hear is, I'm Batman. And you just start laughing your ass off.
I gotta say,
you totally ruined that.
I gotta say, Jimmy ruined that for everyone because I too saw that on HBO maybe a couple months ago now, and the same thing. I'm like, fuck, I remember this being a lot better in the movie theater. Jimmy fucked it up for everybody.
I mean, it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The whole
Jerry
time he's
Stiller.
talking, I'm like, oh god.
Is that Jerry Stiller as a cop?
Right on, Dennis.
Oh, maybe.
Who? That guy?
No, I think I saw Jerry Stiller as a cop in
I'm good at
the
this
original.
stuff. Show me,
Taking
I'll
of
tell
Pelham.
you.
It was back a little ways.
That Joker did the wrong thing.
It is?
Kenny knows this?
Kenny knows it.
Kenny, you know that Jerry Stiller was in The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, the original?
Yes, he's the uniformed desk lieutenant. And Walter Matthau is the detective lieutenant.
Now, I was too tired to sit through the movie last night.
Thank you.
Is the original a good movie?
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
I don't think I ever saw the whole thing. Let's go to Brian in North Carolina. Brian.
Hey, just an interesting piece here, trivia, particularly for Anthony, that Michelle Johnson was 17 when that film was made, and her parents had to sign a waiver so she could do those scenes.
She had big, huge... They were starting to kind of like...
Are you shitting me?
I am not.
And blame it on Rio. She was 17 when she was showing her
Enjoy.
cameras. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Kent, the movie guy. Kent.
Hey guys, real quick, one of the movies I did like with John Travolta was a Civil Action, where he plays the lawyer defending or helping the town against the huge corporation that's poisoned the water wells.
I don't think
Sounds like a thrill a minute.
Yeah.
Better courtroom movies I've ever seen, and I also liked him basically doing Clinton in Primary Colors.
Yeah. Not really a...
Not too impressed. That's
These
so
aren't
Jerry
like
Stiller,
Pulp
by the
Fiction.
way.
Yeah, I know. Well, I just got a fleeting glance at him there.
Him.
But have you guys heard about these gold class cinemas they're going to put in New York?
When? They've been talking about this shit forever.
What is
yeah,
it?
no, it's
Blowjobs.
expensive to do, but it's $22 a ticket, and they cut out most of the seats. No one under 18 allowed in the theater at all, so you're not going to have kids, ruining your time or whatever. And you buy your tickets online. I've been to one of these in Oregon. You buy your tickets online, and that's your seat.
Oh, yeah.
Roland was saying that's what they do in, where did he
Sweden.
come? Sweden, right.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a much better.
Yeah, but is it going to look much better, like digital?
Yeah, it's digital projection.
Okay,
yeah.
all right,
It
finally.
looks great. It's a regular TV is about NHD TV is top to bottom is 1,080 pixels, and movie is 4,000 pixels resolution, 4,000 by 6,000 roughly. So I mean, it's going to be way better than your regular TV. It is a great picture.
And for $22, for the people that can't really afford that, think about all the money you are spending in a movie theater. So sacrifice the money at the snack bar and then go see the movie.
Just bring your own sandwich in.
Yeah, throw it down the front of your pants.
Join their club. They you get a free beer and a nice dinner. I mean, they do it up really, really nice.
Beer in the movie theater.
Right on, Ken. Thank you. Let's go to John in Boston. John.
Hi, Chad.
Good evening.
Funny every time.
I agree with a couple calls ago. Up was brutally emotional, and it's all those Disney Pixar ones that just tug at you. And you are not less of a man for crying at Up.
It was a little moisture. All right, it wasn't a
in your vagina.
In my vagina area. Lactating. The best part with the kids, like you hear voices throughout the theater. Is he dead, Daddy? All these questions that I would assume you really don't want to answer.
Yeah. Don't take your kid to a cartoon.
And I bet you most of these parents brought the kids thinking it's a safe movie. I can just
Toy
relax.
Story kind of thing.
There'll be some jokes for me that go over their head,
Yeah.
but no, not really.
Wall-E.
Right.
What did I cry at recently?
Why is that woman crying, Daddy? All that type of shit throughout the whole movie.
Did you tear up recently?
I was going through. I'm gonna have a Lost spoiler for season 3. So if you haven't seen Lost season 3. Turn this off.
Jesus Christ.
No, I know, but I'm saying if you watch
I
the
know.
DVDs.
I'm teasing.
So we were watching it, and it's the one where Charlie died.
Right.
It was a little sad.
Charlie.
My girlfriend, we were watching the whole
Charlie.
series together. She hates Charlie so much.
Yeah.
She wanted him dead since 2 episodes in season 1. We're watching the end of season 3, and it's pretty cool. He's sacrificing himself so they can get off the island. And she goes, "Oh my God, Charlie's gonna die. I'm so happy." She was so fucking happy. This guy was dying. Like, what kind of monster am I dating?
That's amazing.
What a creep.
Charlie is an ass.
He was a big nose. Do you know in real life he's dating Kate?
What? In real life?
Yep. Dominic Monaghan, I think his name is, was dating
No
Kate.
way. Really?
Yep.
He's a fucking, he's one of the hobbits.
He's a big nose.
He's a little fucking hobbit.
His hair was wispy.
And he's fucking dating Kate?
He was for a long time. I don't know if he still is. You are everybody. They were a good band, Drive Shaft.
Drive Shaft.
You are everybody.
Wow, you go back a ways and start watching the original or the first few seasons, and holy shit, you forget how much was going on.
That song was really not good.
No, not good at all.
Let it be known, Cody in Wisconsin says Up was not emotional. It was worst hour and a half I ever spent in a theater.
Attaboy, Cody.
There you go.
Oh, that's... All right, great. Jim in North Carolina. We're going to a place.
Christ.
Now we're all in. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, man, you're not a pussy. I went to see Up with my mom and dad, and my dad's dying of cancer, and I was sitting beside him, and so the woman dies in the first 5 minutes, and I'm crying like a 3-year-old.
Oh. Did you go to Up like, all right, my dad's dying of cancer, this sucks for everybody, maybe we could like escape to the movies, and now you're in the middle of this emotional movie?
Yeah, I got my 5-year-old, my 2-year-old sitting beside me. All they care about is popcorn and Skittles, and I'm, boohooing like I'm one of them.
Oh, Paul.
Right. Unbelievable.
Now I got to go see this movie and see if I blubber.
Yeah, see if you start.
Really good. It's
I
a
don't
great
know.
movie.
I don't know if you're going to.
I cry a lot at movies.
know if you
That's where my emotions come out.
Was that
in TV and movies? Yeah.
Movies?
Actually,
I'm the worst.
Your take on Up will be hilarious. I guarantee it, because just the stuff I know you'll just go after would be fun to hear.
I saw Gran Torino over the weekend.
Love Gran Torino.
I really didn't like it at all.
Really?
Nah. Some lines were fucking hilarious.
The ending was kind of ridiculous.
Terrible.
I'm not even kind. I shouldn't even use the word kind.
He sacrificed himself.
I know.
Shit.
But just how it was so like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
It was so obvious.
That gang of cornballs. They were the worst gang ever.
That
Looked
was
like Bob Kelly and a couple of his friends.
What about when the daughter comes in the front door after she was raped? Did that get you?
Yes. That was a great scene.
As a human being, did that get you?
Great scene. Yeah, because it wasn't cheesy.
She was all
it was sexy.
She was all innocent and full of life before that, and
Great
then
scene.
they
brutalized
took her innocence.
Although the pan to his stupid glass and the 30-second camera hold before it dropped was horrendous. But there were some really funny lines in there, like when they're talking to the black guys.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't like that he didn't say nigger once when he's saying every ethnic slam you can
right.
But then again, he didn't slam Jews at all. He only slammed pretty much Asians.
Asians, because of his war.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be why.
But
the Korean War.
Where she's talking to the three black guys, and then the white black guy says something, and goes, "Shut up, pussy."
Yeah.
That was my favorite line in the movie.
He had some really good fucking scenes, though.
Yeah. But overall,
when he hated
awful.
his own fucking kids and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a lot. That movie could have been amazing. They just missed with that movie.
Yeah, the end was atrocious.
The ending was like, oh boy.
And that gang was so corny.
They were cornball. You mentioned it. I didn't realize
he was just waiting for all the what am I trying to say? Witnesses to see him on the front lawn before he made his move.
Because they wouldn't testify anyway.
We get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Dang.
Let's go to Rob on Long Island. Rob.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
You're talking about the new technology and stuff that's coming out with TVs and movie. I read articles on this. They have a new television set that it's like a cylinder, and no matter where you sit in the room, you can see the picture dead on. So you don't have to just you can put a TV in the center of the room, and everybody just milling about it like a party, or you could set chairs and couches around and watch TV dead on. Now, when they improve on this technology, like 40, 50 years from now, they could have,
yeah, wow. He's right,
arenas,
Wait, how is the TV's rounded, you said?
Well, yeah, it's like a cylinder.
And weren't you looking at something on the computer last week where the screens are starting to be curved now?
Yeah,
right?
they're curving them.
They're curving them a bit.
Yep.
Well, I'm telling you, eventually it's going to be holograms. I think, with 80 years.
The future.
Yeah, it'll be, TVs will cease to exist. It'll just take place in your living room. It'll be somewhat interactive.
Ooh, like a play going on in your house.
Sure, because the graphics will be so good that you can get, you look what they can do in the MMA fight game. It looks pretty fucking realistic.
Pretty good.
Picture
Like
40 years of technology from now. What they'll be able to do, you'll be able just to kind of go, like a Sims game, be able to go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Or, you'll have 10 different options.
And interact a little bit.
Yeah, because you can have whole scenes just created because you've got the computer images.
The holodeck from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Always trouble, though, in the holodeck. They ought to recall that thing. It's horrible. You go in there, you start having fun, and something fucks up. You can't get out. You really get hurt. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the curved monitor. Oh, wow, the game.
Why didn't we come up with curved monitors a long time ago?
Couldn't figure that shit out. How do you curve a big tube with a cathode ray fucking thing in the back?
Just melt it and bend it.
Yeah, there you go.
G. Fraser from Ohio. I saw Up and No Tears. You're a fag, Ope. Omar from Jersey. Ope, what did you think of that stork animation before Up? That's what I said, Ant. The stork animation before the actual film was amazing.
Better than it, yeah.
It was a quick little 10-minute thing, and it was good. There was a few laughs in there.
I don't know.
And the animation actually looked way better. And someone was telling me,
Really?
is this true? You know more about movies than me. That the previews are done on a digital projector, and then the regular movie goes back to the film like we all.
Just depends on the theater, but I never heard that. Why would they play something on a digital projector and not play the whole thing if they own a digital projector?
I think the guy's onto something, because the short film before Up looked way better on the screen. Way better. Maybe we can look that up, see if there's any truth to that in some theaters where they're using a digital projector for the previews.
You'd think they'd use it for the whole fucking
Yeah, no kidding.
thing,
But
man.
obviously there's a reason why they can't do that.
Well, Lucas was talking about, George, by the way. He was talking about, yes.
Georgie.
He was talking about digital delivery a while ago, where movie theaters won't have to actually get hard copies of the films delivered to them. It'll be delivered to them online, onto a computer, and then they play it that way. But, of course, they're afraid of pirating. It'll be so much easier just to be able to download the movie directly from the source instead of camcorder in the theater, kind of a shitty copy like some people got and some people made fun of.
No, hey, look, I saw a copy of Star Trek that was so good because I was wondering what did Kirk's shoes look like, and boy, did I get a fucking choppy view of Kirk's shoes.
I know. Halfway through, he went into an epileptic fit from the choppiness.
Hank goes, you'll get used to the choppiness. Really? When?
He had a Pokemon seizure.
Well, how will I? If we're going down in a plane and watching it, I'll feel like it's normal. There's an earthquake while we're watching this, and your house shakes.
Oh, goddamn.
Jimmy, what did you think of the Asian kids acting in Gran Torino? That's coming in from Stephen Queen.
It wasn't terrible. It was just a little boring. I really didn't give a fuck. I thought the girl was very good. And I thought Eastwood's performance was good. It wasn't, the movie kind of was
played an old guy. That's what he is.
I just didn't care about it that much. It was like,
I liked how he hated his own kids. I thought that was terrific.
Yeah, and his kids were kind of annoying and shitty and dismissive. And
they were all scared of him, too. I loved that.
But the whole thing, you'd let me take a 4-hour, do we need a 4-hour scene of him in a buffet? We got it. You're bonding with the neighbors. Fucking get on with it. Come up with something else. 2 hours of tool shopping with this fucking dull kid? Pow! All right. He's in the fucking basement of their stupid party, and there's a bunch of creepy teenagers.
Jimmy should just do movie reviews.
But it was so obvious that Cleveland wanted to fuck that young Asian girl, and he thought that she kind of liked him, and he was annoyed that she left with those guys.
Yep.
It was just stupid.
So this leads to my original question. The last movie on the list at the box office weekend box office gross.
I know it is.
It made the list because it came out Friday, but it's a huge disappointment.
Gran Torino 2: The Jews Strike Back.
It's a disaster.
Eddie Murphy's movie.
There you go. Imagine that. Made $5.7 million.
Oh, I was going to say billion.
They were hoping for, I would say, at least 30 to 40 million on this movie. Made 5.7. It's another bomb for Eddie Murphy.
Why needs a comeback?
Yeah, it's like I guess he's doing all kids movies, and he's just doing so many of them.
You can't go wrong with a kid movie, though. For some reason,
you can now.
Yeah, but they would argue this is still a success because of the DVDs and all the other shit they'll get out of it.
You know my problem with Eddie Murphy is
edgy or anything. It's the clumps. What are you doing this time? Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy. 3 Eddie Murphy. All right.
He's a good actor. Like I would like to see him. It's like Eddie, you're a he's probably worth $300 million. You could do whatever you want. Why not play a murderer? Or play like a guy, play a rapist, or play a guy who's a brutal, abusive, alcoholic husband.
Right.
Or because you're a talented dude. It's like you've done enough comedy. Everybody knows you're funny. You've done kids movies. People know you can do that.
Why? Because he just wants to be famous instead of be creative and and challenge himself.
To me, that would be something.
He just wants to be in the public eye. That's why you make movies like that. When you have such, he's a very talented guy. Obviously,
did
we
a
all know
musical,
that.
which was a hit.
He could do whatever the fuck he wants. He chooses this because he really wants to still be part of mainstream America. So he'll sacrifice all that just so his exposure's up.
Yeah, but the movies suck.
Well, I know,
and he's not being looked at as a guy that's.
He didn't make this thinking it was going to suck, though.
An A-lister anymore.
What's it about?
He has
Something
a daughter,
with
and the daughter is able to draw things, and the things she draws kind of are graphs of stocks and things like that. So he's able to use that to make a fuckload of money.
Yeah, but something with a blanket too was in the preview.
Really?
Yeah, because the preview gave away the movie, and something about the blanket, and she's getting older, and they have to take the blanket away, but the blanket is really important to her imagining all this stuff in. I think when you take the blanket away, then for some reason she can't do it anymore.
Oh, really?
So
it's a magic blanket.
So then they showed a scene where Eddie Murphy is getting in trouble with the wife, like, you have to be a dad first.
Yeah. It gets to that point, right?
Like, what family out there, if your kid had this talent, you would be worried about being a dad first?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? If we're going to sacrifice this one for the sake of the family.
If it required the umbilical cord to be attached, you make the you make the sacrifice.
You got to be a dad first. I went, ugh.
What does he realize? The money's not important, and he's got to be a dad.
What do you think?
So why don't you let the little bitch pay for college first?
Right.
You rotten kid.
And finally, wrapping up our movie discussion, the trailer for the new Michael Moore documentary about the bailout. He's doing a whole movie about the bailout.
Yeah.
Hit theaters, and it's getting a bit of attention.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Michael Moore. Instead of using this time to tell you about my new movie, I'd like to take a moment and ask you to join me in helping our fellow Americans. The downturn in the economy has hurt many people. People who've had no choice but to go on government assistance. Yet our welfare agencies can only do so much. That's why I'm asking you to reach into your pockets right now and lend a hand. Ushers will be coming down the aisles to collect your donations for Citibank, Bank of America, AIG, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and a host of other needy banks and corporations. Won't you please give generously? Now, I know what you're thinking. I already gave at the bailout. And I know you did. But even if you've given in the past, give some more. It'll make you feel good.
Not a bad idea. So then the lights go on in the theater, and they actually have ushers going up and down the aisles collecting money. And, of course, not many people actually putting money in the baskets, but
I gather not. Oh, God, what a mess he is.
Pretty smart idea, though.
That really is a great...
He's got a lot of attention today.
He mentions the people hit by the economy and having to go on government assistance, and then we're giving money to these banks. It's fucking...
He's got a can that says, "Save our CEOs." So there you go. This is really good. Kyle S. from Indiana writes, I forgot how funny Eddie Murphy was until he was on Conan the other night. So he's on Conan the other night just killing because he's being like the Eddie Murphy we do know and love.
Do we have any of that? I didn't even know he was on Conan.
Maybe we could get a little taste of that after the break. Yeah. I saw Ice Age on acid and it made me cry. All right,
come on.
Let's go to Matt. Matt, what the fuck?
Hey guys, my girl and I dropped some acid one night and went and landed on Ice Age, and we couldn't get the DVD to work because we were, too fucked up to realize you had to flip it over to get to the actual movie portion. So we were stuck on like the bonus material, and there was this little animation, like 15 minutes long, about a bunny who had lost her husband bunny, and we just took on like all the pain and like everything in the world, and just like near suicidal after watching a 15-minute clip. Unreal. Never did get to the movie to work though.
Yeah.
So.
All right, bro. Jesus. That's so awesome. Ricky M. from Massachusetts. Gary Glitter agrees with Opie. You can't go wrong with a kid movie.
You know what I was watching last night, which I couldn't turn off?
What?
Fucking Casino.
I did too.
God, I mean, everyone knows Sharon Stone. She won for that, I think, right?
Amazing in that
God
movie.
Damn it!
Fucking amazing.
I watched that too, the whole thing.
When she was wearing that awful gold suit outfit, she ran like a cunt.
Yeah,
like it was the greatest cunty
really
walk
was.
she had.
Yep.
God damn, was she good?
Fucking Pesci with that head push down move in the car. And yeah, that's what I was thinking with the... pushes the girl's head down in his lap.
When he says to her, you need a sponsor? You need a sponsor?
Yeah. Sponsor? You motherfucker.
You Jew motherfucker.
He's out in the middle of the desert yelling at him. Yeah, you motherfucker.
I looked up the lighting in Casino was great because like they would have these really weird lights, like the guys would be talking, their hands were very brightly lit. It had so much bright lighting in really weird places in Casino. It was really
I guess they wanted that Vegas fucking, kind of colorful lit look.
It was a weird they did it in the scene where like Frank Vincent's talking to Remo, the head mobster.
Oh, right.
You watch all these weird moments that there was like a bright stage light coming through the window or onto their hand. It was a purposeful
Frank
thing.
Vincent's so good too. It's like, no, I didn't see nothing. That fucking voice of his.
I love after Pesci throws her out of the club and Pesci sits on the steps and he's fucking, he knows. And he goes, I fucked up bad this time, Frankie. And stupid Frank Vincent's against the wall just goes, hey, take it easy. What could you do? She threw herself at you. It was like the worst consoling.
I know. It's really bad.
Take it easy.
He's kind of out of breath, too. He's trying to throw that fucking bitch out the door.
I'm in a bad fucking spot here.
Yeah.
That was great. He was really frightened.
He knew that was it. They keep asking me. They keep asking me about that. You understand? You understand what I mean? He was a scary fucking mobster.
Yes, he was.
Remo, right?
Yeah.
And he did... You didn't see him do anything except just talk. And it wasn't like, I want that motherfucker dead. He just was like, you understand what I'm saying? This can't happen. This can't happen. And you just knew it's like... And then when they had that big meeting, and it was like, yeah, I agree. Everybody said, no, the guy should live. He's all right. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah, you're right. But why take the chance? All right, fuck. Bullet in the head.
He was based on a character, I forget the guy's the real mob guy's name, who died when he was like 90. And they said what happened was Nicky and his, the real name, I forget the guy's real name, who Pesci played. His brother's real name was Michael. It was
Dominic in the...
Right, but in real life, I think it was Anthony and Michael. And they really were killed. I saw photos of the real, fucking gravesite. Oof. They were killed in a cornfield 5 miles from this mobster's Indiana property. Because they said that he blamed him for getting him convicted. Like in the movie, the Remo character, you didn't know what happened, but in real life, he got convicted on skimming, and he spent like 8 years in jail. And they said that was one of the reasons he probably had him killed and buried alive, because they felt he blamed him for getting him convicted.
Frank Vincent with that baseball bat.
Oh, yeah, this last scene is
Tough guy!
So sick. Tough guy.
Amazing.
Just beating his fucking head in.
With an aluminum bat.
It's like, he's still breathing, and he just cracks his skull open.
And they they buried them alive in their underpants.
They're choking on their own blood, and they're just throwing dirt on top of them.
Barely alive.
That was a great movie.
Hey, we got to take a break. Top 5. Let's make this list. You and Jimmy mostly. Top 5 mob movies of all time.
Mob movies?
I want to know what your top 5 would be after the break. Would Casino...
Mafia with Jay Moore.
Would Casino make the top 5 of all time? That's the question.
Casino?
Well, we'll answer after the break. And also after the break, we're going to learn about the comfort wipe.
I've heard about this. Bob Kelly... He Twittered it.
He's all about the comfort wipe?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll learn about the comfort wipe after the break, too. But first, this.
And now, backstage with O&A. Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and the Backstage with O&A reporters were live backstage with O&A as they prepared for Jimmy Fallon Show. We ran into Opie as he exited the bathroom arm in arm with Jim Norton.
Opie, were you just in the restroom?
I sure was, Sam. I sure was.
How are the bathrooms here at the Jimmy Fallon Show?
They were terrific. I ran into little Jimmy Norton in the bathroom.
Oh, my. Did you guys leave anything in there?
Well, we kind of had a moment because we were both at the urinals. Of course, having 3 or 4 urinals in between us. And I started my leak, and so did he. And then he stopped his leak, so did I. And then we both started up exactly the same time to continue our leak.
I think that's a good omen for tonight's show.
You think?
I think so.
Why is that, Sam?
Because you guys both had equal pisses.
All right. Well, why don't you ask him something?
he's lying about the urinals being separated. We were urinal by urinal, and what we had the moment was, as he was peeing, and I heard him stop, and I thought he was nervous, so I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said, it's going to be great tonight. And he said, thanks, and he put his hand on my shoulder.
I said, if you look down on my really nice TV shirt, I got an actual droplet of my urine.
Oh, my gosh.
So I have to go back to makeup and have them scrub out my urine from my TV T-shirt.
You can sell...
I'm going to have them scrub out that urine droplet from my TV shirt. So I got to go now.
All right, bye. Good luck.
Thank you, Sam.
As Opie tried to fix his bathroom problem, we continued to cover the scene. Stay tuned for more backstage info from O&A on Jimmy Fallon, only on
Backstage with O&A.
It's a bitches that it gets.
Yeah, old school. Yeah.
Boo.
It's a bitches that it gets.
Yeah, sing it, Pesci.
It's a bitches that it gets.
It's the bitches that it gets you.
It's a bitches.
Is he singing this?
Oh, of course he is. Yeah.
It's a bitches that it gets.
Right, that's what
It's a bitches that it gets.
Is it just this?
It's a loop.
Why do we play these stupid loops when we come back from break? Can we play a piece of a song?
I like
No.
Oh, I hate that.
No, the rest of the song sucks.
All right, now here it
No,
comes.
but
Now
I mean
it
in
kicks
general.
It's a bitches
Oh,
that
no,
it
it
gets.
doesn't.
What is it with these rejoiners? We don't just play a piece of a song.
This is a little
It's a bitches
taste.
that it gets.
Dan?
You don't understand.
Typically in the radio biz, you don't talk over like lyrics and stuff, so you just loop.
Oh, well, how about the fuck the radio business? How about we fucking do it sounds right?
We could do a little.
I'm going to learn
You guys
about
want.
the radio business.
No, but I mean, just play a piece of the song, whatever song it is.
I actually, I don't mind doing that.
What?
What you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm actually agreeing with you, Jimmy.
So if you want, we use
a
full
little-
songs again.
Not full songs, but like a nice little hook of a cool song.
Yeah, but it's
A
actually
little
a piece
Waiting
of
for the
song.
Sun would be completely awesome right now, right, Jimmy? Waiting, 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 waiting for you to.
For your son. Wait, what was the song they
Who
used?
doesn't love the Doors, right?
I like
Jimmy,
them.
big Doors fan?
No, but I do like them. They used this song Casino. What was the song, Anthony, at the end? Best usage of a song ever.
It had to be the Stones.
No.
Stones work well in movies.
House of the Rising Sun.
By the Animals?
Yes.
Turn this up, will you?
I just spent it we were coming back.
You were listening to Alice in Chains this weekend, Ed? I was listening to The Doors.
Really? I was also listening to a little Chicken Foot.
Were you really?
I downloaded the Chicken Foot album onto my iPod.
You said you would. Was it good?
Yeah. Yeah, you know. It's, I wanted to really goof on it a lot, but, you know, Sammy sounds good, and it's what it is.
It's good backyard music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly. It sounds dated, you know. So, but it's all right.
All right. Don't get me into the Doors right now. Fuck, I'll be suggesting a million songs. A little 5 to 1, a little Backdoor. What's your favorite Doors song?
I couldn't even tell. I don't
You're not
like
a big
the
Doors fan.
Don't
God
like.
damn it! You're not
probably
a big Doors
just,
or
this
Zeppelin
is the
fan.
end because of Apocalypse.
I'd say The End, or I like People Are Strange
Why
a lot.
don't you like the Doors?
I just don't like
That
them.
one bothers me.
Never liked that sound.
That one actually bothers me.
Yeah,
it really does.
Oh, sorry.
Like Zeppelin, I'm like I can understand
Yeah.
why you might not like Zeppelin, but the Doors, they're timeless.
No, you know what it is too. It's a few Doors songs have made me not like even the ones that I kind of like.
So,
like, I hate that whole. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer. It's like, oh, you're so fucking, you're profound and so deep, and shut up. Do your drugs, you fucking
So
asshole.
all that weird like preaching stuff.
Yeah, he's talking during the song and yelling.
Yes, son. I want to kill you.
Father,
Yeah,
yes, son.
it's like, just shut up already.
I thought you were going to say like the poppy Doors like turned you off to the other Doors music, but it's that other stuff. That weird shit
it's
he
that
did.
weird fucking talky shit that
The
kind of
Bluebird.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and then somebody had a poster in their room of Jim Morrison, and on the bottom it said "An American Poet."
Yeah,
and I'm like, I hated it.
That's too bad. L.A. Woman. That's a great driving
Break
song.
On Through is a good song.
Break On Through.
And another thing is, it's just, I've heard every fucking song 1,001 times.
Yeah, but that second
from
tier,
when they were new.
But the second tier of Doors songs are finally getting, some good
Yeah.
airplay. Like everyone heard "L.A. Woman" and "Break On Through" and "Hello, I Love You" and give me a few others. You know
I
the
couldn't
ones.
tell you.
But then the second tier is always the "Waiting for the Sun," "Backdoor Man," 5 to 1, Peace Frog. Those songs were amazing. That never got real airplay.
Yeah,
unless you had kind of a hip rock station in your town.
I'm just never really gonna
listen to that bass line though. Footer says Doors suck.
Just such a wild man pulling his dick out on stage. Whoa!
Yeah, but you know what? You got to give it to him because he was out of his fucking mind. Now, if someone pulls a dick out on stage, like, well, I'm trying to get noticed by the paparazzi.
What do you say? What is Tracy Morgan doing?
Yeah.
I'm eating the driest snack in history.
What are you
Rice
eating?
cake with peanut butter on it.
Can I see that?
No.
Why?
I have no moisture left in all of my body right now.
And then someone's saying, play Knocking at Your Back Door by Deep Purple. Actually, Knocking at Your Door by Deep Purple, right?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. I think we've
was playing
discussed
a
that
little-
one already.
Yeah, I was playing a little Deep Purple out in the yard.
See? I'm with you. Chicken Foot, I don't know yet.
Good shit. Chicken Foot, I don't know.
Hey, Stephen S. from Bayshore writes, when you see Frank Vincent killing someone in a movie, who the fuck doesn't believe he's actually capable of doing that? That guy is great.
Yeah.
And that leads to the top 5 mob movies of all time. Ask
One
you guys
more
that question.
thing, though, with Frank Vincent was the vicious beating scene in Jungle Fever. When his daughter comes home and he finds out she's been with the black guy. Oh, my God. Just the language and the pounding, and he's throwing her around the house.
Dude, you said one more thing about Frank Vincent, but I'm going to trump your one more thing. Frank Vincent was in the news last week, and we blew it off because we were way too busy. Has anyone seen the Frank Vincent mob commercials? I don't even know for what product. What product? Do you know, Jimmy?
No.
Danny, do you know?
Beer.
Is it for a beer?
Is it?
I believe so, yeah.
He's playing the stereotypical mobster, blah, blah, blah. The commercials are great. Frank Vincent's great. This is a biggie for him because it's a national commercial, and he's not actually doing a lot of stuff these days. And the commercials have been pulled because of the stereotypical mob shit.
Are you kidding?
Chicago has got that one done.
Come on.
Chicago got it done, I believe.
Give me a break.
Can we find that story if possible?
Unbelievable.
And the commercials are pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Well, the fucking book he wrote. A guy's guide to being a man's man.
Man, guys. Yeah.
We got to keep it honest on this show. We love you, though, Frank. Anthony in New York.
That's great.
Anthony in New York.
Some recipes.
Hey. Anthony.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Come on.
Yeah, the beats that you guys were talking about earlier, the rock beats. So they're so famous that even the rappers are using them. Almost every beat that came out, every rapper's using them nowadays.
What?
Nas had that.
Every beat that come out, the rappers are using it these days. Yeah, Doors, I guess, huh?
Are they using the Doors in rap music?
Yeah. Nas had it before. And so did Jay-Z as well.
I hated Caddyshack 2, by the way. Just
It's
want to throw that
awful.
out there.
It was great.
Caddyshack 2 because
Jackie Mason was
I don't
funny.
consider it a movie.
Sounds
Check it out.
It
sounds
does.
like Jackie
Oh, I didn't catch it. Oh, my God, Jimmy. Dude, I'm sorry. What is
Dude, that was a big story that we didn't talk about, right? Tony Darrell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he has mob ties for real.
And
remember he was
got
there?
arrested.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah. It's for Miller Light, Redding from Whackbag. Thank you.
Do we
Vincent.
have it?
It's not on YouTube at all. I'm looking for the video
They
right now.
fucking pulled these commercials and made it like they never existed. Because some group in Chicago got
Well, one of
involved.
these Italian groups that it's stereotypical.
yes.
Shut up.
You're an Italian,
Be
Ed.
proud of your fucking heritage.
This is your story.
Part of it.
You're Italian. Do you give a shit?
No, I think it's great. It's, as a matter of fact, a lot of Italians think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The old school mob shit and the. Oh, is that it?
I think so.
All right, let's see.
Hold on, let me get this.
Crank that up a little bit. The music.
Can I help you?
Maybe we can help you. We're here to offer you protection.
Oh, we've got all the protection we need.
Oh!
Thanks, but no thanks, fellas.
Oh! Miller Lite cans have a taste protector lid with a special barrier to block out that metal can taste and lock in that great Pilsner taste.
Let's muff the floor with this guy.
Oh, thanks.
Oh!
The taste protector lid from Miller Lite.
Silly.
It's silly.
Dude, it's a great
Exactly.
campaign, and they fucked it up.
You've gotta be kidding
They fucked
me.
it up. They pulled all these ads.
It's actually making fun of the mafia in a way.
Right.
Like it's goofing on them, and it's kind of trivializing that whole thing.
Is
What
this
a
another
fucking
one?
Babies.
Is another one? People don't get it. It's
Hey, guys. We're here to offer you protection. Protection?
Yeah, without protection, things can happen. Bad things.
Well, thanks, but I got all the protection I need. What are you, a wise guy?
he just makes that
Miller
face
Lite
at it.
bottles have a taste protector cap with a special seal that locks out air and locks in that great Pilsner taste.
Speaking of protection, that guy down there is under witness protection. Really?
The taste protector cap from Miller
Yeah,
Lite.
it's a goof. Come on.
They're fun. Come on.
You know something?
You got the news story too,
Do you know how
Dan?
much money they just cost Frank Vincent? Do you know how much
shit.
money they cost him, these fucking
shit.
assholes?
Oh, Frank Vincent, you know.
He's fuming.
He went out swinging. He was pissed.
I bet.
I meant to do the story last week, but we just never got to it.
It'd be great if Frank Vincent actually killed the people that were responsible. He actually does it.
Italians are pissed at Vincent. They aren't pissed at Vincent. They're pissed at the what? Let's go to Rick in Louisiana. He might know a little bit. Rick?
Rick's an idiot from Louisiana. What's he know about Italians? Rick?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, those guys been fighting up there. They had nothing to do with Italians. It's got to do with the mob and the beer. They're still selling that old style and stuff up there. They've been fighting Budweiser and Miller for years to keep old style and them other local breweries going. You know what I'm saying? This is just a marketing ploy.
It says beer ads pulled over Italian complaints. That's the news story.
Yeah.
But the phone caller story is different.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the news story.
So the news story, what's in that article? I can't.
It says Miller Lite beer's new protection campaign, prominently featuring actor Frank Vincent from HBO's Mobster at the Sopranos, being pulled after Chicago representatives of the Italian-American community lashed out over the stereotypical mafia depiction of Italian Americans in the ads.
Unbelievable. Don't fucking represent me, you fucking, you struns.
We seem to be the last breed in America that ad agencies think they could take a shot.
Everyone's the last one. Everyone's the last one.
Everyone.
Lou Rago, founder of the Italian American Human Relations Foundation.
Louis Bones Rago. He's probably got a middle name like the horse. Hey, Louis Velour.
Jesus Christ, enough.
Do you see the other commercial? There's another one that you didn't show. It's the same thing. Where he comes in, he goes, people thought it was too rough. He's like, hey, you need protection. And the guy goes, what do you mean? He goes, from the Moulignans.
Oh! Yeah, apparently Lou Rago and Anthony Beretta had a problem with
great.
such
Fantastic. You know something? First of all, don't try to represent everybody in a community. We're not all part of a community. I like that shit. I love the fact that part of Italian history is the mafia, dating back to the old country, all that shit. It's fascinating. It's so interesting that they've made so many movies about it. Why do you think? Why do you think that mob movies are so popular? And that these characters are so memorable and popular. Hands up, anyone? Opie, I know you put your hand up, but you always raise your hand.
I have my hand up.
Someone new. Okay.
I have my hands up.
Shut up.
Because they're mob movies.
Oh, can you elaborate a little more on that,
question?
young Opie?
Oh, what was the question again?
Oh, see, you aren't paying attention. You get an F.
What was the question?
Why are they so popular?
Why are they so popular?
Because they're mob
Oh,
movies.
I know why.
Jimmy Norton?
Because there are cars in them.
Yes, there are cars in them. This is the retard class.
I know the answer to that one, Anthony.
Leave the room.
Because there are lots of pasta and spaghetti in them.
Yes.
People love those pastas depicted.
I would poo in my pants.
People don't get it.
People need to see yellow and green suits.
Yes.
Like De Niro wore.
I know, what horrible suit.
Also-
Dice glasses at the end were great, too.
Ty in Pittsburgh's got it. The other guy in the Frank Vincent Miller Light commercials, he's best known for what?
I don't know.
He played Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No.
He was in Dumb and Dumber and died from eating the, I think, was it a spicy burger or was it a
that's him?
fucking...
Those they put those super hot peppers on his burger.
Well, what was he eating? Was it a burger?
Yeah, I think it was just a burger.
And they put the peppers in the burger and he died? His heart blew up, basically.
Yeah, right. Travis reminded me they somehow mixed up his pills with rat poison, right?
What?
I'm not remembering it.
Wait.
as vividly as
No,
that.
he needed his pills because he was eating the spicy.
Oh,
food.
right. He had
So
pills for
shoving
like
pills
acid
down.
reflux. You're right. So they got the acid reflux rocket, and then he reached for his pills to take care of the acid reflux, but it was like rat poison pills.
Oof.
A lot of questions on the show today. Here's another question.
Yeah, yes.
Dumb and Dumber, still a good movie.
I didn't really like it in the first place, to tell you the truth.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
It's one of those movies that didn't strike me as funny.
Top 5 mob movies. You guys got your list?
Well, I think Aunt and I will know who the fucking top 3 are.
Top 3 has to be Goodfellas, Casino, Godfather.
What about two?
I'm not putting him in that order.
What
I'm
about
just
2
saying.
Godfather movies in the top 5?
I'm not doing them in an order.
I
I'm just
put
doing top
Godfather,
5.
Godfather 2.
Yes.
Casino. I mean, Goodfellas. I think Casino I put in my top 5, absolutely. It was just the number 5 spot. I was having trouble.
What about Wise Guys?
Well, Godfather 2, yeah. All right.
What about A Bronx
I forgot
Tale? What about
that.
Carlito's Way?
Well, I was thinking of A Bronx Tale, but I don't like the whole fucking angle with the kid and the
Boondock
fucking girl.
Saints. No.
Kind of ruined it.
The Untouchables with De Niro is decent. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 5. A Kiss of Death with Richard Widmark. That's a really old. I don't know if that's really a mob movie, but he was one of the scariest gangsters ever.
Yeah, it's kind of...
I forgot about The Bronx Tale. But I didn't like the acting. I thought the kid C was a fucking terrible actor.
Yeah, that's
like
that
he was in
kinda
Renaissance
wrecked it.
Man with Danny DeVito. There's a fucking scene. Oh, it's so bad. Where they have to do Shakespeare. I forget what Renaissance Man was about, but at the end where he's doing Shakespeare it's raining.
Oh no!
And it's like this moment. I don't know if we can find that. Daniel's looking at something, but
that's got to be bad.
It's so bad. Do you know what?
Godfather was fucking boring. Blue Heeler from Kentucky, right?
Oh well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
It was. You're right. Terrible.
Yeah, great. Horrible.
Terribly boring.
No.
What do you say to that? I can't even address that. That's like if he would have called up and he said, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was never actually made. Oh, all right, you're right. We all imagined it. You can't address that.
How do you address that?
You can't even address.
No, what
that
can you say?
statement.
Hey, you know what? A circle and a square are technically the same. All right, fine. You say so. I can't wrap my head around a response for that.
Neither
That's not it, is
a
it?
borrower nor
No, it's in the rain at the end of Renaissance Man. It's so bad.
Ugh.
Danny DeVito plays a teacher, I think. I just don't remember. Maybe somebody out there remembers Renaissance Man. It was so douchey.
Ant's getting a shame on you today for
Why?
your Dumb and Dumber comment. They're saying that should be one of the movies you show in your fine theater.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh.
Why?
Oh, shit.
Why?
Oh, timeless. Dumb and Dumber is a fantastic movie of timeless comedy. Anthony, shame on you. You should be looping that movie in your theater.
Shame.
We missing any mob movies that are great?
Yeah, actually, Travis reminded me of one that no one's hit on yet. You guys want it or you want to
Yeah,
keep
go ahead.
guessing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Donnie Brasco.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That was great.
Little Donnie Brasco.
Absolutely. That was better than The Untouchables. That was better than Bronx Tale. Got cancer in a prick.
Cancer to prick.
I got it because I fell asleep on my lips. I don't know what that means.
Could not get over that picture with those huge lips.
Holy shit, they're awful. Like tank shoes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. God damn, Donnie Brasco was great.
Miley Cyrus. Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
She's a well-protected Disney star.
Certainly is.
And I know you're reaching for your dial. Do not, please. Miley Cyrus is doing all sorts of interviews. Promoting what? Who the fuck knows?
I think
movie,
it's her
maybe?
last year of doing Hannah Montana, by the way.
Oh, really?
Why, is she too old or she's bored?
Dude, you see the new one that's supposed to take over? Oh,
Hot?
God.
Yeah, she just signed
damn it.
Punch her up.
Did you see the new one that is Miley Cyrus's big competition? I'm in the know. And she's got a movie coming out. I don't know her name.
Look like her a little? Are they trying to make it look
Hell,
like her a little? Or they
way
went a whole different...
Way hotter. And she's probably underage. But
I'm probably not
way
dirty.
hotter.
Like Miley Cyrus is a dirty girl.
I don't know her name, Dan. This is going to be a tough little search for you, I think. She's like the number 2 in the Disney world.
Stable?
Yeah, they got Miley Cyrus, and then this one is coming up fast.
When the hell did this happen?
And nipping at the heels of Miley. What's her fucking name?
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. Nipping at the heels. Dark hair, and I believe blue eyes.
Miley Cyrus! He shot Miley Cyrus!
And look down. What about The Departed? $2 movie? Look down for the answer to
Wasn't even
this
that great.
question, Ant. Someone will have it.
Departed, I thought Martin Sheen was great.
The new Miley Cyrus. Coming up strong. Going to be the big star in Disney.
Trying to find Uncle Paul.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
And this girl's always on.
It's them.
Not always, but she's been on WWTDD.com in tiny little bikinis, matter of fact.
Oh, yeah.
There she is. That's her.
That's the one.
All right.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
see.
Now, represent, Danny.
Holy
Find a good
shit,
one.
what's with the fucking bikinis?
Yeah, there you go.
Warriors did it.
There you go. No, no, that's
Wait
not
a minute.
her.
Why are they in bikinis?
I don't think that's her, though. There are
at the
bikini
beach.
shots of this girl, but I don't think that was her.
Yeah.
Show Aunt the face to begin with.
Okay, yeah. Give
Give her a good
give me a little
face.
head.
For a good one.
No, I wouldn't pick that one. No.
I could stay.
All right.
She's cute, but
Yeah.
she has too much hair.
there's a
She looks like
lot of
fucking
hair.
Ian Gillan.
Hey, put her name and then bikini, because then maybe a bikini shot will pop up. Maybe, just maybe.
She's not prettier than Miley Cyrus.
There
I
we
don't
go.
think.
All
Here
right.
we go. Okay.
All right.
I go
Yeah,
1,
get
2,
that
3.
one.
No, I would
Oh,
always.
she's walking away.
Oh, man. Hold the phone. Keep. All right. Slowly. Slower.
Jesus.
God, you're You're scrolling up and down. I see feet head. I want to see fucking slow. All right. Go down.
All right, here's the
All right. Look at that fucking
By the way, I think she.
fat pussy.
Jesus, Ann, she's 15.
Shut up.
14, maybe.
No. That's not my fault she's got a fat pussy.
That is true.
She's in a little bikini.
It is not Ant's fault.
She looks like an adult.
Demi
Far
Lovato.
from me.
I guess her name's Demi Lovato.
This one's Selena Gomez.
Oh, no, it's Selena then. Yeah, whoever the one Danny's got. This is the one that's coming up strong.
Go to some other pictures.
Like,
of
give
her.
us another bikini
She's
shot.
got a pretty face.
Go with.
Anything on the beach in a bikini facing forward.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Forwards.
Well, yeah, I want to see if Ant was right. Look at her big feet.
Dump
Jesus
her.
Christ. Because she's got skinny teenage girl legs. She's too young.
Shut up.
All right.
Impossible.
She hasn't developed fully yet. Like 2
Well,
years.
'cause
to be-
she's like 14
Ah.
or something.
Well, how old? You keep
Guys
going
are out of
lower.
your mind. She's like 9. What do you?
I know. She's she's
Then why are people taking pictures of her on the beach in a bikini?
because she's famous.
Why is she wearing a bikini?
She is the new Miley Cyrus coming up strong.
Maybe they weren't taking a picture. Maybe they're taking a picture of that telephone pole in the back in the bushes.
That was my cock.
Go to page
Hope
2.
so. There was a lineman on it.
Let's go page 2.
A couple of birds on your fucking helmet.
Page 3.
What?
All right, well, you get the point.
Got a lot of different bikini pictures of her.
I don't think she's as pretty as Miley Cyrus.
You get the what?
No, I don't. I think she's pretty.
What?
But I give it to Millie.
Miley Cyrus. So she's doing the interview circuit, and this is the only reason we're. Your buddy's coming. Look, please look.
Oh, there he is. Look, he just looks away and
I know he
smiles.
Who cares? That fucking head of his is gigantic. I've never seen a head that large on a fucking walking creature.
He hates us.
Who cares? He shouldn't have shot his mouth off. We didn't know. We had
Next
nothing.
time, open the fucking door and let him come in and then speak his fucking piece.
We had nothing bad to say about him.
And Jimmy had a stare down coming back from the bathroom last week, Friday, I think it was.
Big deal. The guy's
really
just a
fucking
jealous
funny.
old douche. Fucking should have shut your mouth and not fucked with us. We never would have badmouthed you.
Holla. So Miley's doing the rounds, and the only reason we bring this to our show is because we hate when publicists do this, and this has been done to us.
Oh yeah.
Miley Cyrus's handlers get mad when radio hosts don't ask pre-approved questions.
Hate that.
We've gone down this road. We're all sounds like yeah, whatever, and then we try to ask something that is a little more interesting, than just about the movie. And next thing you know, the publicist hangs up on us.
There can even be personal things that are like off limits that I would be like, yeah, I would never ask about that. Like maybe a fucking illness in the family kind of a thing or something. But the things that they said don't talk about are ridiculous.
Right.
It's this bullshit I
guess if you have Miley Cyrus on your show, that's the big get. Like, wow, we got Miley on today.
Yeah.
But then you have her on, and this is why we say no to a lot of A-listers, because we know we're not going to get shit out of them.
Yep.
I like A-listers.
Sometimes.
I want to be famous.
Sometimes when they open up, they're great. So this is how it went down. Listen.
Here's what I want to know, Miley. You're obviously a minor, and you're making money, okay? So the parents are in charge of the account. Do you have the passcode to your Wells Fargo online thing so you can just go in there and just double-check that Pops isn't wasting your cash?
Sorry to interrupt. Can we stick to her tour, please?
Yeah. Thank you, disembodied voice. Please remove yourself from our interview. Thank you. What the hell was that?
Oh, dude. God.
Good for the host, though.
They're just listening.
Stick to her tour, please. Please stick to her tour, please.
All right, when you tour, do you have access to your money?
Right.
Fucking asshole publicist. They're worthless.
But you know how boring that sounds? Stick to the tour.
I know.
What could you ask Miley Cyrus about her tour? Are you excited to be on the road again?
So what are you going to be wearing?
Right. Like, it's all mundane.
Don't ask her that.
Who gives a shit stuff?
Do you take different color cocks in different cities? Like, for instance, Detroit is different than Sacramento or Phoenix.
Now, Miley Cyrus is worth how much, Ant? $100 million at this point?
I'd pay. Oh, I thought you.
How much?
Yeah, it's got to be in the
so would it
$100
be interesting
million
to
mark.
find out how much money she gets from her parents?
Yeah, her allowance.
And then it happened to another radio show.
A couple of things. You know, do you know that they gave me a list of things that I can't talk to you about? Do you know that?
They give you a list of things you're not allowed to talk to me about?
Yeah, they want me to focus on the tour, focus
you know
on
that?
The Climb, which is a great song. But listen, first of all, there is no way that I would be obnoxious deliberately. But listen, you're a big star. You've had a lot of publicity, a lot of press. But there are certain things that I think that are fair to ask you, and I don't think are out of bounds. Have you ever received an actual personal apology from Jamie Foxx?
Hello?
Hello? You got to be kidding me.
They weren't kidding.
You have got to be kidding me.
Jeez.
That is a great fucking question. It
What
was
a
everywhere.
worthless publicist. They're the fucking worst.
That was there was nothing wrong with that question.
All
All
they
they do is-
question. No, that's a great question that people need to know.
They make the
There's
star
a huge
look terrible.
controversy. Did Jamie Foxx reach out to you? What's wrong with that?
God, what fucking
Unbelievable.
Publicists really are. In some ways, they protect you. In other ways, they're just a cancer.
Yes.
Who need to throw their weight around.
Detrimental.
Horrible.
Isn't that amazing? It wasn't even anything crazy. Both of those
Jesus.
questions were good.
That's Miley Cyrus, right? Look how she's standing in whore heels. She's wearing fucking stiletto whore heels. Her legs, the dress is cut up to her vagina, and she's standing there with her legs apart.
She would argue that.
So don't fucking even give me shit if I look at that and go, wow.
She and women's groups would argue that she should be allowed to look like basically a whore, but you having feelings because you're looking at that. are
Yeah.
wrong.
Me looking at that is sick. She's just a little girl, and
Really?
it's tough. She's dressed
Look
like
how
fucking
tight that dress is. Look
a
how
little
long-
Hua.
Look at how. Look at how. She's got high heels on, the makeup, everything.
Dude, not high heels. Those are ridiculous heels. You have to be a fucking prostitute to walk in those things. And then the dress, look how high up the dress goes. Just stop.
That is a weird thing, though. If the girl's dressed like
where you
that, if you have feelings because she's dressed like that,
Yeah, if you'd look
you're the
and go,
creep.
wow, she's got a nice ass.
Right.
You're fucking,
Oh, you're a pig.
You're Gary Glitter.
Disagree with Jimmy. Miley Cyrus is ugly.
Okay.
Wants you to get a Miley
ugly.
shake. What is that? What is that, Danny?
Sometimes this computer likes to just not respond.
All righty, I hear you.
Oh, really? We can't get there. Can't get there.
Got to wait it out.
I can't get there from here.
And I know what that guy.
I would love to beat up the company today, but I can only imagine the viruses that Danny's computer has at this point.
Zero. I don't do that stuff. But
the shit we look at.
I would have been with that last guy that said that Miley Cyrus wasn't like an attractive chick, because she did look weird for a while. Like she had this weird like alien face.
Yeah.
But
she's not ugly.
No, I know. Like she's growing up and she's she's starting to look really good.
Yeah,
I was not on the Miley Cyrus train, but now it's looking pretty good.
I think she's very pretty.
Why do you guys never mention Taylor Swift? Because we're...
Who is that? I know the name.
Because we're a locker room show.
Who's Taylor Swift?
She's a pop artist, right?
What are we going to talk to her? What are we going to say about her?
What is she again? Is she a pop artist? I don't even know now that I think about it.
No idea.
You've heard the name.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Oh, my God.
That wasn't a real fart.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
What the fuck, Jimmy?
It sounded like a prop.
No, those are peanut butter farts.
Oh, God.
That's all the dryness forcing moisture out.
God damn.
All right.
Oh, poor Danny. I see him going to the Windows Task Manager. This isn't good. This isn't good.
The Task Manager's worthless.
It's worth it not responding. Okay, quit the application. Oh, that's not responding. I like fucking Mac. You know what you do?
Yep.
Force quit.
Oh.
Force quit.
Oh yeah, force quit. I do that all the time on my iPhone.
Oh, I don't.
You ever do the super force quit where you have to hold both buttons at the same time to reboot the whole phone?
No.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I've never had to do that.
It starts right back up in like a minute and everything works again.
I've never done that.
That's pretty cool.
I know when a program locks, and it rarely happens, but if it locks up on a Windows or Mac computer, you force quit, and that's it.
Yep.
Program stops. How come I can't hit Control-Alt-Delete, get the fucking thing up, hit stop, and why doesn't the program just stop fucking running? Well, how come Windows can't figure out to make a program stop fucking running? Turn it off. Just unplug the goddamn thing.
Yeah, the Whopper.
It's the Whopper.
No, you hit end task, and then it's still there.
It's still there. And then you get 20 windows that say end task, end task, end task.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Yeah, fucking just close.
Sometimes on Mac, if you right-click and close and quit, program not responding, it will. Sometimes it won't. Then you have to go up to the top Apple and go down to force quit.
Force quit.
And it opens up all your programs, and you can force quit anything.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. Look at what she does with her legs.
She stands on them.
No, she kind of gives herself this little pigeon-toed cute thing.
No, she's
This is the hottest I've ever seen her.
Dude,
she's
right?
She's playing up to the whole sex thing.
She is.
It's so obvious, and it's like,
look, she's holding
when
her
you say
hip.
that, you get in trouble.
She's pulling her fucking her little skirt up a little bit. She's got her hip hiked up so her ass is up one way. One leg is bent, and she's pigeon-toeing herself
She has long,
a little.
big hands.
Yeah. Opie, hand raised?
My hand's raised, Aunt. Maybe she's just letting out a fart.
She could be doing that.
The youngsters love their fast food.
Maybe she had some peanut butter.
Yeah, you can imagine that. Maybe she
was
had a little
scared
fart.
of the photo session.
I'll make this look sexy and get some wind out of me.
Look at her. Now she's crossing those legs. She knows
How
she
to
has
work the
good
body.
legs. And she's fucking working it in front of the
Oh,
cameras.
they're not good legs, Aunt.
What?
It's because she's wearing those shoes that are making her legs a lot longer. She probably actually has short legs.
Whatever.
But she knows how to make them look like long legs.
The calves.
Hence, therefore...
Look, she's bending one now, halfway up, and then she does that half hitch of the hip thing, and all right, we get it.
Accentuates the thighs.
Underage cock tease.
Aunt,
Jesus.
What?
Feel good story.
That's what she is.
Before you answer, though, think about it.
Take it easy.
Feel good story.
Take it easy.
Or we learn about the comfort wipe. Think about it, though.
If you ask me, they both feel good stories. I heard about the comfort wipe.
True.
I'd love to. I have not heard about this.
I want comfort wipe.
Oh, that was a trick question. You failed.
Oh no.
You failed.
What's feel good? Feel good like
No one would pick a feel good story. Obviously, that's why you needed to pick the feel good story.
What happened?
Right. It's like 3-card Monty with you with these fucking things. I can never pick the right one.
Do my impression. hate when people don't like
See, if
my
I say
impressions.
feel good story, there's nothing feel good about it.
Oh, right.
Oh, you went the other way.
I forgot about the sarcastic Opie CD choice.
Right. This is a great story, actually.
Well, on paper, he has 20, possibly, as he just said, 21 children. With a minimum wage job, he can't afford to support all of his children. So what is the state to do?
Desmond Hatchett has been to child support court a time or two.
I had 4 kids in the same year.
This guy had 4 kids in the same year.
Did he say year or year?
Year.
Sounds like sometimes, like, really, is he from the South?
I think he's a white Southern guy, right?
Is he? 'Cause sometimes
is he white?
No.
For
Are you
real?
kidding, right, Ope?
No, I know that why I should have picked black, but he sounded white.
No, he sounded black to me.
Did he sound
Yeah,
black?
because he sounded like he was having a stroke in like a word.
Motherfucker.
Listen, you're...
Let me hear this again.
Brr. They had this thing where they say words with an ear sound, and they just kind of like cut out the middle.
I'm the only one that thinks this guy sounds white.
Yes. The only guy in America.
So what is the state to do?
Desmond Hatchett has been to child support court a time or two.
I had 4 kids in the same year twice.
Today, his name appeared on the docket 11 times.
Maybe it's just what he's saying.
Representing about 15 of his 21 children. Can you keep up with it all?
Yeah.
You know all their names and ages and birthdays?
Yeah.
Hatchett is just 29 years old and is a pretty controversial name at the old courthouse.
The children can't be supported all by Desmond, so the state of Tennessee has had to step in.
It's your tax dollars at work.
So, first of all, Danny, they want you to check out JG from Jersey, Miley bikini pics on Tyler Durden. Let's go there if you can. I know we have seen those, but Jimmy hasn't. And with this guy, 29 years old, he has 20 kids, possibly 21, from 11 different mothers.
How big is his cock? No one can resist this guy. What a cocksman.
11 different mothers.
Stunning.
20 to 21 kids. He's 29 years old.
Jesus. Slightly irresponsible.
This mom has 2 children with Hatchett. She's supposed to get $67.50 a month.
It'll make it through half the month. He's a heavy milk drinker, and milk is not cheap.
But many times, she gets a lot less than what she's owed. They all do.
It's frustrating, but usually when I ask, he gives it to me.
It's due process. The state is only allowed to take 50% of Hatchett's paycheck. 50% split multiple times.
You look at when they filed, how many children they have. He has several mothers that he has 2 children with, and it's
Not a mark on that ass.
It's tough.
Still, Hatchett says the women knew what they were getting into. They were all aware of his large family. One mom told me she doesn't like it, but she deals with it.
It's about the kids, not the parents.
Hatchett agrees he should do what's best for the kids. Now, do you intend to keep having children?
No.
You're done.
I'm done. I said I'm done.
What made you decide that?
I didn't intend to have this many. It just happened.
Desmond Hatchett spent part of the afternoon jailed while a child support referee decided how to split up the $400 he brought with him to court. If he doesn't pay what he owes, he will go back to jail. The mothers of Hatchett's children are supposed to get anywhere from $25 a month to $300 a month. But when his paycheck is garnished amongst them all, some women only get $1.98
$1.98 a month.
I love Desmond Hatchett.
Desmond Hatchett.
What? We ever see a picture of Desmond Hatchett? What potent loads he must have. Jesus Christ.
Some mothers get $1.98 a month. Oh, is that wonderful?
Desmond Hatchett rules.
He really does.
Desmond Hatchett, what a skinflint.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't make a lot of money. Guy's just doing nothing but dumping cum in a womb. What does he do? Does he open the stomach and actually fuck the egg itself? How does he pull that off?
He came to court with $400.
Ah, there's Desmond Hatchett, huh?
All right, Desmond's got it going on.
That's a surprise.
Not a bad-looking guy. He'd have to be, though, to get that many fucking loads pumped out.
Holy shit, is that funny?
God damn.
$1.98. I want to get Desmond Hatchett out of jail. I want to pay whatever it is, a couple grand for the month for his family, just so he can knock up a few more people. I'll say, I want you to dump 4 or 5 more loads, and then go back.
Yeah, he's very fertile.
Looks like Method Man.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Method Man.
All right, let's learn about the comfort wipe.
Yes.
And what about the how much bit, Dan?
Give it a play.
What's the how much bit all?
What is it?
Come on now.
We had a lot of fun last week talking about how much cum could fill up the studio and liquid diarrhea dumps. So I kind of
What was our best one? Swimming through period.
How about none of them? None of them were good.
Yeah, period blood. And
that was my favorite. How quick the room would fill up with period blood, and then how would you get to the front door swimming through the closet?
Yes.
So I just kind of it sparked my imagination, and I figured, well, there's a lot of room to play around here. So I kind of just took the ball and ran with it. So if this works, I guess there'll be more.
Have you ever wondered how much vomit it would take to fill up a Crown Victoria? How many nipples would it take to blanket Rhode Island? Well, wonder no more, friends. Join me on my journey of knowledge and discovery to find answers to some of the awe-inspiring questions man has pondered since the dawn of time. Today we'll answer the question, how many clits would it take to fill up a bathtub? With the average adult clit measuring 46.25 cubic millimeters and 1 gallon equaling 3,785,412 cubic millimeters, that means there are 81,846 clits per gallon, or CPG. The average U.S. bathtub can hold 60 gallons. That brings us to a grand total of 4,910,760 clits to fill a bathtub. If you stack the average clit end to end, you would need 96.5 billion clits to get from the Earth to the moon. So get slicing, you tribesmen. You expect me to cut off all those clits myself? Stay tuned for another edition of How Much?
Can I start? I got to start. I got to be honest.
Very good.
Wow. When Dan came to us with this idea, I didn't have a lot of confidence in it. I'm not even going to lie to you, Dan. I'm like, yeah. I was kind of humoring you, like, yeah, go for it. That is fucking great, man.
Well, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Derek did
the sound effects.
Dude, it was awesome. Yeah.
No, but you got the voice.
That was the sound of stacking clits.
But you got that voice from
lots of hours of watching Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel. That whole thing is that.
Oh, with the kid angle. That kid angle too, right?
Yeah, it's like the Nickelodeon's version of Mr. Science or something like that, Mr. Wizard. Oh, my God. Very good.
I fucking love it.
Derek nailed it with all the sounds.
I love it.
Terrible, awful science music.
Yes.
I have a
wow,
question.
People saying best bit so far, Dan.
That's a good one.
A little Mr. Gizzard. Writing from Webcam.
How many logs of shit would it take to fill up Shea Stadium or the new City Field?
A shitty field.
To make it
Well, you know something, Jim.
You know what? I like it.
You can mail in
yes.
your questions because you can't just take every day on the street. People are coming up to him asking him questions. They have to be mailed in on a postcard, and he will then pick one out of that big rotating barrel.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Yes.
Too.
How many drops of pre-cum to fill Mr. Met's head?
The feedback is just. It's perfect so far.
That's great.
They're loving it, and they're using capital letters, Dan.
All right. Well, I have another one floating around in the old head, so
I'll
get with Derek.
You got time because we could play this a couple more times.
Yeah.
We should just play it like 3 or 4 times in a row, and people are sick of it.
I'll just burn it out. Burn out the whole bit.
No, I thought it was funny when I first heard it, but now it just sucks.
Wouldn't be the first time we burn out a great bit, huh, guys?
Yeah. You didn't like my Christopher Walken impression? I don't like how that.
That's why we didn't acknowledge it.
I don't like how that didn't grab any traction.
That's why we didn't acknowledge it.
I thought it was pretty good. People hate the fact I do impressions.
Fucking home run to Danny.
Sounds like the real people.
Sure it does.
Do we have time to squeeze in the comfort wipe?
I think we should check it out, Ope.
Wow. God damn.
Chris Farley?
No.
Do it again.
It's Jack Nickelberry.
Nickelberry.
People get the names wrong. I hate people that get actor names wrong. Al Paciouli. Shut up. Fucking idiot. Yeah, people. My mother used to always call Joe Pesci Joe Pesky. I was like, man, don't be such a fucking
Pesci.
Do me.
Let's go to Roy. Roy.
Yeah.
Hi, Roy.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, met a guy in the Bahamas a couple years ago.
Sounds hot.
I'm allowed to say his name or not. His name was Zorro. He claimed to have 41 children. But better than that, he had a running buddy back in the day. He had died a couple years prior to that. And he had 71 children. A Bahamian guy.
What did he just come in a crop duster?
Actually, one of the brothers.
Yeah, all the women just are standing on their heads waiting for the crop duster of cum.
They're fucking with their eggs hanging out by their ass cheeks.
Right.
Actually, one of the brothers had married a sister without either one of them's knowledge. They were so spread out all over the island.
Sounds like a funny sitcom.
Very nice. Thank you, Roy. More feedback from Danny's bit. Kevin from Connecticut. No, I don't like yours, Kevin, actually. No. Derek from Tennessee writes, that bit reminded me of the DNA explanation from Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah. Dinosaur.
Very good observation. All right, let's do this before we get out of here.
For over 100 years, we've been scrunching and folding toilet paper.
Yeah, so?
What are we supposed to do? Wrap it around our fist?
Just punch yourself in the asshole?
Wrap around Caligula's ring? Fucking asshole. You're supposed to put it on the corner of the counter, then jump up and onto it. Ow. You're supposed to glue a knife to the floor and wrap one sheet of toilet paper around it and sit until your spleen is on the knife. And then do that 40 times and your hiney's clean. How the fuck else are you supposed to get toilet paper? Stupid broad.
So the problem here is...
But before you go there, we had this discussion. I need your help, Ant.
Yeah.
Late night product where they show something that we all do and they make it look like it's the biggest
so
pain in the ass.
inconvenient.
What was the one where we went, what was the big fucking deal?
The grandmother smotherer.
Sometimes Granny moves around too much.
Yeah, when you have something that she has something that you really want to inherit, and she just won't die.
The grandma smotherer.
It was a
It
product
comes up like it's molded to the size of her face, so she can't slip out.
It's a pillow with a spring in it, so when she rolls over, it goes and it wraps around her face like an egg roll.
But it was a product, and they made it look like the woman was trying to, transport plutonium or something.
Yeah.
Like it was a major problem. And it was something we all do that we've never thought was a problem. It'll come to me.
For over 100 years, we've been scrunching and folding toilet paper. Finally, there's a better way. Comfort Wipe, the sanitary paper extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s. It extends your reach a full 18 inches while it follows the contours of your body and comfortably cleans. It's as easy to use as a shower brush. Just pop on the toilet tissue and when through, just press the release button and the tissue drops right into the toilet.
Think about it. Toilet paper is really archaic and disgusting. The Comfort Wipe is a modern solution.
That's right. Never touch another dirty toilet tissue.
Why would you use the brush in the fucking shower after?
I'm just saying it's as easy to use.
Okay.
Look, I'm not buying this.
It's a joke.
Not literally. I'm not buying this as a real product. This is a fucking
The
joke.
comfort product, they should say, are you a big fat pig who can't reach their own ass? This is for you.
Could be.
That's what he says.
Oh,
what
he does?
He say?
Yeah.
What does Fatso say? Can we hear the volume on
we're
this
going in a
Fatso?
sec. You're going to have a shit stick. How are you going to keep that stick
Yeah, where do you
clean?
put your shit stick?
After you're done wrapping the toilet paper around the end so you can reach back and wipe
How
out
does
your
it
asshole.
hold the toilet paper?
I don't know.
I think there's a nail in it. Bunch of tacks.
Man, it was the Snuggie. Where like the old lady was trying to work a blanket, and she was like, I can't figure this out.
Yeah. Like it was a Rubik's Cube made of cloth.
And that's how they were trying to sell the Snuggie. Oh, what the fuck?
Blankets are hard to use.
Right.
She had to have friends come in and show her. No, you open it and get under it. She's like, oh, I was doing a headstand and screaming. That's not why I'm not warm right now. How do I work the blanket? You mean I'm not supposed to soak it in ice water and then lay under it? Right. No, silly.
Oh. But the frustration, because you couldn't figure out how the blanket worked.
Oh, I just tied it to my big toe. I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
Put it over a rafter, tie it around your neck. Put an old bag who can't work a blanket was here.
Yeah, or tie it around each one of your nipples and jump out of a building and see if it works as a parachute. Fucking stupid idiot.
We're going to get back to that, but we're still talking about Danny's new bid, and Bill has a very good question for you, Danny.
Oh, Bill!
Bill in Nebraska.
There it is.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, we're looking at the commercial.
Hold on.
Oh, she's all wrapped up under the blanket. Holy fuck, the phone is ringing. What do I do? Do I stay warm? Do my toes pop out?
And then they show, look, you can still keep the blanket on, or in this case, the Snuggie, and answer the phone.
Right, because they show the person doing convenient things, but they don't show what happens if, let's just say a dog runs into the blanket and starts biting your dick and balls.
Yeah, now
how
what?
hard it is to get it out from underneath your Snuggie.
Right, now what? Or if you're too close to the fucking stove.
Yeah, and it burst into flames.
Right. Now
You're
what are you
dead
gonna
in
do?
your Snuggie.
A bunch of monks walking around the house. But that lady struggling with the blanket.
How great is that?
Like it's an algebra problem.
Bill in Nebraska.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, Bill.
And who would go to your kid's game in a Snuggie? They show them in the bleachers with a Snuggie.
Wear a jacket.
Who would wear that?
But why does the whole family have Snuggies and everyone else is in winter clothes?
Yeah, just wear a fucking jacket.
Wear a hat, you cunt family. They act like it's hip. How embarrassed is the kid that their family has blankets on? We're the ghosts.
The ghosts. He's wearing a Snuggie out on the field, playing fucking football.
Yeah, exactly.
Fruit.
He gets a lineman, puts his helmet in his back, and is paralyzed in his Snuggie.
Bill, go ahead. Your question for Danny.
Oh, Bill.
How many times are you going to go to me?
Go ahead, Bill.
Whatever.
One more.
Okay.
And I love this, that when the phone rings, when she goes to get the phone, her toes pop out from underneath the
now
frilly
she's
blanket.
cold again.
What did the phone scare? Like when the phone rings, do you go like nah and straighten out and your feet shoot out of the blanket?
And she's folded up in the size of. She's like in the fetal position. The blanket's the size of a stamp.
Yeah, that's your
Get
first
a bigger
problem.
blanket,
Get a bigger
dummy.
blanket and you're set.
There's 2 feet of fringe on one side of it.
It's a scarf, you whore.
Your tootsies will stay warm and you fucking answer the phone.
We're turning the heat on you, fucking chiseler.
Really?
Yeah. Where are you, Montana, in fucking January 8th? She has a cordless phone right there.
Yeah, a little colder.
No, January 8th is always colder.
Than February 8th?
I read that
Montana.
once.
All right.
Montana, it's all cold.
Bill?
Go ahead, Bill.
Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead, Bill.
All right, go ahead, Billy.
Great bit, Daddy. Go ahead, take credit for it. I'm just wondering who you would blame if it failed.
That's a really good question.
Wait, I didn't even
Because
hear what he
everyone's ready to
okay.
blame someone when something fails.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the bit didn't fail, obviously.
Right.
But if it did, who would you blame?
have passed the buck to?
Right.
Me? No, I mean,
Derek, probably Derek.
Hey, fucked up at
well,
the
Derek,
sounds.
but it would have been this. Well, me and Derek made it, and that.
No, I mean, the roles on that one were pretty cut and dry. I mean, I did the math and wrote the stuff and everything, and then Derek did the producing end of it.
But your
which the
delivery
sounds
on it is
and
perfect, too.
and all
Did
the
you
junk.
actually have a sound effect when the nipple hit the floor?
Yeah, I don't know what Derek used, but it sounded like something flapping against the floor.
He actually cut women's nipples off at night.
I just love the
Mic'd
fact that,
them.
like, at some point in time,
Creepy is.
Derek had to sit in that little windowless booth of his and try to decide what a nipple blanketing an area of space would sound like, and then go through sounds and be like, no, not
Well, we
really.
all know Derek. How long do you think it took for him to get the sound?
24 seconds.
Oh, really? You think?
Well, he's a psychopath. He probably knows exactly.
Yeah.
He knows what nipples sound like hitting the floor from first-hand experience.
Sockless idiot he is.
I was hoping for the exaggerated answer. Here is more of the. What are we? Comfort stick? Comfort? What the fuck is
The
it?
comfort wipe.
Comfort wipe.
Never touch another dirty toilet tissue.
Being a big guy certainly has its advantages and its disadvantages. This is a great product.
It's embarrassing to have someone help you with your personal matters. The Comfort Wipe allows you to maintain your dignity while you maintain your
Stalker Patty for
Your
the comfort
dignity.
wipe.
I can maintain my dignity when I wipe with a stick.
You're wiping your asshole with a stick. That's dignity.
Dignifying. Yeah, that's great.
Wiping shit all over your back because your nerves aren't right anymore.
You're just fucking shaking with it.
Shaking, just shaking shit all over yourself.
Fucking balls smell like a dog's asshole. You're knocking your nuts around like fucking playing badminton.
Yeah, you're fucking. You're dragging shit from the back of your ass up to your midsection.
Right.
Your balls, dick, and stomach smell like shit. You're like a racing car.
And the comfort wipe, then you put it on the fucking sink and it tips over. Now you got shit on the sink.
It's like
How
shit
about
stick.
just use the fucking toilet paper? Is it that rough?
You go to
Shit stick! I have to wipe with a shit stick!
They can name all sorts of fat celebrities. John Candy, shit stick.
Shit stick!
Steve Carlisi, shit dick.
E-Rock! Shit stick!
Gotta wipe with the shit stick.
With the shit stick! Shit stick!
Wipes with the shit stick.
You think the whole family, each one has their own shit stick with their initial on it?
Oh, they all use one.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to wipe. You have to fucking rinse the shit stick off.
You go in after Dad. It's still warm.
I know it's got the sweat from his hand on the end of the stick because he had a fucking a six swiper because he broke it off in mid log.
Things moving like a windshield wiper.
You use it after your sister. She's an animal, so it's still moist because she's shoving it up her pussy, getting off on it.
It's got a hair on it and some blood. Oh, someone's growing up fast.
Right. What happened to using just the toothbrush, you filthy animal?
And then you turn the shit stick upside down, and it's also perfect to serve nuts in. And you've got some fucking planters in your shit stick.
How about you leave the family shit stick alone?
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. How bad do you need to get off that you're shoving the shit stick up your pussy?
Well, they show fun gags you can play with your friend's shit stick. You put itching powder on the shit stick, or fucking poisons sumac.
Poison sumac. The fuck? Can't you just use poison ivy, you weirdo? Poison sumac.
How great is that?
Sumac.
Or you take like some really hot peppers and you rub the juice all over the shit stick.
Jalapeno pepper on there. Yeah.
And then you watch your fucking father go through the ceiling fan because his hiney's on fire because you've tampered with the shit stick. Somebody heated up the comfort wipe again. I hate when they do that.
Comfort wipe. Thing is stupid.
You can play lacrosse with the comfort wipe.
I'm going to try this Sting from Whackbag. Oprah Winfrey shit stick. Rosie O'Donnell shit stick. John Goodman shit stick.
John Goodman.
Pat from Unagi Nine Toe having shit stick. Shit stick. We hate the fucking shit stick.
Burn it.
See the kids out in the yard playing fucking wiffle ball with the shit stick.
Michael J. Fox. Shit stick.
Fucking Alzheimer grandma's stirring the sauce with it.
Dinner's ready, kids. She has no idea. She's using it as a back scratcher. She's getting dandruff all over your shit stick.
Oh, grandma's back just smells like shit.
Yeah. Nana.
Oh, what happened?
There's a piece of that wet gloppy toilet paper on her back to her blouse. She has no idea.
We have the funniest fucking listeners. Opie's Dollar, new name on from Rhode Island, writes, "What the fuck? Oh wait, I didn't want to go to you.
Oh no.
Sorry about that, but Opie's Dollar from Rhode Island checking in. I wanted to go to Green Lightning. Sorry, the instant feedback's flying by. I could just picture the obvious 4-year-old kid running around with this thing, pretending it's a magic wand.
Yeah, swiping at people. Star Wars kid with a shit stick.
Touching someone's head and like, I pronounce you.
Yeah, I'm knighting you.
Stephen S. from Bayshore, imagine using the shit stick after Granny and finding corn on the handle.
Or finding a piece of Granny's colon. Granny doesn't know what the shit stick is, so she just takes it and jabs her asshole angrily, hoping the duty goes away. Granny's confused by the shit stick. She strums it like an air guitar and rests her chin in it. Then wipes her ass on the rug like a dog.
Rests her chin, watches a program.
Yeah. Granny's scooting like a Labrador with her chin in the shit stick again. Let her go. She'll die soon. And she's struggling to get in and out of that blanket. The phone's ringing. Hopefully it's the Grim Reaper.
There's shit all over the blanket.
Yeah, of course there is. Because Granny doesn't know that she had the blanket wrapped around the shit stick. She crammed it in. Now she has the blanket and the shit stick hanging out of her hiney like a little tail. Mama, Nana have the blanket in her hiney again. That's all right. She doesn't know any better.
Holy shit.
Nana doesn't know.
She just misses Grandpa.
She has no idea.
Can we get the rest of this commercial?
Oh, let's hear the rest of a comfort wipe commercial.
Where are we?
I want to hear what that fat pig says about it.
The Stalker Patty sounding chick.
Yeah.
If Stalker Patty was a little more mature.
Your personal matters, they call it.
You with your personal matters.
Matters.
The comfort wipe allows you to maintain your dignity while you maintain your personal hygiene.
Comfort Wipe, the sanitary paper extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s. It extends your reach a full 18 inches while it follows the contours of your body and comfortably cleans. So if you or someone you like suffers from a loss of range of motion, or if you're someone who just doesn't want to touch dirty toilet paper, don't be embarrassed. Just get a Comfort Wipe.
Who has thrown out their neck or shoulder wiping their ass?
They showed people actually going like, oh, that their shoulder was fucking. How many times are you wiping your ass?
Who needs Tommy John surgery after wiping their crack?
Yeah, your fucking rotator cuff is gone. How many times are you wiping your ass? Fucking fastball wipe.
They show Rivera out for the year. we thought it was a bad pitch. He was just wiping his crack.
Imagine Grandma using a used shit stick to clean the windows.
Yeah, she puts fucking Windex on the end.
Smear shit all over your fucking...
I want to hear what this slob has to
Who
say.
is this fat-necked idiot? Please, can we hear what he says?
I think we...
Never touch another dirty toilet tissue.
Being a big guy certainly has its advantages and its disadvantages. This is a great product.
It's embarrassing to have someone help you with your personal matters.
Oh, no.
The Comfort Wipe allows you to maintain your dignity.
Dignity.
Help you with your... Could someone wipe my ass? I can't reach anymore.
You know how that would help you maintain your dignity after you use it? If it doubles as a shotgun and you can fucking blow your brains all over the mirror.
You can fucking just cock it and blow your head off.
It became a samurai sword and you could fall on it. Or if it enabled you to murder any witnesses. That's how you maintain your dignity.
You have to use one.
Or if you could use it to shave the extra 300 pounds off your fat, awful body so you could wipe your ass like any other primate. The same way we do and gorillas do. Fucking...
Why didn't we do the shit stick like 2 hours ago?
I know. I can't get enough of the shit stick.
I want to talk about it tomorrow, too, and it's all I want to talk about.
Can we maybe find a new shit stick commercial?
Shit stick.
The Comfort Wipe.
The Comfort Wipe, my ace.
Yeah.
My ace. All right, we got to go because we're going to bleed into Ron and Fez.
We have to maintain our dignity.
That's right.
That's the second person I've ever heard.
Yeah,
that sounds like that. I didn't think anyone sounded like Patty.
Help you with your personal matters.
It's embarrassing. You have to call in your fucking kids now. Yes, Mom. Okay. Bend over. I'll wipe your ass. Oh, just choke her while she's down there.
The Comfort Wipe should be like a long fake arm with a little finger on it. And what you do is you scrape the nail against your crack like in real life. Then you wipe it off with a towel. Throw it under the bed.
That thing would just be disgusting.
You know how bad your house would
You
smell?
gotta miss.
Of course.
Can I just do a radio tease for tomorrow?
Yes.
If we're going to do more Comfort Wipe stuff, I think we totally need to get into the show Obsessed. Because that something kind of fits in very well. I'm not going to say anything more than that.
Heard about that. Okay, very good.
But
Good tease. Good tease.
This lady on this Obsessed show, I guess she has her own Comfort Wipe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's just call it that for right now.
It's her husband's tongue.
That Obsessed show is, thanks to everyone suggesting it, that I watch it. Like, I don't live this shit every fucking day of my life. I don't need to watch it, too. Not me, by the way. Somebody else in my family.
Now, let's get out of here.
Yep.
I got a tinkle.
All right.
I got a fart.